We gotta keep that same energy. We gotta keep that same energy, man. First and foremost, I'd like to thank my personal Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, I am nothing. Man, let's get into another great episode. There's a lot been going on. And one of the first things I want to talk about today is I want to talk about the Canelo Crawford situation. We got to dig into that. The fight's coming up. Everybody got their predictions, analysis. There's a guy that's left multiple comments named Tony ZT8VZ. This guy, I put his post all over the community post tab. The guy is talking, I'm afraid. So I challenged him. I also challenged Zay Money 8479. Zay Money already said he's going to show up today. Zay Money said Billy Joe Saunders, Callum Smith, and Caleb Plant, these guys were not prime fighters. And he basically says Canelo waited for David to get stripped. So at the end of the day, Zay Money, go ahead and click the link. I gave you the date. I gave you the time. I gave you everything. Don't run from the smoke today. See, I've been smoking people all week. Been smoking everybody that's come this way. Every single person that stepped up on this platform has been cooked. Every single one. So I'll put it like this. My record is better than Floyd Mayweather's without the cherry picks. Understand that. Floyd had the cherry pick. I ain't got no cherry picks. Ain't no Conor McGregor's. Ain't no Andre Berto's. I didn't duck no Winky Wrights. I'm not moving like Floyd. I didn't retire to duck no smoke. Understand that. It's undefeated with no cherry picks. That's what I'm saying. So Zay Money, if you don't show up today, you can wipe that hot dog juice off the side of your mouth and don't ever show up back on the IBFP again because you're officially a coward. Understand that. Understand that. You don't show up today, you can take your hot dog stained mouth and take that somewhere else because you're a coward and you don't want to smoke. See, it's easy to be a chat warrior. We didn't already had one chat warrior run away from the channel because he couldn't handle the facts. I'm not even going to say that person's name, but I'm going to just tell you, these guys say what they want, but when it's time to come up here and battle the landlord, rent's due. And they all run like cowards. Like cowards. And the ones that get on here, they don't want to debate. They want to argue. They don't want to answer questions. They want to cry and insult and moan and wipe their ass. You want to get on here and come at me? You better talk facts and not feelings. Like I told you once, my record's like Floyd's without the cherry picks. That's what it is. So if anybody seen Zay Money, click the link. I'm gonna drop it one more time so nobody can ever say that I didn't want to get a guy the chance, the opportunity, nothing. Look, the show has started, and I got people in the back lined up. I'm finna let all of y'all on. Zay Money, you got 30 seconds to click the link. I've been talking for 2 or 3 minutes. Zay Money, and I have not seen your sorry, stinking, filthy, ugly, nasty, disgusting, insidious ass hit that link and step up to this panel. That's all I'm saying, Zay Money. You said you wanted to get this smoke in with me. You called my name. You blew up my comment section. Here it is. It's right there. The link's right there. Dude had a lot to say yesterday. You put up the link. You go live. You give him the time. The man can't find his nuts. He cannot find his nuts. That's it. Where you at? That's what I'm saying. I'm giving the guy all the opportunity and the time. See, this guy is like one of those dudes. He's just a keyboard warrior. Talks all this tough talk, but won't show up. That's what I'm saying. Guys are cowards. So the link is there. We got multiple debates. We're going to have Clavo on here. Edgar Moreno, round 105. You know, that fat kid from Up. Onslaught Boxing. Round one. I don't know who Tron is, but Tron, you're welcome on the panel too to talk your talk. Anybody else that want to jump on the panel, feel free. This is absolutely debate day. Get in all the smoke. Hit Kid somewhere eating beans on toast. I don't know where Hit Kids is. Hit Kid's laid up with a torta somewhere. I don't know where Hit Kid is. But at the end of the day, I'm going to drop the link one more time, and then we're going to get the show started. Let me go ahead and drop the link one more time in case Zay Money is anywhere else. In case Zay Money is anywhere else. Oh, in Real Talk Combat, he's going to be on here. And look, I'd like to give a special shout out to Real Talk Combat. And Real Talk, I mean this, from the bottom of my heart, man. I appreciate you getting on the channel. I appreciate you getting up here. So Real Talk Combat, go ahead and click the link. Zay Money, click the link. And Tony, click the link. Tony and Zay Money are nothing but coochie. These guys are panoche. You want to get up here, you want to debate. I'm not against anybody. If you believe anybody can win, if you believe anybody's ducking, feel free. Get up here, say what you got to say. Salute to my brother Hamed. Look, me and Hamed don't always agree on the same things, but I respect Hamed regardless of what he believes, what he supports, because we're both boxing fans. Shout out to you, Hamed. You're a real dude. I appreciate you coming on the channel. My brother Nomas Tomas, Dwayne Styles, Flores, N1 Ballers. So if without further ado, the link has been dropped. The link has been dropped. Let's go ahead and get to the show, man. These guys right here are cowards, and they not saying nothing. They not saying nothing. So let me start adding everybody to the channel. Right before I do, I just want to go ahead and pay these bills first. My brother Oliver Rodriguez says, where do you rank Canelo versus Crawford fight from the last 10 years? Can't wait to, I got floor seats. Thanks, Nuke. Keep doing your thing, homie. Salute to you, my brother, man. And look, the Canelo-Crawford fight, rather, this fight didn't start out with a lot of big hype. This was not a fight I wanted. This was not a fight that I was asking for. I wanted Canelo Benavidez. I wanted Bud and Virgil. These were fights that I wanted, me personally. But we didn't get those fights. Turkey said he wanted to put the bag on Bud and try to make this Canelo fight happen, and he did. Now we've seen the entire world, boxing insiders, everybody saying Canelo's going to get schooled. He got a lot of flaws. He sucks. He's trash. He's this. He's that. Well, this is a great opportunity. Let's find out how good both Canelo and Bud Crawford are. And one of the biggest fights of the year is going to be massive. The fact that it's on Netflix is going to be freaking massive. It's going to be a huge fight. And there's going to be some fan base twerking in the streets immediately after this fight. Trust me, somebody's going to be crying. Somebody's going to be eating a double dish meat lovers pizza.
What up, Nuke? What up?
What's good with you, my brother? How are you doing?
Good, good. Hey, but man, we got a lot to talk about. I mean, Spence versus Mel. We haven't seen them in years. We, like you said, Canelo turned a lion to a kitten. We seen Bud turn a big fish to Finding Nemo. Like, there's a lot to talk about, my dude.
Oh, man, you're right. You're right. And Hit Kid said he's running late. He's finishing up with his torta. So Hit Kid will be here in just a few moments. Tron, what's good with you, my brother?
What's good, brother? How you been? Been a minute.
Good, man. How's everything?
Man, I'm blessed. I'm breathing, man. So I got a chance.
That's all you can ask for, man. Before we start the show, I do got to ask, who you favor in the Canelo versus Bud fight right now, Tron?
Man, look, all I'm telling you right now, I'm wearing a black suit, man. That day for Crawford.
Woo. So, hold on. So you got Crawford winning, and he's going to take Canelo to the funeral?
I got
he got Crawford losing.
Oh, man. You got him winning by decision, knockout? How you got him winning, Tron?
This shit's going to be quicker than eardrum fight. That's what
Damn.
Like. Damn. I promise you.
Damn. It's going to be quicker. It's going to be quicker than Hit Kid on his first time. That's how quick this fight's gonna be.
Man, this shit, bro. Like, let me break it down. Let
Tron break this down real quick, Tron.
Okay, boom. First, everybody got to think about it this way. Crawford didn't fight in a year and a month. Last time he fought was Madrimov, right?
That's correct.
Boom. Yep.
So now, y'all, this is why I know Dick Ryan is at his all-time high. These niggas telling me now Crawford's gonna jump up 2 weight classes and fight Canelo that just fought May, still in shape, and not an icing on the cake. This man sparred Boots. Somebody somebody, you feel me, that we could compare Crawford to. So now Canelo's fighting sparring smaller guys, quicker guys, and fighting Boots on top of that. And now he knows the whole world going against him. Man, come on, man. This is a bad rep. Now, don't get me wrong. I respect Crawford for taking the fight and wanting to fight because this is his retirement check now, you know? Because after this, like Canelo told him, he's not going to get paid like this no more. I just feel like right now, all the boxing, like the ex-boxers, like the Roy Jones Jr.'s, the Andre, you know, all those guys, I just feel like they're dick riding at this point. Because what they've seen Crawford do to Earl. And experience means a lot. Don't get me wrong, Crawford is a great fighter, talented fighter. Can't take nothing away from him. A first ballot Hall of Famer. But that's like me. Who's the guy at cruiserweight right now? The number one fighter. That's like me saying Canelo going to cruiserweight and being Otapaya. That shit's not happening.
No, Canelo get cooked going up there.
Yeah, exactly. So I want them to look at the logic. How do y'all see Crawford doing that to Canelo? It doesn't happen. We've seen Virgil beat Madrimov after round 3. Virgil took over the fight. We've seen Terrence Crawford go against Madrimov, and it went life and death. So you telling me Madrimov's a better fighter than Canelo? Fuck no. He was getting hurt by Virgil, and Virgil never fought a real champion. So
now, hold on, Tron. I hate to get off topic, but I just want to add one thing. We've seen Canelo sparring with Boots, and a lot of people were saying that Boots is off code. He's not, you know, sticking to the black code. He's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. What do you feel about that? Do you feel like, you know, that Terrence Crawford fans are scared? You think they're nervous, or you think it's something deeper?
They're not scared. They're not nervous. They're pussy. The reason I say that, they're pussy. Let me tell you why. They know it's a certain fighter. If it's one fighter in boxing that we all know that could resemble what Terrence Crawford do, is Jerron Boots Ennis. That's a fact. We all could agree on that, right? Okay. So now this nigga is sparring Canelo, and we don't know how many times these guys, them guys sparred each other, because a lot of Canelo sparring partners quit. We know that. He be knocking them out in the ring, preparing for his fight. These last couple of fights, I'm on Gia, Berlanga, or whatever, John Ryder, the Charlo fights, Canelo carried those guys. You know, I don't think he really put too much into it. Now you bringing in Boots into your camp, and niggas telling me Crawford's going to go 12 rounds. You smoking dick. He's going to die. I'm wearing the black.
Oh my goodness! He's going to die.
He's going to die. I'm telling you, I'm putting a rose petal. I'm wearing all black, and I'm gonna send you a pic, Luke, on your Instagram or Twitter. That nigga's going to die. He's not going to live.
This guy's all right.
Say, Tron, man. We got to get you on a panel more often, man. We got to get you on a panel more often. We got to get you on a panel like all these dudes be on Hit Kid Mama. You got to be on me.
Tron.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say, bro. I didn't want to cut you off earlier, but like, yo, I just wanted to say, we've tried time and time and time again to explain logical scenarios to these people, and they don't get it. I am glad that you actually think logically.
Okay, it's like me saying, oh yeah, Crawford's jumping from 154 to 160 to fight Jenna back. He's going to die. It's certain fighters you just can't fuck with. You know what I mean? It's like, it's certain fighters. We gotta think common sense. Like,
hold on. This said if he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies.
This is my.
Clavo, you farted on the last live.
Bro, it was Clavo way.
Nah,
yeah, I saw it.
Real talk, you did it on Ring IQ too, bro. Don't be bullshitting, bro.
No, I saw it, dude.
I feel like people really dick riding. Like, I always tell people, be the fan of the sport. I love Canelo.
Yeah,
Canelo's my favorite fighter.
That's right.
Be the fan of the sport. Don't be too much fan of the person too much to where you're blind. You don't see
Onslaught.
We got Onslaught being called out.
Onslaught ain't me.
I fuck with that avatar.
No, Real Talk Combat called him. Hold on, Onslaught, are you there?
Yo, what's up?
Say, man, do you agree that there's the reason why there's so much support for Terrence Crawford industry insiders, fans, people from all over are picking Crawford. Do you think that all that support is a lot of meat riders?
Well, some of it is meat riders, but there's meat riders on both sides. That's always. I think Terrence Crawford is a live dog in this fight, even though the official odds have Canelo as a favorite. It
A
just goes
live
to
puppy
show.
dog.
It just goes to show that Terrence Crawford, people believe he has the skills to pull it off, and that's not out of this world. So that's just what it is.
Who the
And he
fuck
gonna
is
die,
standing in
fam.
front of the AC?
He gonna die, fam. I'm
One
telling you,
quick
he gonna die.
question. I have a question. Why is Real Talk having a picture of a murderer as his profile pic?
That's not a
Bro, that's
murderer,
Rigo
way.
Tovar. Watch
You
your
don't know
mouth.
who that is? That's Rigo Tovar.
Oh no, he reminded me of that Californian murderer. What's his name? Fuck. He had the same
The
kind of
Night
fucking
Stalker?
hairdo. Yeah,
Yeah, the
that
Night Stalker, the Night Stalker.
Hold on, round
good.
105. Round 105. We don't.
guy.
I'm not allowing anybody that's a murderer picture to have a profile picture. The only guy that can have a profile picture on here that's a murderer is me because I'll murder your mom's pussy. That's it.
Oh, this guy
That's it.
over here.
Well, to
That's
be
Hey,
it.
fair,
Okay,
wait, hold on,
hey,
hold on.
but
Oscar has a picture of a murderer.
oh, that's a good one.
No,
Oswald got a
that's
picture
a
of a
man's
murderer.
that's assault. That's assault. That's not murder. That's assault.
That's assault with a deadly weapon.
That's a murder of
The
a
man.
career. He's murdering careers at left and right.
To be fair, he did murder Billy Joe Saunders' career.
Yeah, but he
He
didn't
did.
kill him.
So I had a question for the panel. Apparently, Bival, once he comes back, is interested in that Canelo rematch at 175.
Don't Bivol got some better BF work that he need to handle first?
Well,
He better
that's what he,
be that too.
Michael Leifer. And Michael Leifer.
He
well, that's what he
got better.
fucking said.
He got better. Hold on, better BF should be the meet because better BF gave him his rematch right away. Bivol owes him before he even talked to anybody.
But I think he's
Then
going to
he
be
got to go
fighting
get that David
Benavidez.
work. But before he can even do the David work, he got to get that Michael Eifert work. Then he got to get the winner of Callum Smith and David Morrell because that's going to be another mandatory. He got like 3 or 4 fights lined up. That's
I
weird.
think I think he's going to drop him, and he's probably going to face Canelo if the money is right.
Look, I'm not mad at Canelo for trying to take another legacy fight. I would love it but my whole thing is that it's still gonna look weak from Bivol if he walks away from that better BF fight.
Obviously. But I'm thinking that better BF is going to fight Benavidez, and then the winners will probably go and face on each other.
You mean better BF?
Yeah.
If better BF and David fight, David going to sleep.
Easy.
Yeah, no, we know that much right now.
In the great words
better
of
BF will find
Tron,
him out in
in
6
the
rounds.
great words of Tron, he's gonna get murdered.
He's gonna die.
He's gonna die. He's gonna die.
He's
If he
going to
dies, he
die.
dies.
Is it Tron from Dave? Is it Tron from Dave Chappelle, or is it Tron?
Tron, this Tron. It
It's
just
Tron.
Where
like
the
when I
fuck
look
did you
at
get
boxing,
Tron from?
For
I
real.
don't know. Hey, well, we gonna give him a pass.
No, yeah,
But
from the
I ain't gonna
fucking
lie,
movie
man.
Tron.
I've been on here like one time. I spoke one time, man. But I be watching y'all from afar. I'm always working. I had a little free time on my work. I'm here till like probably 3 in the morning. If I'm from Florida, and stuff. So I'm here.
Hey, damn, bro, where you work at a bar?
No, I do construction
He
based.
works at a strip joint.
Oh,
I
all
wish.
right. You work at construction until 3 o'clock in the morning. What they're doing new
No, we
building
put
on
new power
Ocean
lines. We
Ave.
put new power lines and stuff over here because for some
I
reason,
got
when it rain over here, not to get off topic, like the light poles be like sinking in or whatever. So it's different down here, man. So I just had to come on here and speak my truth, man. I'm tired of like these fake narratives trying to boost up this fight to what it is. I might not even watch it. It might not even go past round 7, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This fight not going far. Canelo,
I still want to see it, man. I want to see Crawford get knocked out.
he's gonna get knocked out. Like, cause you got to think about it. Majimar was landing like that left hook, right hook at will when he wanted to. So, like 168, 1 year layoff, 2-year jump. I mean, 2-weight jump, 2 weight classes jumping. That's too much. That's too risky. This fight gonna go like Eardrum. I'm telling y'all, it's not gonna go far.
Now, hold on, Tron. One more question before I get to the panel. What do you say to all the people that says Canelo don't have the power to stop him? And they'll say, look at his last so many fights. He didn't stop Ryder. He didn't stop Munguia. He didn't stop,
Berlanga.
Berlanga. And I've
Okay.
seen Onslaught Boxing all over social media saying, co-signing that. Didn't you co-sign that, Onslaught?
Yeah, the fight will go the distance.
Yeah.
yeah.
So Onslaught said the fight will go the distance. He don't believe Canelo got the power nor skill to stop Bud Crawford.
I never
Yeah.
said
Well, the
that.
different.
You-
No, hold
Hold
on.
on. So why don't hold on 1 second? So why do you believe he won't stop him? Is it the power? Is it the skill?
It's
What
not the
reason
power.
will Canelo
Yeah, I
not
got
stop
you.
the power?
It's not
Right?
the power or the skill. He lacks the tenacity to stop him, just like he did in his last few fights.
No.
No.
That's weird.
Nah.
So he lacks
If
the heart, the
if he,
tenacity, the drive.
if he don't
Tron,
stop him,
what do
it'd
you
be
say to that, Tron?
I
Tron.
agree.
Tron just got
Yeah,
electrocuted.
I'm here.
Yeah, what do you say to somebody that says that Canelo don't have the tenacity? A lot of people saying he don't have the power. What do you say to that, saying that he can't do that to Bud? Now, for somebody to say Canelo don't have the tenacity, I don't know, man. I don't know why anybody would say something like that. That's probably one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Normally you would say, oh, this or that, but maybe the skills. You'll say, well, there's a skills gap. Crawford's too defensive to get caught, but to say you don't have the tenacity, that's some real weird shit.
This is what I'll say. When he fought John Ryder, Canelo just came from hand surgery. Drop John Ryder twice. Am I correct, y'all?
Man,
You are correct.
broke his nose.
Yes.
And
Yeah, he
broke his
dropped him
nose.
twice. Okay, and he fought Charlo. When Charlo got hit in the temple, that nigga got on his track meet, ran 100, 200, and a 4x1. Let's keep going. When he fought, listen. Listen. When he fought Berlanga, I'm gonna be honest. I was in Colombia when I watched that fight. We was at the casino. Everybody, all the Colombians that was in that casino said, "Yo, Canelo carried Munguia." When he fought Berlanga just a fat big dude at 168. That's coming in shape when it's fight time. Let's keep going. When he fought the last guy,
William Skull.
When he fought William Skull came into the fight like 190, around what Berlanga came in, and he's standing at 6'1", right?
Yep.
If this big ass nigga is running, right? If he's running and he's getting punched by a man at 5'8", what the fuck? If Canelo lands one time to Crawford chin, if fucking what's the Gamboa made you do the stanky leg, nigga? What the fuck you think Canelo's gonna do to you if he lands?
And hold on, let me add this on. Onslaught, did you say in reference to this that Canelo, his opponents immediately got stopped after? So did you say that, Munguia got stopped after Canelo because Canelo didn't have the tenacity maybe? And, Berlanga got stopped. Is that something you said? I feel like you may have said something like that. I can't quote you for certain, but I'm asking you, did you say something like
I'm
that?
gonna say, hold up, Nuke. I'm gonna say this. He might not even get knocked out. He might just sit on the stool and not come out. It might be a Billy Joe.
Damn,
It might be a Billy Joe.
Onslaught, do you hear this? Do you believe this, Onslaught?
Well, like I said again, you can say whatever you want to say. Every single fight he just named, he just gave an excuse as to why Canelo didn't get the knockout. Whether his opponent,
it was not an excuse.
Can I finish? Can I finish? Whether his opponent is too big, or they were running, or Canelo carried them, or he was injured, it's just some excuse. So come fight night, you'll see that the fight will go the distance 100%. Canelo.
I like to add that
not knocking opponents out anymore.
I like to add that.
Hold on. Let Onslaught finish that part. He said he's not knocking out opponents anymore, Onslaught.
Canelo Alvarez is not knocking out opponents anymore.
Edgar, pull out the money.
Yeah.
If he cannot knock out guys like Edgar Berlanga, who are there to be hit, and Munguia, who are there to be hit, and then those guys proceeded to get brutally knocked out in their fights afterwards, then I seriously doubt.
You mind if I chime in right quick?
I seriously doubt that everybody wants to chime in.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah. Both you guys can go right as soon as he's done. Just let him finish.
I seriously doubt that he'll be able to put Terrence Crawford out. And Crawford knows that Canelo packs serious power. He has great distance management. I highly doubt it. That's all.
Okay.
No, he don't.
And hold on. I'm gonna let Edgar, Real Talk, Tron go. First thing I'd like to give a shout out is to Clavo's eyebrows. He just got them, tightened up.
You
so
just got them hoes tweezed.
Just got them cleaned up.
Day before yesterday.
They greased up, leaned up, everything. So that's all I'm saying.
They look nice.
What I have to say about Onslaught's take is that you're exposing how you don't know shit about boxing. Actually, Because in reality, you're not seeing the differences in the way Edgar actually fought when he fought Canelo and when he fought Hamza Shiraz. Berlanga didn't believe he would beat Canelo. That's why that was the first fight he ever fucking got on his bike and used his feet and ran. But whenever he was fighting Hamza Shiraz, he thought he could win. He thought he could knock this dude out, and so he pushed forward, left himself open, and got knocked the fuck out.
So Berlanga didn't stand in front of Canelo. Show me where he ran. Show me.
No,
He was
he
on a
didn't
roll.
Little
He
boy, that's not
was.
how this works. You need to go back and watch the fight.
Go ahead and where did he run? Tell me
No,
where
little
in the fight
boy,
where
go
he
back
ran.
and watch
You
the
claim
fight. Ain't
you
nobody
claimed
doing
he ran.
research for you,
You
my nigga.
claim he
Huh,
ran.
let him finish, Onslaught. Let him finish. We he gave you the same respect.
Ain't nobody gonna fucking do research for you. Ain't nobody gonna fucking show you, bro. I'm not gonna hand you a goddamn thing. You're gonna be a big man. You're gonna go watch the fight, and you're gonna go watch Berlanga's previous fights and show me. You're gonna show me if Edgar has ever fucking fought like that before Canelo.
He
Because you
hasn't.
can't sit
after
here and talk about, oh well, Canelo's not stopping his opponents. Yeah, because when they saw how his fucking highlight reel undisputed run went, they're not trying to be on that highlight reel. Did you not hear what Charlo said in the post conference? You didn't hear what he said? Oh, at least I didn't get stopped.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
bitch, because you
you heard
ran.
what he told you heard what
and
he told Earl on the phone, right? In the locker room. He was like, that little
you
Yeah.
motherfucker
gotta
strong.
and you gotta
That
remember
little motherfucker
Berlanga's
strong.
#1 round knockouts.
Bro,
Berlanga
and that's
had like
bro.
a
Real talk, you done?
I'm done with
Hold on,
my
hold on. I
what?
didn't go to Edgar right after that. So
Oh,
real
so
talk when you're
go
done,
Edgar,
all
Edgar.
right,
go.
go
Well,
ahead.
I
Edgar's next.
mean, I'm just gonna almost say exactly what Real Talk said. Onslaught, question: you box, right? You say you box.
I do.
Okay, so if you're put in a ring with someone that does not want to engage with you, that is fucking running a track meet, would you say that it would be harder to stop that guy because he's consistently moving, not engaging, and therefore you cannot get a stoppage?
I would say so, but I'm not a world champion
Okay,
undisputed fighter.
but it's the
It's
same.
not about world
Shut the
champion.
fuck
But
up.
it's the same scenario. If you're
You see
going
them
out
in
there trying
sparring
to
as well.
engage, if you're trying to engage and get a good fight in, or show what you can do, and the other person does not allow you to do that because all they do is move away or clinch or stay away, throw 1-2 jabs and move away, then you're not going to be able to. I mean, you're going to be able to cut the ring somewhat, maybe, but you're not going to be able to show what you want to show because the other person is not meeting you halfway.
Hey, Nuke, am I going to get a chance to respond to both of these guys' points?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
the sit
just
down
wanted
shit
him to
pretty. Be
finish. Are
quiet.
you done, Edgar?
That's all I wanted to say. Like, he fights, so he should understand that scenario.
So I
Yes.
can respond to both of them, right?
Yeah. Did anybody else want to go before I go back to
Uh,
Onslaught?
Well, then I'll just
Hold
I'll
on,
just
let
say this.
Clavo go. Then round 105.
Look,
We just letting everybody say what they say first, Onslaught.
All
Then
right.
you can respond.
I'll
well,
respond to
look,
everybody.
well, look. Yeah, you don't really got to respond to this, but the thing is, bro, I love how most of these motherfuckers, y'all keep ignoring the fact that you're wondering why he's not knocking out these guys. Well, he's at his fucking 5th weight class already, and he's getting older. So you're expecting the older, smaller guy to knock out these young, big, hungry lions, dog. That's another fucking thing that y'all don't want to put into the fucking equation. Regardless whether he does in a knockdown or knockout, he is knocking them down. He is.
And
So I
I
mean,
got a question. I got a question too for you, Onslaught. Do you think that Crawford has any chance to knock out Canelo in this fight? Any chance?
I think both guys have a chance to knock him out. I highly
Oh,
doubt.
Dumbass.
Okay,
No,
I
come
just want to
on.
let
Fucking
speak
Can I
tonight.
dumbass.
speak?
Hey
I
Nuke,
do.
Hey,
I
Nuke,
know.
can I talk?
I want it 105. I want everybody else to finish off, and then Onslaught, you got the floor to respond to
I got to
everybody.
respond to
So
6 people.
Who's
so
asking
I
for it
gotta.
next?
So I was gonna say something, and he
Yeah.
doesn't have to answer to this, but just a reminder, Onslaught, buddy. All these fighters that you said he couldn't knock out weren't knocked out before. They had never touched like
The cam.
the canvas for more than 10 seconds. I think. No one. No one ever got knocked down for more than 10 seconds. So to say that, and then it just so happens that after Canelo hits him in square in the jaw and knocks them down, their jaw is not the same anymore. So you can tell from the fights that Canelo is not actively trying to hurt these guys because he's trying to maintain himself for the rest of the rounds. What he's working on now, and as a boxer, I know what he's working on now is extending his life throughout the rounds or extending his stamina throughout the rounds. And how do you get that? Well, in live fights, you have to practice that stuff. Canelo could have knocked out Mujia. Canelo could have easily beaten up what's his name? That
Berlanga.
guy that Berlanga. Oh no, Berlanga is too big of a dude. He could have easily stopped the guy he broke his nose with. What's his name?
John
John
Ryder.
Ryder.
John Ryder. He could have fucking stopped him. He had the chance, but his right now his game is longevity and being able to outlast 12 rounds, so he can get used to that kind of a fight where he doesn't have to give out so much energy trying to knock somebody out. That was my point.
All
How
right.
many
Did
more
anybody
people?
else have a point before
I
onslaught?
got one more thing.
Go ahead,
I'm
Tron.
gonna leave. I'm gonna just say this. New act. You don't have to answer back the question, but New asks you, do you think Crawford could stop Canelo? You said yes. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's caca. That shit not happening.
Woo!
Shit not happening, bro.
I didn't say it
This
would happen. I said
Let him
there's a
finish. Let
chance.
him finish. Onslaught. Let him
if
finish,
he
please.
even if Canelo put his hands behind his back and Crawford cocks back, pause, and throw a hook, he still can't knock him out. He couldn't hurt Magimov, nigga. He couldn't do that.
Thank you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Shakur, I don't give a fuck if he goes spar Shakur. It won't save him for the beat he's about to get. I promise you.
Why the fuck is he sparring Shakur?
He was sparring with Shakur. Crawford was way.
But why?
He sparred Shakur. Remember,
That's a
he
good
sparred
question.
Shakur for the Earl fight. If he fucked around and go try to spar Shakur, like Shakur is going to give him anything Canelo's going to give him, he will die.
Nah, Shakur's just teaching him how to run.
Well,
Yeah,
that's the
that's
thing
it.
is, that was the question that I wanted to ask because Shakur doesn't fight like Canelo.
Nowhere
Now,
near. So
now the
that's what
only
I'm
thing I
telling you.
want to add is a lot of these guys say whenever you have a conversation with them, and this is intended to nobody in particular, but this is just me saying this. When you have a conversation with somebody about boxing, and the first thing they say is, I box. And that's an insecurity of not having enough knowledge to talk about the topic. And so they
Exactly.
go, I box. And most of these guys, the only thing they know about box is delivering boxes. That's all they do.
Yeah.
They delivering boxes.
Are you talking about me, Noob?
You talking about I box. You taking a picture at the gym after getting your ass kicked does not make you a boxer.
It don't.
Type shit.
And I'm gonna say this.
But guys be so proud. I box. Well, take that Domino's box to the door, bitch. But don't sit up here and tell me I box. Like, no, don't
I
do that.
boxed. I
Don't
just
do
wasn't
that.
that
Look,
good.
look at this picture of me in the gym. Just because you're a meat rider of all these real fighters in the gym doesn't make you a boxer.
Exactly. And Andre Ward, whoever loves Andre Ward, he's a fuckhead. He doesn't know shit about boxing. He's the
fuck you
number
too,
one
noob.
dick rider in the planet. I'm gonna just say that right now. I don't like
Nah,
the
I'm just
nigga.
playing.
I don't like Andre Ward. Andre Ward is probably the biggest dick rider on the planet, bro.
Facts.
Likewise.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn,
Bro, I'll be
Tron.
honest,
Tron
bro.
dropping
Big
facts.
I kind of miss the confident weeboo onslaught.
And
Bro.
the only problem with that Tron about calling him the biggest meat rider on the planet is that Tim Bradley is holding an Omaha Glizzy in his hand right now as we speak.
Absolutely. He got nut on his face. He probably get nutted in his face 3 times a day.
Jesus Christ.
No lie.
Fuck
Them
that.
two niggas,
Jesus.
bro. I'm not gonna
Clavo
lie.
said that's how he liked the bitch.
And
Man,
I'm not gonna
Tron
lie.
don't hold back no punches.
Clarissa Shields, bro. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what type of I don't know how Crawford fucking these people.
The butt.
Bro, it's crazy to me, bro. Like
Tron.
I don't
Yo,
know.
Tron.
Bud, I don't
Tron.
know what Bud is a great fighter. Yeah.
Is it me or is he cutting out?
No.
He's
Go
cutting
ahead.
out.
Somebody had a question for
I'm
Tron.
right here.
Yo, Tron, bro. I said it, bro. Like, I feel the same way you feel, bro. I told any Crawford fan, I have 5K that he cannot stop Canelo, and nobody
Damn.
answered.
Onslaught, this is your chance, buddy.
know.
I didn't
5K.
say Crawford would stop him. I never said he would stop him. I said the fight will go the distance 100%. That's what I said.
Well, let's
Okay,
ask 5K for
and I
that.
just like to have another service announcement. I can't stand these meat riders when they say something and then they try to go back and say, I didn't really say that, but I said this,
didn't
but I
say
meant
it.
something else.
I
Like,
didn't say
I
it.
cannot stand meat riders who do that. Like,
Didn't say it.
that is disgusting. Like, if you're going to say something, stand on it, bitch.
He asked me
Yeah,
for
that's
the chance
it.
to
That's
respond
it.
whenever I
Hey,
get the chance.
what
And I did box. I just wasn't that good at it.
Onslaught.
What's up, partner?
No, not who said the fight going the distance? What's his name?
I said he
Onslaught.
will go the distance.
Onslaught.
Say Bud will stop him.
I ain't gonna lie, man. If you do box, bro,
Cockslot.
that's his name, right? The one that's gonna go the distance,
Onslaught,
right?
Onslaught, yeah.
Onslaught.
If you do box, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Keep training, bro. No disrespect. No disrespect,
Bro, not even
bro.
that. Keep studying, bro.
Keep studying, bro. Cause
Film.
once you look at it, bro, I'm telling you, bro. I don't get me wrong. I'm a big Earl Spence fan, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Y'all gonna laugh at me.
Makes a lot
No,
of
you
sense.
might ban me. You might ban me for what the fuck I'm about to say. But fuck it, I'm gonna say it. I was a big Deontay Wilder fan. But guess what?
Oh no,
I
bro!
Now,
Kick that
now
nigga
it
I
makes
out.
No,
learned
sense.
let him
boxing.
say it. Let him say it. Let
I
him say
learned
it.
Let him
boxing.
finish. I want to
I
hit
learned
this.
boxing, and guess what? After the years, I'm like, yo, this nigga's booty. He's ass, bro.
Oh,
He's
okay.
You
Now you're
learned.
good.
You learned.
But I
Nah, you
learned.
had me in the
You feel
first
me?
half. I'm
I
not gonna lie.
learned. I learned
So
that, yo, bro, it's more in the basket. Like right now, Alexander Usyk is damn near top 3, top 5 best heavyweight of all time. That's a fact. We can't. With certain things I learned, I'm like, yo, like I can't sit here and be like, oh my gosh, Crawford switch hitting is so amazing. He could stop Canelo. Canelo fought fucking Triple G 3 times, and he didn't die. He didn't die. Triple G knocked out everybody except Canelo.
Bro,
This
for
man was
8 years he was on a knockout win streak.
yes. And so for me
he was
now,
being
you
compared to
telling
Better
me,
BF too.
come on, bro, what better be? Come on, bro. That's what
So
y'all gonna tell me. That's why I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave, bro, because I'm about to get back on the clock, y'all boys. Noob, Onslaught, Real Talk Combat, Edgar, Round 105, Clavo, you're a real one. I be hearing you talk, you're a real nigga. Everybody on here, a real nigga.
I
Round 1,
appreciate it.
Prime X, everybody here, man. I appreciate y'all. I love how y'all keep the respect on this. That's why I joined. I subscribe to you, Noob. You've been a real one. I'm not gonna lie again. I used to follow some trash ass boxing pages and I was tripping, but I apologize, y'all.
This is one
That
of
was
them.
on me. I was a casual. I
Oh,
was a
that's
casual.
Who said that?
That's Nap. Hold on,
Yeah,
Nap. Hold on.
Of
Let
course
him
he
finish,
did.
Nap. Let him finish. We got
I'm
oh. Why'd
trolling
you
you,
invite him?
Bear.
coming
I'm
on here,
trolling.
coming on here and hearing everybody's perspective on boxing. Even if we don't agree, we could always respect one another. But who's
Except
the other
Noob,
guy
he
you got
doesn't
an
respect anybody.
argument with? Was it the guy from Chicago?
Southpaw.
Southpaw, fuck him. Nigga crazy.
He body bag Nuke.
Fuck him. Like he was very disrespectful. Y'all always kept it, respectful here.
He called Nuke out for lying.
Yeah, like
Nuke don't
Wait,
want
but
to talk
Southpaw from
about
Hold
that
on, hold
Chicago?
on,
though.
Nap. I'm gonna get to you in 1 second,
Nuke
Nap.
don't
Let him
want to
finish
talk
because he
about
got to go
that
back to work, Nap.
though.
but
So
everybody
I
here,
got you.
I wish everybody well today, man. Y'all boys be safe. Continue talking boxing talk. And after September 13th, I'm gonna come on here on live with a black suit on, and I'm gonna be like, I told y'all. I told y'all this.
Simone.
That's my
Everybody
woo,
have
brother
a great
Tron.
day. Be safe. Love y'all boys,
Tron.
man.
Hell
Be
yeah.
safe.
Shout out to
Stay
Tron,
down,
bro.
man.
All right,
Salute
Tron.
to you, Tron. Salute to you, Tron.
Bro, I like that nigga, bro.
I just like to welcome a few
That
other
guy's all right.
people. And Onslaught, I'm gonna let you respond. Onslaught, it just answers one question before I let you respond because I gotta
Well,
introduce these
before we do
people.
that,
Onslaught,
before
hold,
we
hold,
do
1 second, round
that,
one. 1 second, round one. I got something to say to you too because I heard what you said. Don't think I missed what you said.
what?
Don't think I missed what you said. Onslaught, hold on, bro. I'm talking to Onslaught. Onslaught, did I have my cape on right now?
You didn't save anybody, so not yet. You gonna turn
Damn,
the
I
sick with
wanted
Nuke
you to
though.
say da 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 da. All right, that's cool. All right, I'm gonna come right back to you. Round one, you said I don't respect anything. You don't respect your diet. Round 105. So watch your mouth.
Damn, this
And
guy over
so
here.
Hey, what you say? He
the
look like
next
Come on,
thing we got to get to is hold on. Primex, what's up, my brother? How you doing, Primex?
Not too bad,
Prim
but you
Hogan.
guys. Yeah.
Good, man.
Y'all hear me?
Good, man. What? So, man, I'm happy to have you. Is this your first time on the channel?
Yes, sir. First time, first time.
Absolutely. I'm ready to hear your takes and what you're thinking.
Mhm.
Nap. For everybody that don't know, this is Nap. Never ate pussy.
Yo.
So the guy, he's
Mhm.
really ready to come in here and talk his talk
Yeah.
and talk his shit.
IBFP International Canelo fanboys.
That's not what the letters even don't even say.
Exactly,
Oh my
bro.
god, fucking dumbass.
Hey,
Fucking guys.
so
Oh
crazy.
shit!
The
Yo,
fuck, bro?
yo, before you get started, Nap, I'm gonna just say before you do, I hope your mom and your dad dies.
I hope your
And
daughter dies.
Damn,
no,
bro.
whoa. That's fucked up, man. Hey, but I do gotta say this. I
Yo,
do gotta.
no, but Nuke, fuck, bro, this retard made me forget what I was about to say.
Bro, you're high again, ain't you?
This
He's
guy
high
over
as
here.
fuck.
Yeah, he is.
Bro,
Nap, what's your
fuck.
thoughts on Canelo Crawford, Nap? Who wins this fight?
I think Canelo wins, but I think you guys come on here way too much and talk about Canelo all the time. Like it's kind of getting pathetic at this point.
You already said that.
So hold on,
Respectfully,
wait a minute, Nap.
Respectfully,
One second,
Nuki Bear.
Nap. it's pathetic that we talk about Canelo too much. So you tune into a channel that you think talks about one thing. Then you click the link and you end up talking about it
No, like
yourself.
I sub to you because like I support. Obviously, like I'm not shitting on your channel, but it's like
You support me now.
Bro, I'm on here. Obviously, like I like your videos. I comment and watch.
But
like,
if I'm talking too much about Canelo, then why would you like my channel?
well, because it's
don't that
funny.
sound stupid?
It's funny. You're funny, but like it is like crazy. Like you
I
guys talk about Canelo.
I got a question.
Way
Who should he focus on then?
Well, like
If
there's
it's-
more boxers.
Well, that right now.
Who's
There's
the
more
boxers
boxers
on
not
right
talking
now,
about
other
Canelo.
boxers, bro.
Hold on, answer that real quick, Nap. What should be the biggest boxer that I should focus on right now? Because what I do is when people request that I make, hold on, Nap. When I do my lives and videos, people ask me for these things. So on Instagram, Twitter, all this stuff, it blows up.
Nuke, they ask every live to be about Canelo and David.
Is every live about Canelo, guys?
Yes, bro. Every live is about Canelo.
But if
not only that, we're talking about.
Didn't we live a whole of Tank Davis? Wasn't the live last about Tank Davis?
I don't even be on the live.
And the fucking Paul fight.
Now all of a sudden he said he don't even be on the live.
Exactly.
So hold on. So every live is about this, but then now I don't even be on all the lives.
I think he's secretly.
Bro, you so stupid and weak, bro. Shut your ass up.
Broken pathetic. You need to lock him.
What is so broken, so pathetic? Bro, this motherfucker on acid, bro.
Is this what we brought him in here for the live, for the chats, the super chats?
Hey, Nat, just cut your dick off and eat it, bro. You don't need it.
What, bro? What are you talking about? But
just cut your dick off and eat it. You don't need it.
Whatever, but yeah, Nuke, I
know you wanted it in the butt. I know.
Bro, chill out. Let me speak. You're so weird. But yeah, I got Canelo. I think
so stays fucking Brokeback Mountain Spence over here. Shut your ass up.
Why you thinking about some gay shit, bro? You're a weirdo.
You're a weirdo.
Oh God, you're a weirdo.
You're thinking about some gay shit.
The last time we had Napo and him and Onslaught got into it. I think Onslaught challenged him to a boxing match, but Nap ducked.
Canelo is not the best fighter out right now. That's active.
No, that's fine, Nap. That's fine. But I'm saying you ducked Onslaught, did you not?
Bro, Onslaught is an internet thug, bro. I don't take him serious.
I agree with that.
Like, come on, bro. Like, he just
real talking.
Onslaught, do you got any response to these allegations, Onslaught?
I mean, you know, I came here to talk boxing. We're talking about real talk combat. A dude who got arrested for stealing Twinkies, right?
I am a Rigo fan. How you know that?
Nap lives in his baby mama basement.
I don't even got kids.
Nah, he lives in his mama's basement. His mama, bro.
I don't even live in a house.
No, I'm not trying to go back and forth on.
Hold on, you watch your goddamn mouth. It was
that doesn't have anything to do with boxing. Real talk. I hope you have a good lawyer. You got Twinkies stuffed up, and you know.
No. It was
guys, who invited Johnny Somali here? It sounds like Johnny Somali over here. Shit.
What is he talking
arrested,
bro? I bullied Onslaught so bad.
I don't even eat Twinkies. What are you talking about?
Real talk.
He's not talking about you, dumbass.
Real talk got arrested.
Bro, I bullied that nigga Onslaught so bad he changed his whole profile. The dude was a whole fucking weeboo, and now he acts like he's a boxing
for stealing Twinkies.
Yeah,
is this guy Johnny Somali or something?
Like he's an internet thug.
Well, you
he's
got
like
bullied by a nigga who got
he's so eager to lose his life.
Are we doing this?
He's like itching to lose his life.
Okay. Hold on. And
you're so eager to lose your virginity.
All right, Nap. Hold on, Nap. From this point on, we're only focusing on boxing.
You're like
Nap.
40 years old, bro.
Hey, Nap. We're focusing on boxing from this point on. Dave the Barber, what's up, Dave? Dave,
how's it going, Nuke? What up? What up, boys? What up, boys?
What's up, Dave? Good to talk to you, my brother. How you feeling, my brother?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling like Turkey Al Sheikh definitely gave Crawford enough money for his funeral, man.
Damn.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I'm glad you're a barber because Nap need a lineup bad than a motherfucker.
Oh man, I'm tired.
I low-key do need a lineup. I can't even lie.
It's just looking crazy. He looking like Spence after the accident. That's how fucked up he looking.
I got guys in the barbershop.
Bro, go die somewhere else, bro.
I'm just getting high, bro. Leave me alone, bro.
Go die on your own, bro. Go die on your own. Ain't trying to hear that shit.
Yo, let Dave talk.
Hold on. Let Dave talk. Let Dave talk.
Well, now that you know Tank Davis is about to fight this guy.
Go.
So I still got clients that still say that Tank Davis might be next for Canelo. Who knows?
No way.
Is he really getting 200 million?
Delusional, bro.
No.
He ain't getting 200 million.
Fight anybody not named David Benavidez. We know this, bro.
It's all about the money.
Come on now.
I don't think
you're gonna be able to-
Nuke be like, what did David do? What did Berlanga do? What did Munguia
Bro, you
do?
sound like you've been huffing gas, bro.
I will say, yo, Nap,
Benavidez.
what
I don't
boxer
know.
do you enjoy like watching?
Oh, my favorite boxers?
Yeah.
Shit, like Keyshawn Davis. I like
Wait, hold
Sabrina
on now.
Matias. Wait,
Hold on now.
Wait, bro.
Hold on, everybody.
Let me
Didn't Keyshawn
speak.
Davis said he's not going to fight Andy Cruz?
Yep.
Yeah, we've been over
And he
that.
said he's not going to fight Shakur Stevenson.
Bro,
Like a
okay.
bitch.
Nuke,
So you out
Nuke,
here
you already know.
supporting coochies?
Nuke,
Bro,
the only
you
reason he's
support
saying that is
Canelo.
because he looks like him, bro. He looks like Keyshawn.
You look
That's
like a
why
broke Keyshawn, bro. Like, what the fuck you doing?
Hold up. Okay, I like Sabrina Matias, Keyshawn Davis. That's about it. Probably
Black
Richardson.
But there's no way those are your favorite boxers.
I like
Bro,
on
Nap,
return
Nap is a
right now.
BBC fighter, bro.
How am I?
I don't-
What the fuck?
Yo, bro.
Let me think. Who else would be on that list?
Terrence Crawford, Andre Ward.
No, that's like I never really watched them like that. They're kind of boring.
So like Usyk.
I like
so Nap-
Inoue. I like
Nap,
Inoue.
you like Sabrina Matias?
Yeah, I love Sabrina Matias.
Who did he get his first title from? And what belt was it?
I have no idea. Couldn't really tell you.
Body bag.
Dumbass.
Body bag.
Jeremiah Ponce, the
Hey, we seen
IBF
these guys
dumbass.
coming.
I
Body
can't
bag.
like Sabrina. Wait, I can't like him because I don't know who he won his first belt from.
When
What
you
the
like
fuck
a
kind of-
fighter, that means you follow the fighter. You see who he fights, who he
I
gets
don't
belts
suck
off
his
of.
fucking
That shit is
dick
simple.
like you,
Brokeback
faggot.
Mountain, Lil Yachty.
No, bro.
Brokeback
Nap, you
Mountain,
just
Lil
a casual,
Yachty.
bro.
Okay,
Yeah.
Clivo, I have a life.
Suck
bro.
my cock, bro.
I
Suck my
have a
cock from the
life.
back.
I have
From the
actually
back.
like life, like I actually
Nah,
do stuff.
living at your mama basement isn't
I
a
don't
life,
even
man. You gotta
live. I
grow
don't
out
even
of
have
it.
a basement. What are you
Bro, that's
talking
what I'm saying, bro.
about?
Hold on, Nap. Hold on, Nap.
He lost to
We
Liam
give you
Pyro.
enough attention on this. Hold on. I need to let Onslaught respond to everybody because everybody wanted Onslaught. I'm a man of my word. Shout
Oh,
out to
yeah,
you,
run that
Onslaught.
shit.
Thanks for being patient, Onslaught. I
I'm a
appreciate it.
casual for like
And
an
then we got to get to that debate, man. We got to get to that
Like,
We got to
debate.
get to that
kinda-
debate too. So, Onslaught, you can respond, and then we can
Like
start
what,
ending all
bro?
debates.
All right.
This doesn't make any sense.
All right.
Can you let him talk, dude? Shut the fuck up.
All right. Okay. I gotta go at everybody. Let me start with the dude who.
Nah, you ain't got to go at me, bro.
right,
You
I'm
ain't got to
gonna-
respond to mine.
I'm gonna just start.
Nah,
to
you
the
ain't got to
dude who-
respond to mine either.
I'm gonna start to the dude who steal Twinkies. Right. Real talk.
What's up, little girl?
His
The guy with
point
the
was-
murder around his.
His point was that Canelo fighting Munguia and him fighting Berlanga, you can't base it off of that because Berlanga was too big. He was moving around, and he made the point that Berlanga was running from Canelo. And then when
There
I
you
asked
go.
him,
Now you were talking a whole
like,
bunch of dumb shit. That's what I
can I
said.
can I speak?
Yeah.
just make
Give
sure
him the
you're
floor.
speaking
Give him
what
the
I
floor.
said,
Real
though.
talk. Hold on. Real talk. Eat a dick. All
No,
right,
I
there
know.
you go.
I don't mind. Just make sure you're actually
Eat a
saying
Twinkie.
what I said.
He said he don't mind. Oh my god.
To eat a
I
dick?
He
didn't go,
said
Onslaught. I
eat a
apologize, Onslaught.
Twinkie.
All right. Okay. What I was saying was he made the claim that Berlanga ran from Canelo. I asked him to point out in the fight where it happened, and he's saying, "Oh, I can't tell you that. You made the claim, Goofy.
I never said I couldn't tell you that.
You made the claim, Goof Troop. You're supposed to point it out." But it's okay. Berlanga didn't run from Canelo. He stood in front of him the whole time, and that's why
Okay.
he got his ass dropped. But Canelo didn't stop him though.
Wait,
So
Nuke,
what's
can I ask you something?
No,
him finish.
motherfucker, let them finish.
Chill out,
No.
Clive. I wasn't talking to you. bro.
Doesn't
Like,
matter, motherfucker. You hear them debating, man. Shut your
You
ass
like
up.
men, bro. I say the guy you like boys.
Nah, be quiet.
But-
So what I was saying was, every single time I point out an opponent that Canelo had a chance to knock out, you just make up some excuse like, "Oh, he carried Munguia." What? 12 rounds. Munguia stood in front of him. He dropped him. I'm saying that Canelo doesn't have the tenacity to finish his opponents anymore. He used to. The Canelo that you saw when he fought Caleb Plant, where he hit Caleb Plant with that left hook and then put him down. Caleb Plant got back up. He rushed at him. Canelo doesn't do that anymore. I think it's because he lacks the tenacity. Whatever, maybe it's another reason, but he doesn't do it anymore. That's just a fact. And Mr. Real Talk, dude who steal Twinkies, he want to talk about how Berlanga, he went the distance with Canelo. So it's not the same thing as Crawford because he's moving up. Charlo went the distance with Canelo too, and you're gonna say Charlo ran from Canelo. I just recently watched.
Charlo didn't run?
Hey, listen, bro. Put a Twinkie in your mouth, bro. Listen.
Are you saying Charlo didn't run?
Well, hold on. Real talk. Let him finish. Let
me finish. I just recently rewatched the fight. Charlo was there to be hit. He was there to be hit all 12 rounds, and guess what? Canelo hit him all 12 rounds.
No.
When you say that Canelo only beat Charlo because of his power or Charlo was scared of his power, you're discrediting Canelo's skills. Canelo beat Charlo because he was a better fighter. He outboxed him. That's what he did. When you beat somebody for 12 rounds, you outbox them.
I have
I'm
a
saying
point
there's
for
a
that. Though.
possibility that Canelo could outbox Crawford, not just brutally knock. You guys are all discrediting Canelo's skill. You're saying that Canelo's winning just by KO. Out of all the guys he fought in the last 5 years, he couldn't knock him out. The first guy's Bud just because he's moving up, but he couldn't knock out Charlo. That logic doesn't make any sense. So Canelo, he's not fighting that way anymore. It's a different version of Canelo Alvarez. I never said that the fight's gonna that Crawford's gonna knock him out or that Canelo's gonna knock him out. It's gonna go to distance. Mark my words. And all these dudes talking tough like the other goof troop, Tron. That dude talking super crazy. Guaranteed, if Bud wins the fight, he'll deactivate. He won't show up. Guaranteed. All of these dudes here who's talking crazy. If Bud wins this fight, everybody's deactivating. This is gonna be
Okay,
up on the stream by himself.
Oh, hold on. I do got to assist on slide. You think that, let's say Canelo get the brakes beat off of him. I'm talking about fucked up for 12 rounds on slide. Maybe Canelo wins 2 rounds. But really, Bud is just making it look easy. And everybody's shocked. Everybody's stunned.
Nuke.
I go on live stream. Do you think the panel's going to be full that day on
We'll
slide?
still be here.
Nuke, if that happens, mark my words, you will be the only person in the stream. And some
I'll
people
still be
on this
here.
panel
Claw will still be here.
I'll be here.
On slide, when I drop the link, will it just be me and you?
Mark my words.
Damn.
Yeah.
If Bud
No, I think
I
think Canelo's gonna outbox
Alright,
and body bag
Nuke, you
Crawford.
mind if I
It's not
respond
even
right
gonna
quick?
be close.
If Bud wins,
Wait,
absolutely none of these dudes will show up.
Yeah,
Mark
yeah,
my
you're
words.
just repeating yourself. Are you
Wait,
done?
hold on, guys.
Hold on. Can Real Talk respond real quick on slide?
Go ahead.
Or you okay? He said he's cool.
Okay,
Let me respond real quick.
You're telling me about Canelo's tenacity and he doesn't run at them. That's fair. That's fair. However, what I will say is with Edgar, with Munguia, with Ryder, you know what I'm saying? Even with Triple G, Canelo didn't have the same motivation that he has going into this Crawford fight. What you yourself have to recognize is that Canelo's entire legacy and entire career is on the line. If he loses to a Crawford, or even lets it be competitive, they're gonna shit on Canelo. They're going to discredit his entire career. So Canelo understands that. Canelo's not stupid. I don't know how dumb you think he is, but he hears what y'all are saying. He hears all this shit about, oh, he's on the back 9 and he's slow. He's at the end of his career. He's just cherry picking, easy fights. He hears these things. He's not stupid, bro. He's barely speaking English now, but he's not dumb, dog. So
hold on
he
one
has a
second,
whole
Real
new
Talk.
motivation
Hold
going
on
into
one
this
second, Real
fight.
Talk. I hate to interrupt you, but sometimes I see something so funny I can't even stop, man. Eden
Solomon,
says
what is it?
on cock instead of on slot is talking crazy today.
I
thought
feel
that
like
was
I've
fucking
heard this
hilarious.
conversation like
That's
50
fucking
times,
crazy.
bro. Watching this stream, I feel like I've heard this conversation 50
Then
times.
leave.
It's like
All right,
it's
Nap,
like this.
shut the
No,
fuck
no,
up.
no.
Nobody's
That
talking to
makes
you.
perfect.
But
Hold on,
Nuke,
keep.
wait, Nuke, but you said that Canelo. Wait, hold up, bro. This is so funny because you're such a liar. You're such a liar.
Do we got Patrick on this
Wait,
live
bro,
or what?
shut up, bro. You always
You do sound like
talk.
Patrick.
You're like the
Patrick
loudest
Stewart.
person on the stream, dude. Shut up,
Bro, you're the
sometimes.
retardedest person on this stream,
All
bro.
right, good for me.
I bet you
Good
got
for
your shirt
me.
off right now.
All right,
I bet you
but
got your
Nuke,
shirt off right now.
bro, shut
Hold
up.
on, Nap. Let
You want
Real
me to
Talk
have my
combat.
shirt off so bad. You're
Hold
so
on,
No, I
Hold
don't,
on, Nap.
motherfucker.
Let Real Talk say what he got to say real quick
Wait,
because
wait,
he
wait,
was
wait.
in the
Can I
middle of
wait?
something and I
Okay,
interrupted.
No,
let him
Nap,
finish.
shut the
I'll let
fuck
him
up.
You guys are so gay.
All right, are you done?
He's done.
Out. Shut the fuck up.
Faggot.
All right, as I was saying, Canelo has a way different motivation going into this fight. And I think you really want to ignore that and you really want to make it seem like I don't know what you want to make it seem like actually. Well, you think Crawford is another Berlanga, another Munguia, another fucking rider that he's just gonna go through the motions with? Is that what you're thinking? Because
You want me
I
to
don't.
respond?
I don't know why you would bring in a boots to your camp if you're not taking this fight seriously, if you're not actually going for the gusto and going to go knock him out. Because this guy's
You want me to
talking
respond?
crazy. He's talking about how he's pushing you back and how he's the boss of this fight. Okay, you want to talk about the plant shit? You know what happened before they fucking fought, right? Yeah, Canelo slapped the shit out of him. You know what happened with Billy Joe Saunders? Canelo couldn't stand that dude. This is a completely different Canelo because it's a different level of motivation going into this fight. There's
How do
Yeah,
much
you
I,
more
know
on the
that? You're
line
just
than just his
assuming that,
motivation.
bro.
no, that's a good
You know
point.
that?
But
Hey,
I
Nuke, can I
think the
respond?
bigger
Shut up.
point, I think
Can I
He's
respond to
just
that?
I think the
assuming
bigger
shit.
point is
Let
that
him
after
respond.
they all fought Canelo, they all switched up their styles. Like they were not fighting how they usually fight.
That's
All,
very
and
true.
especially after they got knocked down. So
That's very true.
I would just love
let
to
me
respond.
respond this
All right, go ahead,
onslaught.
Oncock.
No,
Bro,
hold on.
you
Before
gotta
we
get
respond,
way
Onslaught,
of the explore out
So
of the
his
comment
so his
section,
hold
bro.
point,
on, Onslaught. Why would I listen to you when you got the whole Tank
bro. I don't
versus
really care
Roach
what you talk
thing?
about. I'm talking real talk, bro. You just as big as him. You weigh 280
Damn.
pounds.
He's
That's
just
fine,
going
brother.
in,
Nice, nice, nice,
bro.
baby girl.
Okay, get your weight down 80 pounds,
Did,
nigga.
Oh my
did I
god.
Goofy.
did I mention?
You know what's
Did I
funny,
make fun
Nuke?
of
It's
you?
always the scrawny little boys built like fucking middle schoolers that want to talk about somebody's weight. I bet you that dude
Hey,
ain't fucking
bro.
above
Hey,
5'7".
bro. Real talk.
Talking all
Real
that
talk.
shit,
I'll
bro. You
fucking
built like
beat
a
your
middle
ass,
schooler,
boy.
dog.
Real talk. You
Beat
Okay,
said
your
but
Talking
ass.
about
Nuke, why did you lie? You said Canelo never requested the fucking franchise belt, bro. But there's like literally video of Maurice Suleiman saying that he did.
Is there really?
Why did you
Can I
lie about
respond to
that?
Who's
Why do
talking
you
about
talk
that?
like this?
Nuke
You
was
fucking
lying.
idiot.
Why
Nap.
are you guys being so mean?
Your whole
Bro, he's
fucking voice
smoking
and
crack,
persona
bro.
is
That ain't
annoying, yo.
that ain't no blunt, bro. That's crack right there, bro.
No, because
Hold on,
it's
Nap,
just
Nap,
I'm
Nap.
just laughing
Hold
because
on,
it's just
Nap.
like
I'm
unnecessary.
just
Hold on,
laughing
Nap.
because
Hold
I
on,
don't
Nap.
even know what's happening.
Yeah,
Hold on.
yeah, Nuke. Keep
Hold on,
going.
one second. Clavo, didn't Nap come on here and said all I do is talk about Canelo, and then he comes on here and start trying to talk about
The whole
Canelo?
He's literally talking
Exactly.
about
conversation is
Canelo.
about
He
Canelo. What are
complains
you
about you
talking
bringing up
about?
Hey,
Canelo stuff,
fellas.
I'm
but he's
just
bringing
adding
one
to
up
the
It's
at the
not
same
like
fucking
Nap
conversation.
is
time.
trying to start a conversation. One, he's
Bro,
lying. Two,
what do
he's
you
trying to start a
mean? What
conversation
do you
about something
mean?
completely off topic that don't even matter.
You
Nap
were
would
talking
prefer we
about
talk about
It's
Canelo.
other
okay,
I
Nap.
people.
brought up Canelo. Bro, the only thing you guys talk about on the
Nap,
stream is
hold on,
Canelo.
Nap.
You
Hold on,
too
Nap.
stupid and how to debate right now, bro. You need to come over here when you sober, for real.
Come back when you're sober,
Real
Nap.
shit, bro.
All right, Nap, you are the weakest link.
Damn.
Facts.
So
So can
you
I
have to
respond now?
roll out. And look, and we're
Nah, good
talking.
on you, Nuke.
Hold on. Fuck that. We're having a real good boxing debate with Onslaught, real talk, and round 105 getting his weight down. This is what we're trying to talk about
Yeah,
here.
that's what it is.
And
That's
so
what it
you
is.
Yeah,
guys don't realize all of this shit is nothing but entertainment for me and Clavo. All
it
right.
is.
So now let's get back to the topic, fellas. Damn.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm.
Now let me respond to what this goof troop just okay, so this is what he said.
Go
He
ahead,
said that
Oncock.
he said Canelo's motivation is the reason why we're gonna see something different in this fight. Right? I agree. We will see probably a better version of Canelo than what we've seen recently. But just because he's motivated, it doesn't mean that he's immediately going to change his style and then go back to the old Canelo where he's trying to stop you and just rush Bud and put him to sleep. Why would Canelo do that?
No,
Canelo
I
doesn't-
think.
Hold
I
on,
think.
bro. Hold on.
No, go ahead, bro.
Canelo doesn't need to stop Bud. He doesn't need to. Y'all are discrediting his skills. Canelo should be able to outbox him for 12 rounds. Why can't he do
You
that?
did that to Charlo and you discredit that.
I didn't. When did I ever discredit that?
Hey,
Oh,
Yo,
was that a
Damn,
body?
bro, that's a
Wait,
yeah,
when did I ever
you did.
discredit that though? Point it out.
that's a body.
Mr. Goofy. When did I ever?
You alluded to
Nah,
it
no
by
problem. I'm
saying
When did
that
I
he
ever
didn't stop
say?
him.
When did I ever say Canelo got no credit for?
You're
No,
literally
no, but you
discrediting him by
you
saying
kind
he
of
Can I
didn't
alluded
speak?
stop
to
him.
it.
Nuke, can I speak real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, and Nuke, you say you unbiased, but you won't put the body bag thing when I say this. I literally am giving Canelo more credit for Charlo. I literally said that you guys are the ones discrediting Charlo by saying Canelo made him run because of his power, and I said Canelo outboxed him for 12 rounds. That's literally what I said.
How's that
I'm giving
discrediting
Canelo
though?
more credit for his skill rather than his power. I'm saying he won because
No, you said that he didn't
let me
stop
finish.
his last 5
No,
opponents.
no. I said Canelo outboxed Charlo
Yeah, it's a body
for 12
bag.
rounds.
Why do you have to lie to kick it, bro?
Did I go back to the stream? I literally just said Canelo
Bro,
outboxed
you ain't
Charlo
gotta
for
lie to
12
kick it
rounds.
here, bro.
Did I not
You
say
said
that?
he hasn't. You said
Did
he
I
hasn't
not
stopped
say,
anybody.
no, answer my question. Did I not say Canelo outboxed Charlo for 12 rounds? Did I not say that? Yes or no?
Did you
Onslaught,
not repost the whole
Answer the
fucking Ring
question.
magazine clip
Answer
of
the
oh,
question.
Canelo hasn't
Answer
stopped
the
his last 5
question.
opponents? Do you
Answer the
think he'll stop
question.
Bud?
Answer the question. You're talking about Canelo's power. I'm talking about his skill. I'm saying Canelo could beat Crawford with his skill, not his power. That's what I'm saying. So answer my question. Did I not
That's
give
not what we're
Canelo?
talking about,
Answer
little
my
girl.
question. Answer my question. You said I discredited Canelo on Charlo. Did I not say Canelo outboxed Charlo for 12
I
rounds?
genuinely don't care what you say,
Hey,
bro.
Nuke,
That's
you're
the
gonna put up
thing.
the body bag emoji or what? I'm waiting for it.
So
I
wait,
said
wait a
though
minute.
too.
Hold on. I want to understand the body bag. So you're giving Canelo credit for outboxing Jermell
More
Charlo,
credit.
who was uninterested in fighting Canelo.
He outboxed him. He made
He
him
did
run.
outbox him, but two things can be true at the same time. Canelo outboxed Charlo because Charlo ran and did not even want to participate in the fight. He fought to survive. Is that a fair
Facts.
statement?
Yeah, he fought
Facts.
to survive, but at the same time, what
So
made
he
him
did run.
survive?
So he
Not
fought
just
to
the power.
survive. So how is that a body bag?
It's not just the power though. It's not
I
just
think
the power.
everybody
the
knows
power
that
is
though.
literally
I
what
think
got him on
It's
everybody
his
not
knows
just the
that.
power.
I,
If you
I
just
think
have
I think
power,
it's safe to
and
say that the power actually is why
it's not.
the
No,
fight
no,
went the way
I'm
it
gonna be
went.
fair. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be fair. You know, he did outbox him. I'm gonna go with
Yes.
that. I'm gonna give him the body.
Thank you.
Damn.
Oh, so you're saying
Thank you.
his feints and
Hey, you
his
got body bag. back,
his
bro.
feints
Thank
and
you,
his
Newton.
jabs are what was
That's a
making
body
Charlo
bag
run,
for you,
right?
bud.
That's a body bag for me. I gave it to.
Well,
I gave it to.
congratulations, girl. I'm proud of you, bro. As your father, I'm very proud of you.
Hey, get a good lawyer for your Twinkie case, bro.
Okay,
Hey.
just make sure you post some weeaboo shit next time, bro.
Just get a good lawyer for your Twinkie
Just
case, bro.
stop running from who you are. You're an anime little girl.
You got to get a good
But
lawyer.
wait, hold on.
You
But
weigh 600 pounds.
Edgar, not Edgar. Onslaught. You were so confident, like you were right now, about Tank fighting Roach, and he wasn't gonna duck, and look what happened. So
What does that have to do with Canelo and Crawford?
No.
You got to get body bag too.
you gotta be
What it
good.
has to do is you don't know what you're
What does
talking
it have to
about.
do with Canelo? And Crawford? We all get things wrong all the time. What's the point?
Not as much as
You could be
you.
wrong in this situation as well.
I can, and I'll
Yo,
admit I'm wrong.
I'll ask Onslaught a question. You box, right?
Bro, listen, Nuke we just asked that question earlier. Why you
Yeah.
want to repeat it?
No, I joined late. But the question, like what I was gonna say, do you fight every opponent you fight the same way?
No.
Yeah, there's different styles you use, right?
Body bag.
So like as you're going up through the divisions, my point that I was gonna make was I'm tired of like all these like analysts and stuff saying Canelo's like a blocky fighter. And it's just the style he had to pick up while fighting these bigger dudes. Now that he's gonna be fighting a smaller dude in Crawford, I think honestly he's gonna switch up his style. I think all the training videos, all that stuff has been showing.
Okay. How is going to switch up style? What's going to be new in this fight, Mr.
Just
Prime
more
X?
elusive, more movement, more. You know what I'm saying?
He's working on that too.
So you're saying Canelo will move more?
Speed Nello. We call him Speed Nello.
No,
I'm saying comparatively to the big guys he's fighting, Berlanga's, comparatively like how he's just walking them dudes down. I think he's gonna walk down Crawford as well, but just in a different way.
Break it down. How is he gonna walk him down in a different way? What needs to be different? Crawford's smaller. He should be putting on even more front foot pressure on Crawford.
I think it's gonna be more jab usage, more what's it called, breaking down, cornering him on the ropes and just putting the work in.
But that's
especially body work.
But that's what Canelo does in all his fights. What are you talking about? In his most recent fights, Canelo puts more emphasis on putting pressure on, putting them in the ropes, hitting their shoulders, and then going to the body. He does that in all of his fights.
I think what he's saying Onslaught is that Canelo Alvarez is going to have an emphasis on speed, attack, swiftness. He's going to be more agile in this fight.
Because he's not going to be scared to get. He's not going to be scared of getting hit by some.
He was looking more for a war to please the fans. In this fight, he's not looking for a war. He's looking to go get Crawford, but he understands to get Crawford is going to be very different from having to get Munguia. Munguia is going to be there that wants to go back and forth and trade. But then when you look at a guy like Crawford and his team have already said they're going to use their feet. They've already faster than him. He's going to be moving nonstop because they don't want Canelo to attack him. So they're fighting for a decision while Canelo Alvarez is going to have to be more quicker, more elusive, more agile than he had to be against any of those other guys because Crawford's moving up. He's naturally faster than everybody's Canelo's been fighting. Do you understand?
I got a question.
W Super
okay.
Nuke.
Hey, Mr. Super Nuke did good. He did good. Prime X, did Canelo look elusive against William Skull?
How big is William Skull?
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot harder fight when you're fighting a dude that much bigger. I don't know if you've ever sparred or fought a dude bigger than that.
I'm just saying
that's moving around like that.
William Skull uses movement, right? Which is what I guess they're saying Crawford's gonna do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm saying, did Canelo look elusive against that guy?
Do you know what elusive means?
But it's a completely different fight because.
Well, hold on. Do you know what elusive means?
Yo, can you just answer the question, please?
That guy was first of all, that guy was not only just running, but he was also getting caught by a guy like that is completely different from being caught by a dude like Crawford.
Yes or no?
Was he being elusive?
You're misusing the word elusive, bro.
No.
That was not elusive.
Because Canelo Alvarez did not. Hold on. I just say this. Canelo Alvarez did not look great. Hold on. Canelo didn't look great against William Skull, but he easily won the fight.
Yes.
It was 12-0 Canelo. William Skull didn't win one round.
Well, he was not elusive. He was running.
I'm just asking you, did he look elusive? Okay, that's
all. Canelo didn't know what elusive means. Not in that fight, no.
Did who look elusive?
Why does Canelo need to be elusive? He's coming towards him.
Hey, listen,
dumbass.
Prime X.
Yeah, go ahead.
Prime X literally said that Canelo will try to look more elusive in this fight.
Yes, because
let me finish. Can I finish, please? Can I finish?
I think he's just gonna look more active, bro. That's what I'm trying to say.
Bro, can I please speak?
Go ahead.
You said that Canelo will look more elusive in this fight. Yes or no? Did you not say that?
Yeah, that was just one of the
IBFT
things I
that
listened
point
to.
that Crawford will come to be constantly moving. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Terrence, was William Skull constantly moving? Yes or no?
Yes.
You see how I'm stringing the logic together, right?
Yeah,
did Canelo look elusive?
But different size fighters, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest point right there.
My point is.
Hold on, let him finish, man.
My point is, Canelo shouldn't be looking to try to look elusive against somebody who's coming to move. That makes no sense. Moving is being elusive.
Well, we don't know how Crawford's gonna fight.
Are we gonna ignore?
Let me finish.
Are we gonna ignore the fact that?
Let me tell you why he got
Yeah, but also,
yo,
I'll
I'm
say one thing, bro.
I'm debating 5 different Viva Mexico Cabronas at the same time. Let me get one at a time.
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on. So what I'm saying, he's gonna be like faster. He's gonna have more speed. He's not gonna be looking as blocky as he did with the William Skull fight.
He'll be looking to pressure Crawford, yes or no?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, that's all I want to know. He's gonna be putting more pressure on Terrence Crawford. He's not gonna be trying to look elusive. That makes no sense. Maybe
he needs to not be flat.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
More agile. He needs to be
exactly.
more
Yeah,
exactly.
Hold on. But there's 2 different ways of being a pressure fighter.
I got you, Onslaught. Listen, because you're misusing the word elusive. I think both of you are.
He is. I didn't bring that word up.
You actually don't know what the word elusive
I didn't bring that word up.
Because why would Canelo need to be elusive when he's chasing a fighter?
You goofy. That's what that's my whole
but
point.
like I'm talking about in the pocket when he's in there with Crawford, I think he's gonna be able to let's bring up
flip shots. So
exactly,
you still want to be elusive.
You can be harder to hit.
Hold on. Let me just clear this up because this is a misconception. You can be a mover, but at the same time, you're going to need to land something to try to win the fight. So obviously, Terrence Crawford is going to try to double up his jab on Canelo Alvarez, try to keep distance. Canelo Alvarez needs to be elusive in slipping those shots where he can get in, go to the body, come up top, do different things. He does need to slip shots. Therefore, be elusive to some degree. He can't get hit with every single shot that Terrence Crawford throws, even though he's going to be moving. Guys know how to fight in different ways, even with movement. That's a part of boxing.
And you know what? I would argue, you know what? Yes, Canelo did look more elusive in that Skull fight because Skull threw damn near twice as many punches and still didn't land as many as fucking Canelo did. So yeah, Canelo was more elusive, dumbass.
That's a body bag.
That's a real body bag.
Hold on. We got a body bag for the 300-pound Twinkie in the room. Salute to my brother.
You heard me? That's a real body bag, my son.
Yo, how's that body bag? I didn't even get to.
Hold on. We know that the Skull fight was fixed. Right?
Goofy. Hey,
the Skull fight was fixed.
How that a body bag? I didn't even get to respond to it.
It was an excellent point. Didn't matter what you say to respond. You still got cooked on that one point. But yes, you can still respond.
Okay.
Hey guys, I'm gonna take off. So just later, guys, have fun, and I'll be on the next live for sure.
105. Don't act like we didn't hear the dinner bell, bro. But it's okay. Go ahead.
No, I got biology, bro. I got biology class, right?
It's not biology just because you're dissecting a burger, bro. Go ahead.
This guy over here.
Go ahead, bro. It's
How to
okay,
eat
bro.
101.
Guys.
Okay, can I respond real quick?
All right, wait.
Hold on. Are we gonna
go ahead, Onslaught? Go ahead, Onslaught.
Lose that fight?
Point, which apparently body bagged me. He said that Canelo looked elusive against Skull just because Skull didn't land that much. Canelo, Skull's landing rate, his accuracy on Canelo has less to do with Canelo's elusiveness and more to do with the fact that he was fighting on the back foot. And if you're fighting on the back foot for 12 rounds, you're gonna land less because you're not fighting offensively. But it's
that wasn't even the back foot. He was literally just running that entire fight.
He was fighting on a bicycle.
Okay, he was running.
Yeah,
perfect.
exactly.
That's the even better point. If you're running, you're not fighting offensively. You're gonna land less no matter what. Nobody's running and then having a high punch rate in any fight in the history of boxing. So thank you for that point, Mr.
That's not a good argument.
That's not a good counter argument because Skull threw twice as much and wasn't able to land nearly as much as Canelo was.
He was throwing while running.
Canelo
elusive.
Statistically, real talk combat makes the most sense. If somebody that throws more, double the shots that you've thrown, and you weren't able to land at the same rate he was, that really speaks a lot.
No, I'm gonna
to
tell you why that's false.
That is a body bag, my child.
No, it's not. I'm gonna tell you why that's false statistically. Because you have to understand the context of how they're throwing and why they're throwing. If you're throwing while
doesn't
running,
matter why he was throwing.
It doesn't matter why or how they're throwing.
Can I at least finish my point, please?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. If you're throwing while running, you're not throwing with the intention to land. You're throwing with the intention to keep him away. If you're throwing with pressure, you're throwing with intention to land. Who had intention to land more punches in that fight? Canelo or Skull? Obviously, Canelo, he's the one putting the pressure on. So that's why.
No.
That's true.
Skull
that's
is throwing more, and he's
throwing more.
It doesn't matter whether or not he's trying to paw him off or keep him away from him. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
He wasn't able to land those shots. Those are fucking punches thrown.
Okay.
If you're not landing them, then he's being elusive.
That's a body, bro.
What fight? No,
bro,
that's a body. There's just no way around it, bro.
There is a way around it. I'm about to break it down. Listen,
bro, you gotta accept defeat sometimes on slot. You didn't win that one.
I'm still talking though. If Show me one single fight where a guy is running and then he has a higher accuracy rate than the guy who's putting on pressure. It doesn't.
What about the
happen
Charlo fight?
Charlo did not have a higher accuracy rate than Canelo. You just body bag yourself.
That's what I'm saying, jackass. He was more
that's
elusive
my
in that
point.
fight.
That's my point.
Oh my goodness.
Now
That's my
you're slow, bro.
Real talk is on one today.
Real talk is literally proving my point. I'm saying
No,
you
he's
can't have
not.
a higher. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. my bad. You literally prove.
Wait, is your argument that elusive fighters aren't accurate? Or
I'm saying you can't have a
Yeah, go
high
ahead.
accuracy while you're running, and you can't prove that in any fight in history.
Well, regardless, bro,
I don't
that's
know,
William
man. You can
Scott's-
look at
that's
like
William Scott's fault, bro. You know,
Those trash, bro.
the bigger guy,
Those are trash, man.
the more fit guy is gonna fucking keep running from the smaller guy. That makes it even worse.
I'm not saying it's whose fault it is. I want somebody in this panel to prove to me one single fight where somebody who was running had a high accuracy rate. You can't. That's a body bag.
No,
Where's
it's
it at?
not.
Where's it
I
at on the
agree.
screen?
I agree to that.
Okay, thank you. Where's the body bag at? I don't see it. Nuke, where's it
If
at?
you agree, I'll give it to you. So I'm gonna give it to
No,
you.
I mean, I'm not. Hey, I'm just gonna say, like, I mean, you'd have to go back and look at CompuBox numbers, but you could fucking maybe pick and choose any of like Floyd's last 10 fights, and he probably threw less than anyone else. The one off the top of my head right now is Maidana. Maidana. He threw less punches but won.
Fight.
Hey, Nuke, I got a different.
I think active versus accuracy. Is
Oh, you gotta run off.
Hold on. One second. One second.
Solid as T.
Are you finna check out real quick, Onslaught?
Yeah. I can't talk really loud over here. I'm gonna be back.
Okay, he'll be back. Onslaught always come back. Salute, Onslaught.
All right.
Just hit the link when you come back, bro.
Yep.
I want to welcome a couple other guys, Edgar Rivera and my brother Hamed. Edgar first, what's good with you, my brother? How you doing?
Pretty good, brother. Just got off of work, bro.
Man, what do you think about everything that everybody's been saying, the Canelo Bud situation? You got any comments off the top of the dome?
Honestly, bro, damn, I'm just tripping about people, tripping over Ennis going over to Canelo's camp, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's my whole point, because I've been listening to like Ring IQ and all them, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why the fuck are they tripping? Like, this coach shit and all that stuff. And I'm like, man, like, that's out the window, bro. Like, this ain't a jailhouse. We talking about boxing.
Exactly. I agree with you, man. It shouldn't be an issue for Boots Ennis to spar with Canelo. That's not an issue.
To me, I just feel like Ennis is getting, going to class with Canelo, bro. That makes you a better fighter. To me.
And he's getting paid. He's getting experience. And then if Terrence Crawford is good enough to beat Canelo, the Boots Ennis sparring should be nothing.
Exactly. But what I've also seen about Canelo, man, he looking a little slim. It looking like he moving a little more. What I'm hearing is that he's working on his speed. So I'm like, I feel like we're gonna see the Canelo that fought Danny Jacobs, and I'm like, oh God.
My brother Edgar's in an electrical storm. He's in an electrical storm real quick. Let me go to my brother Hamed. Hamed, what's good with you, Hamed?
Yes, Nuke, man. It's been a while. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, man. How are you doing first off, Hamed?
I'm good, man. Thanks.
Good. Break it down to me, man. Talk to me.
I listen to you guys is always entertaining, but I can't give William Skull too much credit because he was running for like 12 rounds, and I don't even think that was a close fight. Like, yes, Canelo was missing a lot, but the other guy's retreating, and he's not really boxing, he's running. There's a difference. So, like, that fight to me, I think some people were giving Skull too much credit. Like, just because he's making a miss, he wasn't making him pay. That's what boxing's about. But regarding this fight, I think Canelo will be more up for it because he looks like he's got something to prove. Regarding the fight, I do think it's still a tough fight for Crawford, even though he's very skilled. He's only had one fight at 54, so on paper you gotta favor Canelo winning. I just don't know what to expect. I hope it's a good fight, but what do you guys think if Crawford wins? Do you think he's definitely pound for pound, or do you think it depends on how he wins?
Number one.
For me, I'll go first. I think Terrence Crawford got to be number one, and if he's not number one, he's up there behind Usyk or in a way. But really, I mean, it's such a huge feat. If he does it, he gets all the credit, solidifies his legacy even more. Even though he's already going to the Hall of Fame, it's just going to make Crawford into the best fighter of this generation, in my opinion. Everybody else you can go ahead and respond.
All right. I would say because I actually already said this, but I would put Crawford at a solid 3 if he beats Canelo, just because you're inactive, and you're going to be doing what Usyk has already been doing most of the latter of his career, is fighting bigger, taller, stronger, heavier guy. Even though Canelo's not taller
But aren't you
or
judged on your
longer.
last fight? So if his last fight's Canelo and he beats him after jumping 3 weight classes, I mean, I think that'd be number one until Usyk does something else, you know,
Yeah, and
or Inoue does something else.
he's only had one fight at 54, so we don't even know how he's gonna carry the weight or take a shot. Like Usyk,
Right.
a lot of people were writing him off after the Chisora fight, but granted, he did still have 2 fights heavyweight, and he actually fought Joyce as an amateur. So I think if Crawford wins, it depends how he wins. That's what I'd say about the fight. If it's like a competitive fight or a close fight, then I think you could still rank Usyk. But if he wins and he wins like clearly, yeah, I would probably say Crawford's number 1.
And no diss at you, Hamid, but some people are saying you sound like Turkey Alashi.
No, I've had that
he sound like
before.
Hamza Shiraz.
Oh, Shiraz, okay.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Edgar
Sorry
Rivera's
I'm late.
here.
Right now, I want to kill myself.
Come
Don't
on,
talk about your sex life right now.
Nuke in his mouth.
Hit, we're not talking about your sex life right now. Hold on.
Nuke, fuck off.
We understand you're struggling, my brother.
Hey, what's up, Hit? My bad, I fucking got a phone call.
Yeah, I am in hell when it comes to football. I apologize to Onslaught if he was here earlier. I'll get him next time.
He said he's supposed to be back, so we'll.
Oh,
figure
okay.
it
Well, then
out.
we'll do it. We'll do it.
The Torta Slayer himself. What's up?
The Torta Slayer.
Oh, fuck me.
Edgar, what were you saying before you were cut off real quick, Edgar? Well, I guess he's gone again.
No, Edgar's still here.
The other one.
The other Edgar.
No, the other Edgar Rivera.
Yeah, I'm trying to get everybody.
But, I got a phone call, but just to finish my point, I heard someone say something along the lines that the guy who comes in and hits a grand slam once a year is not better than the guy who's putting in work consistently throughout the season.
me.
So I can't put
That was
Crawford
me.
above an Inoue or an Usyk because these guys are consistent. They don't just fight once a year, and they're taking on the top competition, and they have a lot more opportunities to lose their spots, and they're not. They're staying on top, and Crawford isn't showing me that he can do that consistently.
I think that's fair, but what's it called? The pound for pound listings change all the time, so I think he'll be number 1 in that moment if he does beat Canelo, and then he'll get replaced.
So I agree. I was gonna say that I would probably put him at 2, but then I'd have to drop him back down immediately because Inoue's about to fight Ahmed Aliyev.
Exactly.
And knock Ahmed Aliyev the fuck out.
So like it's the same thing whenever he won undisputed 2 times, bro. It's like you were top for pound number 1 for like a week because Inoue did the same shit.
Yeah, I'll just go on this. If Crawford beats Canelo, he goes number 1. I actually think he'll stay ahead of Usyk because there's a question if Usyk, Usyk's thinking of retirement as well, okay? And I would actually justify, even though Usyk has been more active to Real Talk's point, triple undisputed compared to double undisputed. I mean,
at heavyweight,
even heavyweight, it's double undisputed against triple undisputed on the resumes. Crawford has that.
But you know what Usyk has?
Let me be clear. I don't think he's beating Canelo at all.
No.
So I think
this is all hypothetical.
This is hypothetical, but in my hypothetical world, I think Crawford would potentially go above Usyk. No, if Usyk absolutely demolishes Parker, then you can put Usyk back above him.
No. Here's where I'd argue against that. Crawford will have 3 times undisputed, but the one statistic that nobody else will ever be able to claim is that Usyk is the only other 2-time heavyweight undisputed champion in history, right next to Muhammad Ali. You can't top that, bro. I'm sorry.
Not even 3 division undisputed weight?
No, not even beating Crawford. Not even beating Canelo, bro. Unless he defends it. If he'll defend it, then yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like we know he's gonna defend undisputed.
But Usyk never lost his title in the ring. Like that I would understand if Usyk had lost the first Dubois fight, but he didn't lose that fight. Technically, on paper, he didn't lose that fight.
It's a very good point.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean like
no, what I'm trying to say, Dubois won a vacant belt, didn't he? Won that belt.
No, he was handed a belt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He didn't really.
Yeah, but what I would argue is that he legitimized his championship by knocking Anthony Joshua the fuck out.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But it's politics involved.
But knocking out Anthony Joshua.
Hey,
You mean
hold on,
Yeah,
what?
Did that hurt,
knocking
Hit
out
Kid? Did that
Anthony
hurt?
Joshua?
You said what?
Who said they knock out Anthony Joshua?
No, Dubois. I said
Dubois.
Dubois.
I think he meant Dubois.
No, you
Did I
meant
say
Dubois.
Usyk?
You said Joshua.
Yeah, you said Joshua, wait.
No, oh my bad. I mean,
Yeah, you
Dubois
did say that.
legitimized his championship by
Hold
knocking
on,
Anthony Joshua out.
hold on. Mirage is saying Usyk is not a dominant champion. He barely
Mirage doesn't know boxing, bro. He thinks
he does.
Benavidez is a dominant champion.
He clearly doesn't. He said Usyk is not a dominent champion. Barely beat AJ
Oh my
Fury.
Bro,
lord.
Mirage is incest, bro.
Mirage
You gotta
literally
understand,
takes
he's
dick
incest,
bags,
bro. He ain't gonna make sense to nobody, man.
Bro,
That
according
man
to that
is on
logic,
crack.
bro. According to that logic,
That's
Bivol barely
sick.
beat fucking Canelo because it was on the scorecards. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. We all like, just get out of here, bro. We know judges are gonna lean towards their boy.
Hold on. Let me pay these bills real quick. My brother JMA says, "Oh yes." I don't know why you started with "Oh yes." Oh yes, Canelo waited for Benavidez. It just sound weird reading that off. Sound like Hit Kid's mom on a
Freaky
set. Oh
You know
yes.
what? You know what? I'll happily accept all the jokes tonight because they're putting a smile on my face and cheering me on. I've just wasted 3 hours of my fucking life being depressed with my football team. So I'll take all the jokes tonight because it'll cheer me
Thank you,
up.
Hit. Thank you, Hit.
And that's why. And I'll make it clear, even though it takes the piss out of me sometimes, that's why I love this panel.
Thank you, Hit. Thank you, Hit. And I'd like to say the same.
Great fight.
Thank you, Hit. And I'd like to say the same thing. That's what your mom said. She wasted hours of her life giving birth
I had
to
a
you.
feeling that was coming, bro.
Let me finish this. Let me finish these bills. JMA says, "Oh yes, Canelo waited for Benavidez to snort coke and miss weight, being stopped." Now, look, being stripped. I'm assuming is what he's saying is, and that was referring to the debate earlier. It's not Canelo's fault that David Benavidez, missed weight and pop for coke and all of that stuff. And David chose never to unify with Caleb Plant and early when they were both champions. That's not Canelo's fault. You can put some stuff on Canelo, but you can't put that. Would you agree with that, Hamed? I know we see different on this, Hamed, but would you agree with that at least? Hamed, are you there? Hamed?
Might have lost service.
Man, he got that Al Sheik Wi-Fi. I don't know.
hey, yo, Hit, you're a Manchester fan, right?
Yes, the United
that's
fan.
who lost?
Very depressed.
Ah, man, I didn't see it.
All right. And War Prime Minister says, Crawford fans, Ennis isn't Bud. He can't prep Canelo for Bud. But I'm sure Bud's sparring partners are an exact replica of Canelo. Majority of boxing fans are truly beyond delusional. That's a very good statement. I mean, yes, we all know Ennis is not Bud, and there's never a perfect replica for almost any fighter. You're just trying to get somebody that does something similar so you can be prepared the best you can. And so this is a factual statement. I respect that. I'm 100% on that with you, my brother. Pause. Rio says, Hit Kid is finishing with Pamela. I think he means Angela.
Pamela is in Spanish.
Okay. My brother says, Max and Ward calling the fight. Nello needs a knockout. Oh, yeah. You already know Andre Ward. You already know Max Kellerman. Both of these guys are Glazers. So it's going to be hard to get I'm sure Andre Ward's scorecard, but won every round.
Yeah, it's already written out.
Hold on. Bud, if Bud gets stopped, he's going to say, Bud about to get up. It ain't over.
What's biased as fuck?
Usyk is in the weakest weight class in boxing? Am I reading that correctly?
Hold on. We're gonna address that. that.
Man. Nah, you ain't got to, man. That sounds stupid as fuck.
My brother Noma Stoma says, Hit Kid is yelling, if she dies, she dies while smashing his torta. Hashtag beans on toast.
Bro, y'all damn.
That is a good one.
That's a good one, Hit. That's a good one. Hit looking like he about to land a plane. Air traffic control right here. All right. My brother B. Raza says, I just want to see some reaction on Crawford's face once Canelo lands the first power shot on him. I'm going to screenshot that shit too. Make it mean. Now, look, I don't know. How do you guys think Terrence Crawford is going to react? I know he's going to be moving. I know he's going to be looking to be elusive and not get hit with those shots. But you have to imagine, unless he's straight out running, he's going to get hit with something at some point. How do you guys think Terrence Crawford is going to be able to absorb that first big shot that gets through?
Like Hit Kid's mom absorbs cock.
Damn, that's dang.
Damn.
That's fucked up.
I
I'm
love
gonna
you.
say like Devin Haney, man. He's gonna have his ass in there.
Ooh.
He'll be on. This is well, I'm saving this mainly for Onslaught, but look at Canelo's right hand when it first landed on Jamel Charlo in round 2. Charlo got on his bike straight after it.
Like he kneeled before Canelo.
Crawford will be the exact same.
Crawford's gonna be on Queer Street.
Now I'm gonna give Crawford enough credit. I think he'll take like maybe first 2 shots fine, but like with the body work and then down like maybe 9 rounds, he's gonna get hurt, bro. Bad.
Clavo, what do you think Bud's gonna do when he get hit with that first big shot that comes through?
I got a feeling. Look, he's gonna play it. He's gonna play it off like he did with Gamboa, man. When he had him doing that stanky leg, he did. Man, he was smiling like a possum that was eating shit. And, so he's gonna do that, but that smile's gonna be wiped out clear after a few more shots on the body, bro. Like I'm saying, bro. Once some shots go in, yeah. You ain't gonna be able to do much with that. One of your arms is gonna end up fucked off. One of your arms, both your arms, one of your fucking ribs.
Fucked up bicep.
Something's gonna give, bro. Something's gonna give.
Edgar, what is Bud gonna do when that first big shot lands?
He's gonna like I said before, the light switch is gonna go off, and he's gonna be like, "Oh fuck." He might. I mean, if it's a clean shot, I think maybe he stumbles and touches the canvas or takes a knee like Charlo just to like get through the round. If it doesn't do that, then at least he's gonna start backpedaling.
All right. Hamed, are you there?
Yeah. I think it depends. Depends when Canelo fought Mayweather. I know he was inexperienced, but to me, that vision of Canelo was actually throwing combinations. And I think if Crawford fought him 2 years ago when he beat Charlo, I think it would have been a mismatch. I think this vision of Canelo, to me, has slowed down enough where if he can't knock him out, if he can't knock him out cleanly like he knocked out Khan, Kirkland, Kovalev, I think it may be a tough fight for him to knock him out if he's not throwing combinations. Because for Canelo, I think his bread and butter used to be combinations, and he could go up and down. I don't know. It would depend at what shot he lands. If it's a clean, hard shot, then we'll find out how good Crawford's chin is. But I don't think Crawford is as chinny as some people make him out. I also don't think he's got like some sort of granite chin as well, because he has been hurt by Gamboa. He got dropped by Kavalaskis. I think he got maybe caught by someone else as well. I think Brook did mark him up. I don't know if you heard him, but if Canelo lands a hard flush shot, then it's likely Canelo can knock him out.
That's a good point, Hamed. That's a good point, Hamed. And my brother Edgar, are you still there, Edgar Rivera?
Yeah, I'm here, brother. I'm here.
Okay, my brother Edgar said he had got a call from his girl, and it kind of messed up his phone. She was calling me too, bro. She was calling me too. All right.
Fucking cheap shot, bro.
Yeah, that's it's like, I'm like Debo. She both ours. You know what I mean? It's kind of like she both ours. But
motherfucker, hey, I fuck with you, bro. You're good.
He said it's really both ours.
She's like, she kind of like she both ours. Anyway, no, for real though, bro.
Funny shit, bro. I love that shit.
What do you think about what happens to Bud when Canelo lands that first power shot? What do you think Bud's gonna do, or is it gonna be too much for him? The first power shot that gets through.
Well, I'm just talking. You saw Gamboa, rock him, and that's a small man. You saw Kavalaskis, and and then you saw Majabov touching him all day with that right hand, bro. And I've seen videos of fucking Canelo working on that right hand, man, and with his speed, he's trying to look. What I was saying earlier before I cut off I don't know if y'all heard me, but I feel like we're gonna get that Canelo that fought fucking Danny Jacobs with that more movement, more head movement, hitting with the jab, moving around. I feel like we're gonna see that, but I feel like once he hits that right hand in there, because like I said, Crawford may be a little faster than him, because I know Crawford's gonna be slower with all that weight. He's not gonna be that 140, 147 Crawford. I feel like he's going to be a little slower, and Canelo's going to be like, yes, cabrón, ven para acá. He's going to time him, and when he hits him with it, bro, I feel Crawford's going to get on that bicycle, my man, for real.
Damn.
I feel Crawford.
Hey, yo,
and hold on, real talk. Hold on, let him finish this point.
I feel like he took what is it, like a year and something off after his Major Bar 5?
Yeah,
and
It'll
then
be like a year and 2 months.
gaining all that weight. He gained a lot of weight, and then he's dropping it. I feel like all that thing is gonna make him really lethargic, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, Crawford's a great fighter, man. I feel he's like technically that motherfucker's a beast. But I just feel,
I agree with you, bro.
I just feel like Canelo. People downplay Canelo. Oh, he getting slow. You know, they always call him flat-footed. You know, his whole damn career. But you know, being a flat-foot fighter, look where he's at. And I'm like, Jesus, like, you know, the weight does make a difference. But when you put them side to side, I'm just like y'all been saying, like all these big motherfuckers, you know, run from him. And it's like, why does the smaller man is going to make a difference? Going to push him back, and like, I just feel the narrative is being really, really racial, in my opinion, instead of being like, instead of, you know, sticking to the fact. Well, dude, like, you know, Crawford is a good boxer. You could say he's probably even a little better than Canelo. That's fine. You could say that.
Yeah.
You could say he's a little faster. That's cool. That's too, because he's a smaller fighter. That's fine. I'll take that all day. But I just feel like they just pumping this man up to something that he's really not at 168. And I just feel that reality is going to hit you in the face really hard, like life does all the time. And it's not different with boxing. It's like, and to me, it's like, man, like, well, look, like I said before, I don't know, like a few weeks ago, I jumped on and I told you, everybody's just talking about his power. Like,
I got to stop you there for a second, my brother. You said a few things that really hit home. One, you said that he's gonna hit him real hard and he's gonna get on his bike. I'm like, that reminded me of your girl. I hit her real hard when she's on that bike. Then you also said, you know, getting hit really hard in the face. Your girl likes it in the face.
Damn.
You know, things like that, my brother. That's a good breakdown.
Bro, Eden says so. Dudes got to tuck
Bro,
their chains
that's
under
my
girls
baby
now.
mama, man. God damn.
Damn.
If I would have been in front of you, bro, I'd probably get it smacked. But that's fine. That's fine. I take it. That's fine.
Man, Clavo, I would have said, Clavo, don't whoop his ass, bro. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it, Clavo.
I stay out here in San Antonio, Texas, man. So me and Clavo gonna be like, no, fuck that. We're gonna beat the shit out of Nuke. Now playing.
Damn.
Say, man, hey, man, you
It'd
know,
be like
I'm
a
close to
4-hour drive.
Man, I'm close to San Antonio right now.
Bro, I'm gonna get in on that one too. I got a round for Nuke. I got 2 rounds. I got 2 rounds for Nuke, like I went with your mama.
I feel like Nuke be taking some jokes from Jules, man, from Ring IQ. I see that fool be climbing his panel too, man. I get it, bro. It's all good, bro. No hate over here.
Shut up.
I know what's up with fucking Jules. Jules is a fucking, he be clowning on these motherfuckers all day.
Nah, fucking Nuke's gonna call me a bitch in the DMs. I'm like, well, fuck you then, punk.
No, hold on, Clavo. He's lying, bro. I never called him a bitch. I told him to eat a dick.
Yeah,
exactly. I would never disrespect you like that, bro.
Nah, that's fair.
Back on topic, Nuke. Come on.
Oh man.
All right. Did you want to respond to that before I get to the next comment?
No, you good, man. Just keep going. You were saying
something. Yeah, that's some good ones.
And there's a taco spot in San Antonio I go to all the time. I'm trying to fucking think of the name of it. I always fucking forget. It is always
you down there in San Antonio way?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if it's 84th Street or some shit. I'll figure it out. I look at
my nephew stay out there in New Braunfels, right there above San Antonio.
Yeah, but where your bitch stay at? All right, let me keep going to the next. Let me go to the next. My bad, Clavo. My bad, bro. I didn't mean to.
If y'all want some real birria tacos out here in San Antonio, my boy. Well, I'm from Cali, bro, but I live out here. My boy from Cali too, and he brought his birria tacos from Cali, bro. There, it's called the taco spot. That's what it's called, just like that. The taco place. That's all. I just look it up, and it's a little bullhead and everything. Just called the taco place, and the best birria in town, bro. No bullshit.
Yeah, your girl be giving up that bullhead too. Let me get to the next comment real quick. The next one is
you got jokes, my boy. You got jokes.
Bro, I just fuck with you. I promise. Don't fuck
is on
up,
demon time.
No, I know. You good. Man,
I mean, look, we were on Hit Kid Mama. We just gotta spread the love, like, you know, Edgar's sister, man. We gotta spread the love. All right. LV said Bud fans are going to be twerking all over Vegas. If Bud Crawford lose, I do think there's going to be a meltdown everywhere. My brother Oliver says differences between Crawford and the other opponents is that they weighed almost 200 pounds versus Bud weighing 170 on fight night. Canelo murdering Bud. That's it. And why is that not something that anybody brought up? I mean, Onslaught's back on here. Onslaught, why didn't you bring up how big those fighters were when Canelo fought them? These guys were basically heavyweights. Why didn't you say, well, you know, it's not that Canelo don't have the tenacity, the determination to stop him. It's that these guys were almost heavyweights and Canelo's fucking 5'7". Why didn't you mention that, Onslaught?
Okay. What about yo? Can I? Yeah. So what about Caleb Plant? What was Caleb Plant's fight night weight? What do you think?
190, 185,
190, 195, right?
195.
So
yeah.
Okay, so Canelo has always been fighting bigger guys. He stopped Kovalev. Canelo knocked out Kovalev. So I don't really want to hear anything about bigger guys this, bigger guys that. And it's just like Berlanga didn't get stopped by Canelo, and he got stopped by a 160-pounder moving up. So I don't want to hear anything about weight. It is what it is.
No,
it's not about
way
weight.
to duck the question.
I answered the question. That was the question.
We're back to debate over this because that's why we're here.
Yeah. Let me start the debate. And right before we do, let me just finish this real quick, like I finish up on Clavo's bitch. Let me get through.
Oh my God.
Real combat is
about me like
hard
that,
as fuck.
Man, you ain't gonna fit, bro. I left it open.
Nice try, Clover. All right. JMA says, I told you Terrence is doing a Ryan Garcia quitting on his knee. Man. No Mas Tama says Clavo's eyebrows are so sharp they cut glass. # murder.
Facts.
They do, bro. They do.
My brother Mike Trades one of the realest dudes on here, man. He says Munguia and Berlanga are both a lot bigger and stronger than Crawford. So just because they took his power doesn't mean Bud can. Bud is not as strong as them. And even back to the reference saying, oh, how big was Caleb Plant? Just because some people can take it don't mean everybody can't. And so that it can go both ways. Oh, well, Plant couldn't take it doesn't mean that Berlanga or Munguia couldn't take it. And then look, I'm not even going to get into it. The debate's coming up. We'll see it. Very good point, Mike. Edgar says, don't do drugs. It can lead to total retardation. I'm assuming, Edgar, that was for a nap, right?
That was nap.
Yeah.
I mean, look, he didn't even have to say a name and I already knew who it was for. I already knew. Like, you don't have to guess. My brother Antonio says, Nap needs a daddy. Real Talk Combat.
I'll father him.
El Caesar says Nap needs you to line up. Nap, you need to line up your life. He needs to line up his life.
Wait, was that clone on here?
Yeah, Nap was on here talking trash.
Fucking hell, he's an idiot.
I was like right before you showed up.
Antonio Garcia says Nap is gonna ask Nuke to be his daddy. Nope, I'm already Edgar's bitch's daddy. She the only one to call me daddy.
Whoa.
Not you, Edgar. I would never disrespect you like that. That's the other Edgar. Edgar Rivera. You know, Edgar Rivera. You know, she's like our bitch. All right. The Gooch says Bud will get knocked out. Why? Because he will get hit. He'll want his leg back. He'll open himself for a counter, but aggression will work against him. That's a very good point. But that's to assume that Bud is going to want to be aggressive in return. When you're sitting in front of a lion, I don't know if you want to. It's sitting in front of a Wash Kell Brook or Jeff Horn is not the same as sitting in front of a killer. So I don't know if you want your lick back then. He might be like, no, I'm still boxing. I don't know. We'll find out on the night. Death says Nap sounds like Ed from Good Burger. That's fucked up. Unthink, he says they say Bud adapts in the ring, but the only adapting I've seen is him biting down on his mouth guard and fighting with grit. That will be the death of him. And that really could be the death of him. If he really go in there and start trying to battle with Canelo blow for blow, I don't care what Onslaught says. If he goes blow for blow and he takes them shot, he going to sleep. JMA says,
be careful, Nuke, because blow for blow means something different where I'm from.
You talking about jail?
Oh shit!
Type shit.
I know how you got that real talk.
You know it.
Since Trout, Canelo hasn't been saying he's going to knock out somebody, just Saunders. He always said He is ready to fight 12 rounds, and if he knocks out, so well. That's a very good point. Yeah, Canelo's not a big talker when it comes to doing this or doing that. Like, remember when David Benavidez says, I'm going to break Caleb Plant's jaw, and then he couldn't break a clinch. Anyway, let me keep moving. Am I lying, Edgar? Am I lying?
No. No.
My brother, Boxing Monster, Oak Cliff, that's my hood. Shout out to Oak Cliff, Texas, in the building. I don't know if Rudy's Chicken's still there or not, man.
It is.
I went to Rudy's years ago, man.
It's improved in everything.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna have to head out that way to Rudy's Chicken. I almost got robbed last time, so I got to make sure I'm straight. I'm not trying to get robbed out there at Rudy's, man. I'm not trying to get robbed.
Nah, I got you, Nuke. I got you, fam.
Man, I don't trust you. You're gonna take off running.
Bitch.
I didn't got robbed. They didn't got my chain. They like, what real talk? He's like, man,
That
he's
nigga running off with the bucket of chicken.
Yeah, I think it was across the street from the Fiesta?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lord Scante, I would give me a Hugo. Lord Scante
That's
says,
down there in South Oak Cliff, right, Clavo?
Yeah. The clip.
Yeah. Lord Scante says Munguia is 6 feet, Charlo 6 feet, Berlanga 6 feet, Skull 6 feet, and about 20 pounds difference is why Canelo doesn't seem to have the tenacity. That's it. That's a body right there. Salute to my brother Lord Scante. And one baller says the Super Bud, Super Brim. And look, Brim somewhere giving out a brim job. My brother Traffic, we're almost done, fellas. We're almost done. I promise we're about to start the debate. Traffic says, I think Canelo needs to fight to win on the cards as well as rack up those rounds so he doesn't get robbed. I don't see anyone getting knocked out. That's just me. That's a fair analysis. Maybe
that's fair.
Maybe Canelo don't do it, but he needs to be fighting for those rounds and working every single round because, it's a Turkey Al-Sheikh card. You don't know how it's going to go. Bud Crawford is very well loved by the Turk. I'm not implying anything. I'm just saying, just for peace of mind, you need to be trying to do what you're supposed to do.
You might as well, Nuke.
On the cool.
Nah, for real. You holding hands with the man. You got Max Kellerman. You got Andre Ward.
He wanted to sit next to him, rub his leg at the press conference.
That man, yeah, bro. Something. The fix is in, like you said.
Bro, all I'm gonna say is I'm not an expert, but I'm pretty sure that the Muslim community does not look like green light LGBT community, bro. So the fact that this man is holding hands with another man, to me, is suspicious.
Man, Edgar, why do Christians hold hands?
Why do Christians hold hands?
That's the spot. That's the spot. Real talk in San Antonio, Taquitos West Avenue.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. My little brother would go there.
Yeah, that's just fire.
Yeah,
that shit is like super fire. It's better than Hit Kid's mom's head. All right. And Traffic says later, Fluffy 105. It's Thanksgiving every day. That's right. It's Thanksgiving every day for my brother. My brother JMA said Mayweather and Shakur. Salute. Traffic says Edgar, how long has the Jacobs fight been, homie? Canelo has lost a step. To be real, the Canelo that fought Charlo should beat Bud. Edgar, do you have a response for that?
That was at the other Edgar, not me.
Okay, Edgar, do you have a response for that? Edgar Rivera. I guess he's busy with our girl real quick. So
speaking of a brim job, there he goes.
We got to get the brim job on here, the brim master. But to me, Canelo has lost a little bit of a step. But I don't know. Can Canelo deliver us a vintage performance? That's going to be the question. Can he do that, or will he even need to do that against Bud? That's another question.
But Duke, all I'm gonna say is just by the sparring partners and the way that he looks in the pictures, it looks to me at least like he's trying to come in and focus in on speed. So maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, is it me or does Canelo look like slimmer for this fight?
I haven't seen pictures. I haven't seen pictures, but just based on the sparring partners, I think he understands the assignment and he knows that he has to work as much as he can on timing and speed to counteract Crawford's speed.
Yeah, and that's very true. Canelo has looked thinner, but Bud Crawford looks super thin. I don't think Bud Crawford's going to come in at 168-pound weight limit. I think he's going to come in under that. I wouldn't be surprised if he came in at 165.
Bro, I wouldn't be surprised if Crawford fucking pulls out.
I have something to say over that.
Nah, he's not going to pull out Clavo.
And I'm going to go right to you, Hit Kid. And look, I never pull out of Clavo's bitch. All right, let me get the next one. Tony says,
That's you,
Tony
Rico.
says,
Hombre, wey.
Tony says Hit Kid is a 4-division, 2-time undisputed torta pounder. That's right.
Yup. That bro got his stripes.
He does. Mexican 6'9" said if Bud gets knocked out and is at the hospital, Ward is still going to say that he's still in the fight. He's still in the fight. Don't give up. He's still in the fight. E-God says, I don't believe people watch the Bud fight. Porter wobbled Bud. Kavalauskas, a C-level fighter, was out boxing and timing Bud. Bud is easy to time. That's a good point. And I think Porter hurt Bud to the body. I remember one body shot got through and Bud took a big gas, and I thought that was weird.
Bud took a gas. It was early in the fight as well.
Yeah, I thought that was odd to me. Lord Scante says Planet 6-1 with a
shitty
gas tank is why Canelo really won. Don't Canelo haters also say Kovalev got rushed into a fight after yard? Exactly. So they make all of these excuses and shit. My brother New Country says Nuke's mom gave me a pirate. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Bro,
Nuke's mom gave me pirate
Country's
head.
been trying to use pirate head for a while now.
Does it mean like bootleg head or what?
And look, man, I've been talking all this shit, and so Country's the only one that got me. Salute to you, Country. He got me.
That was a body bag, Country.
You got me, Country. That's a body. Yikes says the worst this time around than Wilder Fury. They worse this time than Wilder Fury. Yeah, these fanboys have lost the narrative, and the last one is from Iron Giant. Terrence Crawford should walk out with a song from the Beatles. I want to hold your hand.
Hold
on. Would it change you guys' perspective on the fight if Bud walks out with Turkey?
Yes. That would to me solidify that a fix may be in.
I'm with Edgar.
They got to be holding hands. They got to be holding hands.
I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I'm saying it's not out of the realm of possibility when he was bitching about not being able to sit with the man. He walks out. That was weird. Like, I don't know. Anything's possible. All right, let's get to this debate. Let you guys chalk this shit up. Hit Kid, you said you had something to say as well. Did you and Onslaught and Clavo, all you guys have a debate set up or what?
So pretty much what happened was Onslaught started this when he compared, the pretty much he said because Canelo couldn't knock out Charlo years ago, okay, that this fight is going 100% the distance. Now, I've been on this panel multiple times all throughout the build-up to this fight saying, I don't see this fight going the distance. I think Canelo Alvarez is going to stop Terrence Crawford. I've been on this panel and I've been constantly saying it, okay? For numerous reasons. And that's what kind of, kicked this all off if I'm Nuke. And it's why we're here tonight.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you pick Canelo to stop Charlo as well? I'm just wondering.
Canelo, Charlo, if I remember back on the live,
I think you did, Hit Kid.
I did. I did.
Yeah, you
did.
Late, that's okay.
Late stoppage, yeah. But to be fair, Charlo got on his bike after round 2.
Yeah, Charlo lost every round. He never kept the fight.
And that's the thing. We need to make this very clear. I'm not going to disagree with Onslaught. I think Bud Crawford is a better fighter than Jamel Charlo. I'm not even going to argue that. Remember last live we were arguing over it, okay? And Jamel Charlo fought a pathetic fight. He wasn't active, and in the first round, Bud has a jab. Charlo doesn't. I'll side with Onslaught on that. But there are a couple of things about Bud Crawford which really make me fearful. Number one, Bud Crawford is like Canelo when it comes to starting fights. He's a slow starter. Truthfully, look at the fight against Madrimov. Look at the fights against Porter. Look at the history of Bud Crawford. He's notorious for being like Canelo in downloading data and being a slow starter. He can't do that with Canelo. If you're trying to only throw a jab and not be active with your punches against Canelo, Canelo's just going to walk right through you. He'll see that as a means to an end to be like, I can go through this guy with my power. Here I go. Secondly, though, it's a counterindicative because this is a big debate. What's Bud's gas tank going to be? Bud Crawford, naturally, when he was fighting at 147 and even the fight at 154, walked around at 170 pounds, as like walking weight, natural walking weight while he was at those weight classes. He's bulked up, and there's fact on this. He's bulked up all the way right now. He is currently walking around at 186.
Is there any confirmation on what size the ring is?
I have no idea what size the boxing ring is, but 2 weeks ago, Bud Crawford posted on his Facebook page that he is currently weighing 186. You know how we were just talking about weight?
Yeah, I think Victor Conti addressed that. He's not gonna fight at that weight though.
No. He can't fight that because the weight limit's 168.
Yeah, but he's not gonna rehydrate to that as well. That's what I mean. When he actually
Hamad, he's currently walking around at 186. His natural walk around weight for when he was at welterweight and even the fight against Madrimov at super welter / like middleweight is 170, 175. That is 11 pound more added on of weight.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, here we are. If he rehydrates to 186, 190, that means he's gonna be heavier than Canelo, almost as heavy as Canelo. I don't think he's gonna be.
He won't rehydrate that. I agree with you on that. The problem is though, he's having to cut all that weight down, to make the weight cut.
Yeah, but it depends.
The weight cut for Bud is going to be hell.
I agree. No, I agree, but it depends what he comes in for the fight. When Roy Jones fought John Ruiz, he came in at 193. I think the limit back then for heavyweight was anything over 190. So he was only like 3 pounds over the limit. If Crawford comes in 163 or 162, that means he's only really moving up one division because he came in 154 against Madrimov. But if he comes in 167, 168, then I agree with you. I think that's too much weight. Like he can't put on that.
That's where I'm going to respectfully disagree with you. He can't come in super light like a middleweight. That's why I think he's bulked all the way up to 186. I think his plan is to come in at 167, 168. Because physically, here's something else we need to take in comparison. Physical advantages. Crawford has a reach advantage of 4 inches, 75 to 71. But a difference between the fight with Charlo and Crawford is near enough the same size as Canelo height-wise. Crawford's 5'8", Canelo's 5'7". They're going to be practically, level in that ring. There's not like a 4-inch height difference here, if I'm allowed to say it.
I'm lost. Like, what's the debate about? Like, you're supposed to be Slot. Like, what are we doing?
I don't even know. I just came in here.
We were talking about how I think Crawford is not going to last the whole 12 rounds, which you said he is going to.
You made your point, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm saying about the weight, the height, the physical advantages. I'm not disagreeing with you on the skills. The physical advantages are going to kill him.
All right, cool. Because I think maybe you came to the live late. I just had this same debate with the Goofy in this chat, and I body bagged him twice. But I'll do it with you for a little bit.
I body bagged you, little girl.
I got a little bit of time, so I'm gonna make this quick because this is not really anything. So you admitted that you predicted that Charlo would get stopped by Canelo, right?
Yes, I thought, okay. But I thought Charlo would fight. Charlo got his fight from round 2.
I got you. So you're predicting again that a 154 pounder is going to get stopped by Canelo. Is that correct?
Yes, I have Crawford getting stopped.
Okay, got you. So how do you think Crawford's going to fight?
Crawford will fight. He'll try and download data in the opening rounds. Look at the fight against Madrimov. He was slow to start in that fight, okay? He's like Canelo. He likes to download data in the opening rounds. Problem was, during the Madrimov fight, he was open to a straight right hand all fight. We all know the punch that got to Charlo, which started getting him on his bike, was in round 2, when Canelo got through to him with a straight right hand. It made Charlo get on his bike for the entire fight. That's going to be the punch which is going to catch Crawford early. And this is something you can't deny, Onslaught. This is the most powerful puncher Terence Crawford's ever been in the ring with in his career.
Yeah, I already made that point on Twitter. But what I'm saying is you picked Charlo to you said Charlo would get knocked out against Canelo when they fought, right? And based off of Charlo's fighting style that he's shown in previous fights, that's correct, right?
Yeah, because Charlo likes to fight.
I got you. And then when he showed up to the fight against Canelo, what did he do?
He ran.
Okay, so based off of what do you think that Crawford will fight? How he fights against Canelo? Based off of what?
So pretty much we see Crawford. Crawford likes to, as I just mentioned, slow starter, gets into the fight in the middle rounds, okay? He's going to be behind on the... Here's the thing, he's going to be behind on the cards.
No, I'm saying stylistically, how do you think Crawford will fight?
stylistically, how do you think he'll fight? That's what I want to clarify.
Stylistically, I think Crawford's going to be fighting like he fought against Madrimov on the back foot all fight. He's going to be on the back foot. He's going to be popping the jab. He's going to be looking for 1-2s and all that. The problem is with the weight addition, the additional, what is it? From 154 to 168, 14 pounds. He's going to be a step slower like he was in the Madrimov fight at 140, moving up from 147 to 154. And from there, he'll get trapped on the ropes. And that's where Canelo's going to tee off with body shots from round 6 to 8, which will eventually get through to Crawford because this is the most powerful puncher that Crawford has ever been in the ring with, which I think will force Crawford to take a knee. And then I think Canelo from there will go on to stop Crawford.
Fucking Brim's eyes about to pop out his head.
I just want to be crystal clear. Do you think Terrence Crawford is going to run, or do you think Terrence Crawford is going to stand and fight? Which one out of those two?
I hope he stands and fights, but I think he's going to run.
Okay, so you think he's going to run like Charlo did, is what you're saying. And then you're saying that...
I think he'll feel the power. I think he'll try and stand and fight for the opening few rounds, but it'll be survival mode after round 6.
Thank you. Thank you for walking into the body bag. So you're saying that Crawford is going to do exactly what Charlo did. You based Charlo getting knocked out off of how he fights previously in previous weight classes. Then when he came to the fight, he ran. Now you're saying that Crawford will come to the fight and run the same way Charlo did, but Canelo's going to stop him this time. So what changed with Canelo that's going to make him stop Crawford when he wasn't able to stop Charlo?
Hold on. This is exactly what I was fearful of. Ladies and gentlemen, Onslaught's entire take, and this is something I've been waiting to call out. Onslaught's entire take ain't about Bud Crawford's skills. It's about Canelo's regression.
Oh, that's not what it's about. That's not what it's about.
It's not about what's going to change
real talk.
This is about what's
real talk. Real talk. You already got body bag. Listen.
No, you didn't. No,
you already got body bag.
Your argument is more about Canelo's
regression. Don't be scared of this body bag that I got for you.
Than Bud Crawford's skills.
I didn't bring up Canelo's regression. You got to let me finish. I didn't bring up his regression. Did I bring up his regression?
You're talking about what's going to change in Canelo.
Yo, real talk, please. Did I bring up Canelo?
To real talk, legitimately. You're talking about Canelo's regression.
Did I bring it up? Did I bring up his regression specifically?
You literally made a point about Canelo.
You legitimately said what's Canelo going to do different.
Hick it.
I don't need real talk for this.
Hick it.
You legitimately said what's Canelo going to do different on Sunday.
If I say that Canelo fights Charlo the same way he fights Crawford, how is that regression if he does the same thing? Doing the same thing in 2 different fights is not regression. That's just being the same.
Different opponents.
That's stagnation.
No. Real talk. Let me take it. But you're thinking Canelo's going to fight the same way as he fought against Charlo. That's the point. That is a body bag.
Hick it. Who brought up the point that Crawford's going to run? Me or you?
I said Crawford will feel the power.
So that's a body bag. You just brought up that Crawford. That's a body bag. You just brought up that Crawford's going to run like Charlo did, not me.
No. I said Crawford's going to have to run because he'll be in survival mode and Canelo will
I'm down with the body bag, bro.
That's a body bag because
this is
everybody will.
Here's the thing. Brim, and everyone in the panel, he's body bagging himself, and let me explain why. Because pretty much he's saying, I'm the one saying no, that Crawford's going to have to be in survival mode and all that. He has no faith in Crawford, does this man right here, with skills.
That's not the debate. That's not the debate.
No.
The debate. Hold on, Hickey. Hold on. That's not the debate. Hold on. Hey, Hickey. We can't pivot. Hickey. We can't pivot. That's not what the debate is about. That's not the debate. It's not about my faith in Crawford. It's not about that. The debate is about. Hold on.
The debate. Is it Canelo regression?
My argument. I didn't say. My argument. Hickey. Let me speak, please. My argument is that the fight will go to distance. That's all I said. The fight will go to distance. I literally said, before you came onto this panel, I literally said Canelo can outbox Crawford for 12 rounds. That's a possibility. I literally said it will go to distance. I did not say Crawford is going to win by... No, I said it will go to distance. That's my point. It's not about my faith in Crawford. You brought up the fact that Charlo you said he was going to get knocked out due to the way he fights, and then when he came, he fought differently. Now you're saying that the same thing is going to happen to Crawford, but he's not going to get knocked out. That is a body bag any angle you look at it. You cannot say that Charlo fought differently and then moved up and then he's going to get knocked out and he didn't get knocked out. And you're saying Crawford's going to do the same thing, but he's not going to get knocked out. That's not me saying Canelo. Hold on. That's not me saying Canelo's regressing. That's me saying Canelo looks the same, and he does. That's a body bag. Where's the body bag emoji?
Is his opponent the same?
Listen. Hey, Hick it. Let me respond to this point. Let me respond to the point. Let me respond.
Real quick.
Real Talk just made a point. I got to respond to that. He said, "Is that the same opponent?" Hit Kid just said that he will fight the same as Charlo. That's Hit Kid's argument, not mine.
I mean when I say is it
No. You just got totally lost in the sauce.
Hey, Kid.
No, Real Talk. This is my debate. He just got totally lost
because he's addressing my point.
No.
Oh, go on,
Listen,
Real Talk.
what I mean when I say is it the same opponent? Charlo is naturally bigger. He's naturally heavier. Therefore, he's naturally more durable. If Canelo fights the same way, how are you trying to say that that Crawford will be able to take the same shots that Charlo did? That's why it's a body bag, you dumbass. It's not the same opponent. It's not the same physicality. It's not the same durability. You are a dumbass and don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, cool. That ain't body bag. Okay, look. Let me respond. I gotta respond. Hit Kid. You gotta let me respond to him.
Speaking over me.
Hit Kid, you gotta let him respond to me.
Remember the last debate?
Hit Kid, he jumped in the debate. You gotta let me respond to him. Okay. He just brought up the point of weight. Hold on. He just brought up the point of weight. Hit Kid didn't bring it up. He brought it up. So I'm gonna expose him on this. What about Berlanga? Isn't Berlanga 200? Hold on, bro. Hold on. Isn't Berlanga walking in the ring?
So you're arguing something that I didn't say.
Hold on. You said Crawford is a smaller fighter than Charlo, so how is he gonna take the same hits? What about Berlanga? He didn't get knocked out. He's a 210-pound guy.
Berlanga is bigger, you jackass.
Hold on. What I'm saying is, listen, Canelo hasn't stopped anybody in 5 years. Berlanga, Munguia, Ryder, none of these guys.
All those guys are naturally bigger, more durable, and stronger than Crawford.
But who? Okay, who would? Listen. Who
Bro,
would
I just body bagged you.
Listen, who with bigger punching power did Berlanga get hit by before Canelo?
Oh my God!
Answer the question.
What the fuck does that matter, kid?
It matters. It matters because Berlanga got knocked out by a 160 pounder.
Bro, let me say something real quick, bro.
Berlanga got knocked out.
Onslaught's waffling.
No, I'm literally trying to. I'm debating two people.
Go ahead. I'll let you.
I'm debating two people at the same time. So I gotta be like this. Listen.
That's cool, man.
Okay, cool.
Man.
Berlanga got knocked out by a 160 pounder after Canelo.
Oh my God.
Is that a fact? Yes or no?
Look, listen, bro.
Hold on. You want to know something funny about right now? And I had this point saved. Onslaught's bringing up the 5 fighters which Canelo has not knocked out, okay? Yet the 5 fighters that Canelo has not knocked out, Ryder, Munguia, Berlanga, who was the other one?
Skull.
Skull who ran. Let's just all say it. Skull who ran, okay? Within those 5 fighters who he's just done, we all know Skull ran and all that. And then, of course, Charlo. Within those 5 fighters, here's been the aftermath. 3 of those fighters have taken huge knockout losses. They have not been the same off a sustained beating off Canelo, a sustained beating where most of them were dropped. And Canelo dominated the cards to a clear unanimous decision, almost stopped all of them. That's fact. Here's the other thing. Jermell Charlo hasn't fought since then due to the ass whipping he got.
What's your point?
So, the point is, how are we still ragging on Canelo and going with Canelo's regression as an argument point to why we don't think the stoppage is going to be here when the aftermath of these other fighters which have fought Canelo is fucking horrid?
That's the whole point. Literally, Berlanga got knocked out by a 160-pounder Hit Kid. Is that false or true?
That means he ruined him.
No, just answer my question.
Canelo ruined him.
Just answer my question. How did Canelo ruin him when he didn't knock him out?
He ruined it because pretty much Shiraz body bagged Berlanga easily. They've not been the same fighter Onslaught after fighting Canelo.
If Canelo ruined these guys,
I'm sorry. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. I hate to do this, but that's a body, and I'm gonna tell you why it's a body. No, hold on. Just let me say this. It's a body. Razorbacks suck. This is why it's a body. This is why it's a body. This is why it's a body. Listen
None of this shit is a body.
This is why. After Canelo, Munguia got fucked up, really bad, and
by nobody, unknown.
Berlanga got fucked up. Billy Joe Saunders not been back at all. You've even seen Charlo hasn't been back at all. John Ryder got fucked up after Canelo as well.
Well, Williams still running.
Triple G never came back either. Shit.
Yeah, and William Skull may not come. I mean, I don't know where William Skull is, but he ran.
He's running to the bank. He's running to the bank, guys.
The only one that recovered well was the Bull.
So I think it's a fair assessment that Canelo did ruin those guys, and he hurt every single one of them in the fight. He hurt Charlo, he hurt Berlanga, and he hurt Munguia.
Can I
Yo,
respond,
Newt.
please?
I got
Can
a
I
good
please
Yo,
respond?
rebuttal.
Could I
Hold on,
respond?
let Hamed say this real quick.
All right, let me see this. Look, those guys are all bigger than Canelo, so fair enough. Like he's not going to knock
Crawford's
them all
not.
out. Let me just finish this.
That's a great point.
Belanga is bigger, but he was there to be knocked out. Yeah, I know he kind of went into survival mode, but to me, Canelo was kind of playing with his food. And apart from Munguia, I don't think Canelo really carried any of those guys. I know he's like had similar problems which Pacquiao had when Pacquiao moved up to welterweight. Like he's shorter than him and kind of smaller than some of these guys. But if Crawford is there for 12 rounds, to me, it's going to be a Crawford fight unless they rob him. Like for Canelo to win this, I think Canelo got to knock him out because Crawford's a better boxer than Charlo. And Charlo, I thought he lost to Castano. That was a robbery. And he went 1-1 with Tony Harris. And I haven't seen Crawford run. The only fight I remember is the Victor Postol fight. So if he's doing that, to me, that's out of character.
I mean, to be fair, though, Crawford can be a better boxer than Charlo, but Charlo still wasn't good enough to beat Canelo.
Hey, Luke, can I respond?
Charlo wasn't good enough to beat Castano in the first fight. I thought
That's not Canelo.
Can I say something to Hamed, though?
Yeah. Hold on first. Did Brim? Did you want to say anything real quick? Because I didn't get.
Go on, Brim. I'll let Brim go first.
I'm not gonna debate the point. I do think Bud is built tough enough to make it through 12 rounds. It won't be just surviving. He will take some shots. He will get hurt. I think he's just built a little different than some of these other guys that his faults. Based on the makeup of Terrence Crawford. Crawford is the only time Terrence Crawford ever got hurt is because he was hurting somebody. He was trying to finish the job and the guy hurt and they turn around and whoop their ass. I'm not. Can I even get my fucking stern statement out before you fucking jump in? Shut the fuck up, please. Thank you.
Oh,
holy fucking shit!
I'll let Brim get his point.
I think a lot of things got to go right for Terrence Crawford to win this fight. Just being the honest God truth. A lot of things got to go right for him to win this fight. But I think he is tough enough to make it through the fight and not be a bitch about it in the ring. But is it a better chance that Canelo will knock Bud out than Bud will knock Canelo out? Hell fucking yes. Anybody that says Bud is gonna knock Canelo out, I just say, nah, I can't agree with that. I just can't. I just don't see an avenue for Bud to knock Canelo out. I just don't see it. I only see an avenue for Bud maybe to win a decision, but he has to fight a perfect fucking fight. And Canelo has to be on the same level that he was against fucking Skull or against fucking Berlanga, but I don't think that's going to be the same Canelo that's going to be in the ring. I just don't. I think Canelo's going to turn back the clock, Bud's going to turn back the clock, and I think it's going to be a good scrap, but Bud is going to have to find a way to survive at a couple points. He's going to get hurt a couple times. He's going to have to maneuver and figure it out, and I think he's tough enough to figure it out and still continue to fight, but at the end of the day, it's hard to find ways for Bud to win. The one way I see Bud possibly winning is keeping him at the end of the stick of the jab, circling them really well, doing that early rounds, and then hopefully Canelo gets tired in the back end. But that's just not how Bud really fights. So it's hard for me to say Bud's going to do that when he doesn't fight that way.
Can I respond to Brim, please? Can I respond to Brim?
Go on.
This is why, though, to Brim's point, and this is why the point is why I'm really fancying the Canelo stoppage. Bud takes his time at the start of fights. Look at the Madrimov fight. He was on the back foot that entire fight for the whole 12 rounds. And you can say he was outboxing Madrimov. That's fine. But he was on the back foot that entire fight. Yes, from early rounds onwards, even downloading data, he was jabbing off the back foot, hitting the combinations of the back foot. We know how Canelo cuts the ring off. Canelo is one of the if not the best, at cutting the ring off. Also, to that point, it's the extra weight. If Crawford's going to be more, it's Crawford if he's going to be more active with the extra weight.
Nah, man, Triple G was
and by the way, I'm going to actually bring up a quote, and I'm happy someone said Triple G. Abel Sanchez said this: Terrence, I don't care if he goes up to 200 pounds. Don't have that in time. If he would have fought 3 or 4 guys already at the weight and built up a work ethic, which we all know this is Crawford's first fight at 168, he'd have his strength in his body and he'd be able to compete and know how to beat these guys at 168. What he has done, in my opinion, and this is Abel Sanchez saying this, ballooning up to, the weight is the worst thing he could have done because he will tire quickly, and that is what is going to lead to Canelo's finish. And Abel Sanchez, Triple G's trainer, who knows how Canelo fights go, said that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Hey,
it
Nuke.
depends how much Canelo
Unfortunately,
is
though, for
declining
me,
from.
I mean, for you, Abel Sanchez be wrong than a motherfucker. So I hope Abel Sanchez beats Canelo
That's
because
true
Abel
too.
Sanchez be wrong than a motherfucker. But
Hell
at the
yeah,
end of
that's
the
true
day,
though.
though, he is kind of right, though. He is right, though. He is right. Not being acclimated to weight can be a very dangerous game. It can fuck up your time. It can fuck all. There's a lot of things that's against Crawford in this fight, and for him to win, he has to fight damn near a perfect fight. I'm just gonna be
Yeah,
honest,
I
though.
I mean,
agree.
He
I
has to
agree.
damn near
But
fight a
taking a
perfect
year
fight.
and 2 months isn't gonna help
who
his
hits
body
harder?
either.
Who
Nuke,
hits
let me
harder,
make this. Let me
Mayweather or
respond to Hit Kid
Crawford?
last point before I dip.
Well, no, you still got mine.
Oh, okay. What was your point again? What was you?
I was just asking who hits harder, Crawford or Mayweather, because people seem to think Canelo's going to walk through Crawford. Like, I agree if the weight and size is a problem, yeah, but
Hamed, can I quickly say something?
hold on, let me just finish what I'm saying. That I know Canelo was inexperienced, but he was also younger. His legs were fresher, and I'm saying Mayweather had enough power to keep him at bay, and that was Mayweather at welterweight, who wasn't a big puncher. If Crawford could actually carry the weight properly, I think Crawford hits harder than Mayweather.
Canelo's not 23
Hamed,
anymore,
can I
bro.
quickly say something to you which defeats your
Canelo's
whole
never been
argument?
hurt.
I already said he's not 23, but I also said
So then that point is mute.
No.
it's not mute. The mute is who hits harder,
Crawford's
Crawford or
older than
Mayweather.
Canelo, my man. Crawford's older than Canelo.
I agree, but I'm saying who hits harder between Crawford and Mayweather.
Yeah, but Canelo's never been hurt.
Canelo was inexperienced.
But he doesn't need to hurt him to win. Like, I'm trying to say, if he could outbox him,
You think
does need to
Crawford
hurt
can
him
get
to
the
calm him
respect
down,
to
though.
Canelo?
Canelo
That's what
been
I'm
hurt
trying to say.
before, but listen, y'all talking about Bud. The one thing that gets me is that y'all say, man, see, I lost my train of thought. But at the end of the day, Canelo.
What the?
The reason why some people are picking Bud is because Canelo, it looked like Canelo slowed down some. I just don't think. I think Canelo's going to turn back the clock. I think Bud's going to turn back the clock. I just think Bud is built tough enough to. He got a certain cloth that he the way he operates, the way his mentality. I think he'll survive the fight. Now, will he? I don't think he's gonna be a bitch about it. I think he gonna get tagged a couple times, and he's gonna have to retreat a little bit and figure it out. But he'll figure it out and find a way to stay in the fight and continue to fight. I just don't see. It's just hard for me to see an avenue for him to get a victory. That's why I said split decision Canelo, because Bud's gonna put up a hell of an effort, but it's gonna be again. I just don't think he can fight a perfect fight to win. I think he can
That's
fight
all
a
right, because
really good fight and be
I don't
in
think
there,
his
but I
defense
just don't think he can fight a perfect fight to win.
I don't think his defense is as good as Mayweather, so that's fair enough. Like, I can understand where you're coming from with that. Like, it could turn out like that.
Hey, kid, let me respond to your last point. Hey, kid.
Wait. Split. And also, though, this brings up the point of which I'd very simple to say it. What are we putting more faith in for this fight to go the distance? Bud being really good or Canelo's regression? What's the argument?
Bit of both. I think a bit of both.
If I'm gonna be honest, wait, hold on. If I'm gonna be honest though, on some real shit though, like real shit, I actually believe Floyd hits harder than Crawford.
What?
Go ahead,
hey, kid. Hey, kid. Let me respond real quick.
But you gotta think though, the only reason Floyd
Who
stopped
said
throwing
that dumb
heavy
shit? Real Talk said
shots
that dumb shit. Did he
was his
say
hand.
Floyd hit harder
it was
than
Real
Bud?
Talk. He going
Did
crazy.
Real Talk say that?
crazy, ain't it?
Real Talk, drop off the chat.
He going
Drop
crazy.
off the panel right now. Drop off the
Let me
panel
finish my
right
point.
now.
He just said
Are you gonna
Drop
let me
off the
finish my
panel
point, or y'all
right
just gonna
now.
start talking shit?
Hey,
Can I
Drop
finish my
off the
point real
panel for
quick?
that badass
Can I finish
comment.
my
That was
point right quick,
horrible.
or y'all just gonna keep talking shit? Okay.
No, we're gonna talk shit about
Shut
that
the
Floyd
fuck up,
against point.
Brim. Jesus Christ.
No.
Listen,
Clavo, will you get
the
control of this
reason
shit?
why
What the
Floyd
fuck?
stopped throwing heavy
Hey, I'm
shots
still waiting
was
to
because
respond to
his
Hit
hands.
Kid.
I'm waiting for my debate.
Clavo, Clavo, we gonna have to reschedule. I don't have that much time.
Man, come
So
on,
that's
man.
a duck.
That's a duck.
How's that a duck? Wait, how's that a duck when I come back?
Because you're pulling out.
That's called rescheduling. I don't have time.
You gotta go get what? You gotta go get your facts.
So Clavo,
make your point. Make your point before you leave.
You don't want to debate me again?
Make your point. Onslaught, you were making your point to me.
Let me respond to your last point. You said that Canelo ruined these guys. That's why they got stopped by smaller guys or knocked out with one single punch. And I just find that ridiculous. How can you prove that the reason specifically that Charlo didn't come back is because he went to a 12-round decision with Canelo instead of him getting a big payday?
Why has he not gone into a new fight?
Hey, yo,
Why has he
can I
not
finish?
gone into a new fight? Come on, you make me point for me.
Can I finish?
Oh shit!
Can I please finish? Can I please finish?
Go on.
How can you prove that is that specific reason instead of him getting paid a big paycheck and living it up in Texas? Instead of him, why would he have to come back to fight if he got paid more in one fight than his whole career?
That doesn't mean he's a bum.
Oh, that's a body bag. Oh, you don't have a response for that, do you?
Hold on.
Hey, Snoop, where the body bag at?
Hold on.
Hold on,
How
let him
wacky is that?
I didn't get to respond.
How wacky
I
is
got
that?
body bag without getting to respond. Nuke, where's it at?
You jumped the gun.
Real talk.
Where's it at, Nuke?
Stop.
I didn't get to respond.
How is that whack? Because I don't get a chance to respond, and immediately he says it's a body bag.
Because that's what happened to me. That's what I'm saying. You gotta get body bag.
It did happen to you on slot, but there was no way you could have. There's no response you could have given that could have saved you in that instance.
And there's no way
Hit Kid has an avenue, but I can't help him, or I'm going to be looking like Captain.
Here's the truth. Here's the truth. Here's why I find Onslaught's thing very interesting, okay? Because he's saying, because Charlo got paid so much money, he doesn't need to fight again. We all had Jamel Charlo in the near pound for pound, when he was going into that fight with Canelo Alvarez, okay? Some people had him in pound for pound less. Here's the other thing, though. There was a major debate at that time at 154 with Jamel Charlo that he was ducking Tim Tszyu.
Yeah.
At that time, there was a major debate. When that fight happened, Nuke will even back me up on this. We said it was a duck, and I said I felt really bad for Tim Tszyu. Now, obviously, careers have gone differently, okay? But at that time, you mean to tell me that Jamel can't come by and fight a fight against Tim Tszyu, which would fucking enhance his legacy, which, if we're looking at it now with perspective for the future, Jamel wins that fight by knockout.
Jamel,
Can I respond? Hit Kid, it's very simple. I need you. Can you prove that the specific reason why Jamel Charlo didn't come back is because Canelo ruined him instead of the big payday that he got? Hold on. Because him moving up, fighting Canelo and running and not putting in any effort shows that he didn't care about legacy in the first place.
He turned up for the paycheck.
Hold on. So if you can prove to me that Canelo ruining him, even though Canelo didn't stop him, giving brain damage. If you can prove that Canelo ruining him is the reason why he didn't come back, instead of him getting paid more in one fight than his whole career, then it's a body bag. If you can't prove that, can you prove it?
Nobody can prove that.
Okay, then so it's a body bag.
No. I'm responding. I'm responding.
It's a body bag because you can't prove it, and that's your point.
No. I'm responding actually because you just body bagged yourself.
How?
You want to know how you body bagged yourself, right? Though, because saying Charlo and all that.
Can you prove it?
It's not within the physical fight. The fact that he got the Canelo fight is what ruined Jamel Charlo.
Can you prove it?
The fact
Can you prove it?
So technically, to your point, no, because of the payday of fighting Canelo Onslaught. To your point, okay, you're saying how did Canelo ruin Charlo? Charlo saw Canelo as his cash out fight. The same thing. No. I didn't interrupt you. No, the same thing which Buck Crawford is seeing Canelo as the cash out fight.
That's not true.
That is the end of the argument right there. Thank you very much.
What was Charlo's demeanor going into the fight during the press conference with Canelo? What was Charlo's demeanor?
Crawford has offered a Conor McGregor fight. Literally, Crawford has offered a Conor McGregor fight, which would be just as much money. So I don't think that's the same.
But that wouldn't be a real fight.
He was offered $100 million to box and $100 million to go in the octagon. $200 million. He's paid $50 million for this. If it was just about the cash, he would not be fighting Canelo right now.
Exactly.
When did Canelo get offered that much money?
He fought Canelo for the money. He fought Canelo for the money.
But the name Canelo ruined Charlo.
So if you can't prove what happened in the fight is what ruined him, then you
ruined Charlo. That's the fact right there.
Can you prove that physically in the fight Canelo ruined him? Because that's the whole argument.
You want it to be about I'm on about the entire fight. The fight ruined Charlo. Come on.
Can you prove it?
Also, I heard y'all talking about.
Hold on. I'm gonna call this debate. I'm gonna call the debate. And so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give a body bag to Onslaught because he got the body bag on that one.
Thank you.
He cornered you, Hit. Just like your uncle did back in '96. Secondly, real talk, you laugh way too hard on that. Did that happen to you? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know.
I'm the diddler.
Anyway, so I'm gonna call that debate, in my opinion, a draw. I think Hit Kid was doing his thing. I think Onslaught was doing his thing.
That's fair.
I think we're gonna have to run it back on another topic, but I think it's a draw right down the middle. That's just my opinion. I think Brim was about to say something, and then Clavo and Onslaught can get into the debate if Onslaught got 2 minutes.
Hey, I just kept on hearing about IBFP. Let me say something real quick. Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I appreciate you for really being unfair. Like, I feel like you were more unfair. No, my bad. Fair. I'm making
unbiased.
Yeah, my bad.
I was about to say unfair. Yeah.
I appreciate you for being fair, more fair this time around than the last time. I really appreciate that. And just saying, it's a draw. We both had a body bag and everything. Clavo, what was our debate supposed to be about? Can you tell me the topic?
Oh my God! Your comparison of why is it cool that we'll give Canelo credit for beating Crawford, and you made a fantasy fight.
Yeah.
If we would give Tank Davis credit if he would beat Naoya anyway.
So look,
right. and before you get into that, I wanted Brim to get his point across real quick.
Okay, cool.
The Razorbacks. Go ahead, Brim.
Yeah, fuck the Eagles. I don't even want to say fuck the Eagles, but I'm forced to. The one thing I keep on here, I keep on seeing in the chat, and y'all said is Bud is old, but Bud's 38 is not the same age as mileage as a Canelo 35. We know Canelo got more miles than Bud on his tires. Now, that last fight, we did see a little tread on Canelo. On Bud. So we are questioning: is he's slowing down? Is he moving different? I think both fighters are going to turn back the clock, but to use Bud's age against him, considering that he has less tread on his tires than a 35 Canelo, is kind of disingenuous. Not just saying.
Usyk was older than Fury. Yeah, I agree with you. Like,
Brim,
it depends.
Brim, but you also got to add that Bud fights once a year, so that also plays against him. That's kind of harsh, bro.
That plays against him. It's a positive and a negative. A positive is his wear and tear on his body. Is the positive. The negative is the possible,
recuperation,
reaction time being slower, being a little rusty as the fight starts. Those are the negatives that could come up. Him not fighting in a year, but the positive could be his body could be fresh. So it's a yin and a yang. Which one will show up the most?
And the one thing I want to say in response to what Brim was saying real quick, I just want to say this. I know I don't always give you the credit, Brim, but that was a fact, and I got to give you 100% credit on that. Crawford has less miles than Canelo. Although we know Crawford being the actual older fighter at, I think 37, 38, he could get old overnight because he doesn't fight as often. But as of right now, based on the mileage of the two fighters, Canelo physically is the physically older fighter, having been through so many wars where Bud Crawford hasn't had those things. So that's a very good, astute point from Mr. Brim.
Yeah, but Nuke, mileage also translates to experience, bro. Like Canelo has to more experience. You feel? And so one thing that I wanted to say earlier was, and I'm gonna cut this shit short because I know y'all got a debate. I feel like with Canelo sparring Boots, I think that Boots is a far better competitor than most fighters in Bud Crawford's resume, bro. So that's a huge advantage for Canelo, bro.
Hey, Nuke, when's your next stream? What's the next stream?
Friday. We're back live Friday.
Okay, I'll be back. Clavo, we're gonna debate on Friday.
All right, that's
shit.
Hold on. If Clavo don't accept, it's a duck and he wins. Clavo, do you accept that, or you're just trying to take your bag right now?
No, yeah, I'll take it, but goddamn.
All right, the winner is Clavo. See you on Friday, Onslaught.
Wait, the winner is what? Are we gonna debate?
Well, I thought you said you about to pull out like we pull out a Hit Kid's mom.
No, I'm not about to pull out. I'm about to die if I don't leave right now. So we can redo the debate. I mean, we didn't start it.
Yeah, I know you can try again later, but right now Clavo got the victory. See you, Onslaught.
All right, good job, Clavo. I'm about to be out.
All right, Clavo got one. All right, man. What's the next topic, you guys? I know V. Did you want to finish any other points that you had first?
Does anybody want to? Does anybody want to debate that? The fact that I think that Boots is a far better competitor than most of Crawford's riders in his resume.
I think it's possible. It's possible, but it depends.
We're talking about
Boots
sparring
did.
here, so I mean, to use that as a big, gigantic argument, I think it's a waste of oxygen and time. It helps some, but it's not an end all be all sparring, dog. Like you're working on particular things, and there's other fighters that can give you good quality sparring that benefit you in the ring. Don't overstate it. If you want to be my guest, but you're gonna overstate it if you do that. If that's your point that you're trying to make.
Just something to run with. That's all. Just something
No,
around there.
honestly, bro, no, because I'm not gonna overstate it, but I think it's great work for Canelo because the
Yeah.
dimensions are the same. He's younger than Crawford. He's gonna be faster. You know, I honestly feel like he's naturally just stronger than Crawford too. So I think it's great work for Canelo. I honestly don't know who else you could bring in that would be better for him for this fight.
And he's a switch hitter ambidextrous as well. So
And I'm pretty sure I saw them training in Southpaw too. So
he's a good
yeah,
choice.
he was. No, he was. He was training in southpaw stance.
bro,
He
I'm
was.
telling you, I think Crawford's gonna come out orthodox, bro.
I think he's a good choice, but we don't know how
I
good
said that
Boots
last
is
video.
to compare him
Yeah,
to.
it would behoove him to come down, come in as a southpaw because you're susceptible to that right hand. Like, if Canelo lands those right hands and Madrimov was landing, like it's over, fam.
Only thing I say about Boots real quick in regards to switching,
He
a lot
gonna
of
have
times
fun
Boots
like
switch just to switch. I don't see the purpose with the switching in the ring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Crawford
but
used it
it's
more
not about like
effectively.
the timing and when he's gonna switch. It's not about that. What it is about is that he's showing him southpaw and he's showing him orthodox. So that's what's great about it is that you're able to train for both with just one guy. You understand?
But how do we know how good Boots is? Like, would he have beaten Brian Norman, the great? Like, would he have beaten
Yeah, he would
Brian?
have
No.
beat the fuck
I
out of
test
Brian Norman.
champion of the fucking world. I test champion of the
I'm just fucking
fucking
with you.
world.
Did he beat Stanchionis, bro?
Who, Boots?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you get some credit for that, right? We're not just gonna shit on him, right? I mean,
Boots
he
is
gets some credit.
Boots is the thing that we're not denying Boots' talent. I think he's a really good fighter, but I just feel like people have crowned him before he's earned the crown. That's all.
Listen, the same way Brim feel about Boots is the same way we feel about David Benavidez.
Yeah.
Actually,
Hamed,
but
do you have
David
an
Benavidez
issue
has
with
actually
that,
done
Hamed?
something for real, for real. He didn't done a little something,
Nah.
something for real, in
I
comparison to
think
Boots.
I think Boots is very talented. I agree with Brim, but I also think that Stanionis win is better than anything Norman or the other guys are well.
No, I got to push back. I got to push. Can I push back on that? Listen, Stanley on this is the fight before the Boots fight. He fought to do with 8 fights, dog. And then before that fight,
That was
he hadn't
after
fought in like
Leo.
2 years, bro. He fought 2
That was
times in
after
3.5 years, dog.
That was after Leo.
Y'all want to talk about Russ? Y'all talking about Buzz Russ? This motherfucker needed WD-40 before he went in the ring. He was
Who was Norman
R2D2 in the
beaten?
fucking ring.
Who was Norman beaten that's better than Stanionis? That was an undefeated
I
champion.
think at the time, the Stanley Onis, in comparison to Stanley Onis and where Stanley Onis was in the fight, the Santillion fight was a harder fight for Norman because he was fighting a guy that had the momentum, had a home court advantage, had all the things in his favor. So it's not the same as if you're going to compare Stanley Onis, who just fought a guy with 8 fights. That was his first fight in 2 years, and he was in the second fight in 3.5 years. That he was a robot to some degree. He needed WD-40 in that fight. I knew Boots was going to beat his ass going into the fight because of the
Norman ducked the fight. That's why we got there.
Listen. That's all fine and dandy. We talking about this duck the fights bullshit. I don't think nobody ducked nobody. Eddie Hearn fucked up because everybody. I saw somebody talking about how can Xander and Virgil negotiate a fight in 3 days, right? And people would agree with that, but then turn around and call Norman a duck when they only had 5 days to negotiate their fight. But it is what it is.
They had 2 different dates to negotiate. They could have fought.
It was only 5. Listen, but at the end of the day, that first negotiation was only 5 days, dog. It was only 5 days. When the Normans was still trying to negotiate, saying we're willing to take the 1.7 to neutral site, Eddie Hearn was going with the win because he got what he needed to pin the blame on the Normans because they couldn't negotiate any further because the IBF belt would have been stripped because Karen put in the paperwork on the 18th. That's what people are forgetting because people don't care about those facts. And people will call me a meat rider. He will call me a meat rider for telling the truth. We're telling documented facts. That's crazy. You know what? It is what it is.
The dad is on video.
Hey, Brim, I got a question
Xander
for you.
didn't even know a lot of the shit that he knows now. I told him shit that he didn't know back then because I did my research, I did my reading, I asked the right questions. My questions were answered, and anybody that's debating my questions that were answered, you have to go argue with Daryl Peoples. My shit was confirmed by Daryl Peoples, the IBF president. So what y'all telling me, truthfully, I don't give a fuck because I already got my shit confirmed.
Okay, hold on, everybody. 1 second.
Hey, Brim, I got a question.
Hold on 1 second, Park Street. Just for the record here, Brim. Who is your favorite fighter right now?
My favorite fighter right now?
Yeah.
No one.
It's still gonna be Usyk. It's still Usyk.
Who's the fighter that you talk about every time I see you?
Every time I don't do that, y'all bring it up to me. That's the difference. Y'all bring it to
Oh
me.
my gosh.
No, I don't know. Y'all bring it to me way more than I talk about. I can come
Okay,
here
Brim.
talking about other fighters, and y'all will put Norman on me. So stop the cap. Stop the cap. Hit the cash.
Okay, you got it, Brim. But let me ask you this question, and I'm gonna piggyback off what Park Street said. Is David Benavidez and Boots Ennis basically should they be viewed the same, or should
No,
or should they not be?
they should not be.
Can you explain that, Brim?
Benavidez has done more. He's fought some of his actual contemporaries, bro. Might have been late.
really.
He might have fought Plant later than he should have, but he fought Plant. Boo Boo ain't a bum, but
There's no
he fought
unified
Boo
titles
Boo ain't
as
the
well.
greatest,
Yes, he
but he
is.
fought Boo Boo. He fought
Boo Boo's a bum.
Morrell. I mean, listen, there's still more work for Benavidez to do, but Benavidez has done some work.
Yeah, but
Some
Benavidez is
work,
never
some
unified
real work.
titles.
He has done some real work, and to take that away from him would be unfair.
Yeah, but Boots has done
What
something
did
which Benavidez hasn't.
Benavidez say to the
Boots
work
ain't
of
done
himself?
no. Outside of Stanley on this, Boots ain't did no real work. Roman Villa was the one person everybody kept on hanging their hat on. So don't do it.
But
Don't do
he's
this.
still unified titles.
I don't
That's
want.
my point.
Yeah, unified because he beat one
No,
person.
we're
Stanley,
moving
he beat
goalposts. We're
one
moving the
person.
goalposts.
Hold on. Let him speak. Let him speak, Brim. Let him speak, because I didn't
Look,
get to hear what Hamed said.
Benavidez is never unified titles. Look, I'm a Benavidez fan, but Canelo came up and he beat all those champions, and Benavidez still has never unified. Like that is not a good look. Where Boots has done something which you haven't done. Do I think Benavidez has got a better resume? Yeah, of course. He's beaten more champions, former champions, whatever. He's beaten better caliber of fighters, but there's still some work to do. He needs to, obviously unify titles or beat some of the other champions that light heavyweight.
I agree with you. I did say there's work to do for Benavidez, but to put Boots on the same level as Benavidez, I can't do that. Just because you're Eddie Hearn is smart and does a good job for him and position him, and he got his unification, which is fine, and he deserves props for that. But I'm not going to take that and put that above 3 solid victories that Boots don't have. I'm not going to do that.
Who's more pound for pound worthy then out the two then? Let me ask
Wait, hold
you
up,
guys.
Hamed.
Benavidez.
Hamed, hold up. I agree with Brim, bro. Benavidez has progression,
He
bro.
can't be pound for pound worthy because see, pound for pound means moving up in weight and dominating. Benavidez hasn't done that.
Neither guy's pound for pound worthy, and the truth is,
but Hagler killed your bullshit point. Hagler never changed weights, and he was all pound for pound. So that just because you don't move weights does not mean you're
But that doesn't matter. But that doesn't matter. The pound for pound list was created for fighters that move up in weight and test themselves.
You cannot say it don't matter. Hagler was never pound for pound. Then your argument would have merit. Well, Hagler was pound for pound, so you can't say it don't matter.
It doesn't just prove my point. Pound for pound is literally in the name. Why do you think the top 5 guys are all guys that have dominated multiple weight classes?
That is true.
Besides Dimitri Bivol. Besides Dimitri Bivol.
The only barometer, like if you haven't done it, you're not.
That's the main barometer. It is the main barometer. It is. Do you know who it was created after?
I will agree with that. It is one of the main barometers. Because if it was the only barometer, then Hagler would have never been pound for pound, my brother.
No, I'm not saying it's the only one. I'm just saying it's the main one. It's literally in the name, pound for pound. So that means that if you're dominating in one weight class, you should be able to do that in another or another or another.
But Benavidez is the one thing than Bruce, though, in regards to his second weight class. So what are we arguing though? If we're arguing,
but he actually. Go ahead.
But he got.
What was you saying, Brim? I didn't hear you.
No, I'm saying, but if we're arguing who's closer to pound for pound, Benavidez did a little bit more in his next weight than Boost did, because Boost ain't even did his first fight yet. So
technically that's true, but we got to keep it a bean. That's an email belt.
Neither guy.
That's an email belt.
Hold on,
He didn't earn that belt.
We know he didn't earn that belt, but he won fights, though. He's won some fights already.
That's true. That's true.
Can I come in?
That's true.
Neither
Go ahead.
Neither guy is close to pound for pound. Truthfully.
Thank you. Neither one.
We agree on that.
No. Neither guy is close to pound for pound, and the only way either guy gets close to pound for pound is probably next year. If Boots goes on to fight, let's say, Virgil, and then either Fundora or Sayas, if he keeps winning, okay. But Benavidez, he has to beat Yard in December, which is a close fight, and then he has to beat, what do you call it? And then he'd have to beat BF.
If he wins those 2 fights, Benavidez is in my pound for pound. If he was to beat Yard, if you don't have him in the pound for pound at that point, you're hating.
Hold on, Brim. You know I'm not the biggest Benavidez fan. If he beats Yard convincingly, which is, I have Benavidez. I'm back and forth on that fight. It's 50-50, as you know. I know you're not.
He ain't got no
Pretty much. But that's what makes it a great fight. But if he goes on, let's say if he beats Yard to then go on and beat Beterbiev, then he's pound for pound. I'd have no argument to say Benavidez ain't pound for pound if he went on to beat Beterbiev.
What does Boots have to do to be pound for pound? Because listen, Boots is fighting Lima, but I'm telling you, Boots is going to get that the Bararu fight. He's going for that fight for the WBA chip.
I'll tell you what he'd have to do. He has to beat Lima. He has to beat Bararu, and then he immediately. Then for me, I think they're going to run him and Virgil. I think Virgil's going to have a championship by then.
Virgil, Fundora,
I don't
Tim
know,
G,
man.
bro.
The way Golden Boy moving, I don't know if Virgil's going to get a championship till he get to 160. How many more fights do is Virgil going to be at 154? Is the question.
Grim, look at Sayas and how he just embarrassed himself over ducking Virgil. Let's just all call that a fact.
That's not a duck. I don't think that's a duck.
Wait, who doesn't think that's a duck from last week?
Hey kid, if you don't want to have this debate with me, I'll body bag you, and I don't even want to like this body bag talk. If you want to talk about Xander looking bad against Virgil in regards to their negotiation, you sound crazy as shit. You sound bad crazy.
No, when he showed the contract and all that, it was when Sayas actually showed that it was a 50-50 contract, then.
That doesn't look bad for Xander. At the end of the day, last time I checked, Virgil has fought for 0 titles. He's never fought for a title. Who the fuck are you to dictate every single fucking term? You got a good fight is when somebody gives a little bit of something. You can't dictate every single fucking term and then say, oh, why you want to accept this? And then you turn around and you immediately fight Lubin when you was trying to fight Keith Thurman before you even came to Xander. Xander wasn't your priority, dog, because if he was your priority, he would have been the first you went to, not fucking Keith Thurman. Don't give me that bullshit.
No, that's a fair point, actually.
Now, the only thing I'll say to this, the only thing I'll say to this, at 154, you know, I think I made a video a week or two ago where I said, you know, I'm just not going to call anybody at 154 a duck because I think the way everybody's moving at some point, I feel like they're all going to fight. Yeah. They're all going to get together and fight at some point. But I will tell you this, Xander Zayas kind of moved like a duck a little bit in that. He came out with an interview recently, and he was talking about this. And look, that's how you know Brim already got his mind made up. You can't convince somebody that got their mind made up, don't want to hear the facts. And Xander Zayas didn't have a problem with the terms. He didn't have a problem with the 50-50. He didn't have a problem with any of that. Xander Zayas' only issue with the whole thing is the fact that he said, we wanted to fight in Puerto Rico. And then later in that exact same interview, he said, well, it doesn't matter what we fight. He contradicted himself. To me, that's a flaming hot duck. But I'm not going to call him a duck because I'm just telling you, he contradicted himself in the same interview. That's weird, but I'm not going to call him a duck. I'm not going to call anybody a duck. It's my hope is that when these young guys get their belts, they all fight each other. And I think and all the promoters, you got Oscar, Aram, Turkey, you got everybody involved. It's going to be hard to make these fights. And one last thing is, if you want to throw the wild card out there, Jermell Charlo has been. He's coming back to 50. I know you don't believe it. He's coming back to 54. And Jermell I promise you it's 54, Brim. I promise you it's 54, Brim. I promise you. Watch it, Brim. If he comes to 60 instead of 54,
I got a question for y'all after Nuke.
I'll come on here and apologize to you, Brim. But the only thing I'll say is Jermell Charlo came out and called out Errol Spence. He's came out and called out Fundora. And Jermell Charlo has even called out Boots Ennis.
I like it. I like all those fights.
I want all those fights.
I'll tell you this much. I believe Charlo will fight at 154 when the bell rings and it's 154. I believe Charlo, when he fights, he'll be at 160. I just have never believed that he's coming back to 154. I just don't believe
Me personally, I think he should stop at 160 just to mitigate the weight loss. Not hang out there, grab a belt there, and then drop back down to 154. Make it easy on himself.
Laura.
I think it's possible he fights Spence at 160.
Oh, that would be a great little scrap at 160.
I need legacy. Brim, I need legacy. I like that fight, Brim, but I need legacy from Jermell. I need legacy from him. We not fighting nobody that ain't got a belt.
I'll say this, Jermell. The one fight I would really respect Jermell for if he is going at 160 will be Janabek. Let's just all say it truthfully.
Ooh, I'm so
Ooh.
sick of Janabek and Adamas. I'm so sick of both of them, man. I'm sick of both of them.
I thought Janabek moved to 168. Or is
No,
that
he's
not
still
true?
at 160. Still at 160.
Oh, he's still at 160?
Still waiting around. I mean, look, at the end of
Is
the
he still
day,
a belt
these
holder?
guys.
That Janabek Adamas fight should have
Unified.
happened. I'm with Grim on
Adamas
that.
is scared of Janabek.
He's unified.
Yes, he has 2 belts.
That's
Janabek has
crazy.
been
Well,
calling
that
for
leads
the
to my
fight.
next question.
Adamas don't want it.
That leads to my next question.
But the thing is,
If one fighter, hold on, let me ask this question right quick, because you know I'm a casual. If one fighter has a belt, right, and let's say that another fighter has another belt. Now I know within the sanctioning bodies, if a mandatory activates their mandatory, you have to fight or be stripped. Is there a rule that says a title holder has to fight another title holder, that it's mandatory for them to fight? Or because if it's not, then I can see why a lot of these dudes are ducking each other because they're not enforced.
I don't know every single bylaw for every single sanctioning body, but I do know the IBFs. So in regards to the IBF, when a purse bid is set, when a purse bid is set, you are no longer able to negotiate a unification. But when they first put the bid in before the 30 days to negotiate, you have time to be able to still make a unification that can supersede the mandatory. But what happens is if a mandatory pushes the issue and files paperwork before the 30 days, for the IBF, you have 48 hours and you have to submit paperwork for an extension with $20,000 to be able to proceed and make your unification fight. That's how it works for the IBF. The other sanctioning bodies, I'm not 100% on because I have not read all their bylaws, but I've read the IBF's bylaws.
Okay, and where did you find those bylaws?
In the IBF, if you go type in IBF, rule book, whatever, and I was reading the rule book. I was reading the bylaws. I was reading what terms have for IBF in regards to unifications and mandatories and stuff like that. I read into it, and so then I started asking questions.
Okay, yeah, I got to do my research. Thank you, I appreciate that.
No doubt. I don't know the other ones though, so I can't quote you. I can't quote you on what the other ones are. But again, when they say unifications trump mandatory, they do. But it's a timeline.
Tight window. It's a tight window for it.
Because if you don't have any mandatories, there's no window. You know what I mean? If you've already satisfied your mandatory, then something like WBO is 18 months once you've done your mandatory. So that means you have a year and a half where you don't have to worry about a mandatory once you've satisfied your mandatory.
I didn't know that.
Again, every sanctioning body is a little bit different. I think the IBF is 12 months, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I know WBO is 18 months. So again, every sanctioning body is a little bit different, but a lot of those same rules apply. If you don't have a mandatory right in front of you, then you have a little bit of free reign to do a voluntary or to do a unification. It's only when you have that mandatory that's in the queue where it gets a little tricky, Okay.
Now, would y'all recommend that boxing be all under one roof than it being separate and 4 different sanctioning bodies? How would y'all feel about that?
No, because it would be like a clusterfuck of like making fights. Like, I mean, it could get simplified, but then it's just gonna be it would lead to basically the guy that sells more tickets getting the fight as opposed to the number 1 ranked guy.
Edgar's scared of change. Edgar, you scared of change.
No, Brim. No, like I'm Brim. I'm all for fucking bringing in like shit like a super series or a tournament to fucking keep making championship fights nonstop instead of bullshit fill-in fights. Like I'm all for that. Like, but to say that you can conglomeratize it as a WWE fucking thing. You're gonna be fucking passing around the championship belt like on WWE every fucking month. Like it's
but that's what we want.
But
if you're passing around the belt, that means that you're fighting the best.
No, not necessarily, because what it's going to lead to is the promoter or whoever's the head of that fucking decisioning body is going to be like, well, wait a minute, Brim is bringing in more tickets than Hit Kid, so I got to give Brim the fucking fight.
It's already happening.
Shouldn't it be about the fight? Shouldn't we have an owner that is like, listen, it's about the fight. The fights are going to bring the money. Shouldn't that be the mindset?
Yes, they could lead to that, but it also could lead to favoritism, where like motherfuckers, like consistent guys that sell are going to get fights, and guys that don't sell won't get the fight.
But Edgar, that's already happening now. Look at 147. Look how Rolly and Ryan was able to fight for the WBA with Gaiasov taking step aside, being sitting on the sidelines. It's already happening now, Edgar.
Yeah, but look, are you content with that fight?
Fuck no. I mean, it's cool for them to have that fight.
Exactly.
Cool for them to have the fight. They had not earned the ability to get the belt.
Well, the only thing I
But
want to
that's
say is
exactly
that,
my point.
Edgar,
but your point is you're saying you're worried about it happening, but it's already happening.
But that's what I'm trying to avoid. Like, yes, these fights can get made, but they're based on
I think
fan,
you're
they're
missing it,
just based
Edgar.
on
You
seats
said
on ass.
that if they're all under one body, then they would be ducking and doing all of that. But they're already doing it now, which is Brim's point. So we might as well try to do it.
No.
Under
But
one umbrella.
if you do that, you're just making it easier for certain motherfuckers to they're not going to be able to duck. But the promoter's going to be like, well, wait a minute, he doesn't bring in fucking seats, so I can't fucking give him the fight. I got to keep giving it to this other guy who keeps bringing me tickets.
Well, what if we do it like you said, like do the super series, right?
That is fine by me.
Let's say you do a series where like the top 20 or 30 fighters, they each fight each other. You feel what I'm saying? And then and then you do something like that, but that's continuously rotating, and which is putting spotlights on so and so. Would that seem like something that?
Yes. But at that point, you're keeping all the fucking sanctioning bodies separate. That means there can be an 8-man tournament or a 4-man tournament or whatever. 8-man would be, I guess, the best. But 8-man tournament in each division under each sanctioning body. That means you're getting the top 8 rated guys fighting each other consistently for a fucking belt.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to just be those guys. They could be the top 20, 30, 40 guys.
Hostage,
what do you say, Hamid?
Basically, Edgar, I agree with him. He got a point. Basically, if there's only one belt, he was saying people can start holding that belt hostage.
Exactly.
It's not going to be
no, but that's what I'm saying. The whole point of them being under one sanctioning body is that they have no choice but to fight each other.
Yeah, but I watch UFC. Sometimes that still happens. Look, Francis Ngannou was meant to fight. I think it was that Ghani guy, and he didn't fight him. He went to fight Tyson Fury. John Jones was meant to fight the British guy Aspinall. He didn't fight him. So that doesn't mean it's going to always eliminate that barrier. They could still find a way to avoid fights or hold the.
But how do mandatories work in UFC versus boxing?
Hold on 1 second, Park Street.
John Jones.
The one thing that we're missing here is that the reason why Turkey Al-Sheikh has been praised so much is we was expecting him to be able to put the money on the table and make all these fights happen. For some reason, we're still not getting all of the fights we want. Like, it should have been easy to put together a Janibek Adames fight, but it hasn't happened. Like, these fights would be easy to put together. And I'm sure there's other fights we want as well. But then if you do a Super Series tournament or anything like that, then that means Terrence Crawford would have had to petition at 168 to go up to the weight class, and he couldn't just get a shot off at Canelo. He would have to fight one of the top contenders before he could fight that fight. Like, there's too many guys with too many names and too much money to ever accept that.
Well, exactly. I mean, okay, all right. So I mean, in this scenario, the Bud versus Canelo fight is, I guess, a mega fight, so it would trump that. But if they would systematically set up a Super Series tournament in each sanctioning body, then each sanctioning body can take their own top 8 rated guys in each division and fucking just throughout the year be like, all right, we're gonna randomly draw, or you can either randomly draw or go 1, 8, 2, 7, 3, 6, 5, 4. Winners keep moving on. And the winner at the end of the tournament gets to fucking fight for the championship at the end of the year, which way it kind of works. But then that means every sanctioning body can run that every fucking year. You're going to get, I would assume, good to great fights. And the belt is always going to be up for grabs with the guy that earned the right to fight for it.
But isn't that sounds like something that we want?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, but that doesn't, but Park, that is keeping all the sanctioning bodies separate and just rewarding their top 8 guys, which it'll just be a revolving door of hopefully good fights. But if you umbrella it to one fucking one sanctioning body, shit can happen like Hamed just said in the UFC. Now it's only one belt and it's one guy fucking either ducking and dodging or setting the standards for whoever the fuck he wants to fight.
Or Edgar, even the lineal title. Like, look at Tyson Fury when he beat Klitschko, good win. He didn't do the rematch. Then he had the Ring Magazine belt until 2017 or 2018, and he just sat on it. Before
Exactly.
couple of journeymen, then he got the Wilder fight. Like that to me, I don't think is gonna work in this day and age when all these
Right.
guys are not willing to fight the best in it.
Exactly,
Right.
and
But
that's why they need to be forced.
But that's what I'm saying. The way I'm trying to explain it, if Turkey can use his fucking money, or someone can get the sanctioning bodies all together and be like, listen, we need to help the sport not lose more and more fans. Let's
Yeah,
propose this style of fucking Super Series tournament to reward the top 8 guys so that they
yeah,
get a chance at the title. And that means we will potentially get good fights, great fights, and people will come to, it'll revitalize the sport. And the guys that are outside of the top 8 rankings, they're going to work their ass off to get to the top 8, to fucking get into the tournament year after year after year.
yeah, absolutely. Because you could do like a series 10, 8, 6, or like a 12, 10, 8, 6. And then
It
that
would,
way you know who the up and coming fighters are, you know who the prospects are, you know who's supposed to be who. Like I
it would
agree with all of that, Edgar. I
it,
agree with
it
all
would
that
be
shit.
it would be like take NCAA football. Remember what happened years and years ago? Teams would get fucked for not getting into the championship fucking game because of some stupid loss or some stupid game. They would get
Mhm.
fucked out of it. Now they've monetized it and they generate more money by getting the top 4. Now the top 4, and now it's even going to be top 8. Top 8
Yeah.
guys are going top 8 teams that win their fucking that win their conference, they get a bid. So it rewards them for winning their conference. They get into the top 8, and now they have a chance at the fucking national title. That's all they have to do. And
Yep.
I don't think as a fighter you should be opposed to that, because if you're an up and comer, you're gonna have a chance to prove yourself. B, if you're already ranked within the top 8, you're gonna get a fight. You just gotta win to get the number 1 seed.
Oh,
Facts. Facts.
let me
17 more
add
days.
boxing Wayne. What's up, boxing talk with Wayne? What's good with you, my brother?
17 more days until Terrence Crawford go ahead and cross that threshold and win that undisputed title for the 3rd time. 17 days. But yeah. I can't
How do
wait. I
you
can't
see
wait.
him
I
winning?
can't wait. I
How
can't
does
wait.
he win, Wayne?
Can you explain how you see him
Okay,
winning?
Break it down, Wayne.
yeah,
Break
yeah,
it
yeah. I'm
down.
gonna explain to y'all. Let me explain to y'all in layman's terms. I'm gonna give it to y'all in layman's terms. The most important punch in this fight for Terrence Crawford is gonna be his jab, because he's gonna come out in southpaw stance right away. Right away. He's not gonna come out in the orthodox. I know people say, "Oh, he's gonna come out in orthodox and then he's gonna make an adjustment and go southpaw." No. He's gonna start off in southpaw because his jab from the southpaw stance is more powerful than the right hand stance, because
Only
he
thing
gonna.
though is, Bud, man, standing in southpaw,
Hey,
the
you
weakness
asked
for
me to explain
southpaw
it to you.
is
Hey,
that
hold
right
on.
hand.
You asked me to explain it to you. You asked me to explain it to you. I'm doing it. I'm gonna let you. Hey, look, you can come in after that. But yeah, coming in from the southpaw stance right away creates a better, stronger jab, because he's gonna need a strong jab, because otherwise he cannot use a paw and jab with Canelo. He's too strong. You have to be able to use something that's gonna make him reset. So you throw your stronger jab, you just go southpaw. I mean, you just go southpaw right away. And I believe Crawford is a little bit more powerful when he's southpaw, opposed to being orthodox. Now he's a little bit more technically sound, especially his defense is a little bit better when he's orthodox. But when he's southpaw, he's more powerful with his punch selection, and his punches are more powerful. But um, and I know y'all gonna say, well, don't do this because it's sacrilegious. Sacrilegious. He's gonna have to put Canelo on his back foot. Yeah, put him on his back foot. You cannot let Canelo come at you all night. You can't let a powerful guy like that just keep walking you down all night. So Terrence is gonna have to stand his ground, keep his back off the ropes, and at times he's gonna have to push Canelo back, which he will. He will do that. I know y'all will be surprised when y'all see that, but he will push Canelo back, or attempt to push Canelo back, because he has to get Canelo's respect. He cannot go in there moving around like Charlo did, and let the man just have so much momentum going forward, and he's already a powerful guy. So yeah, I see I see Crawford using his jab, being very functional with his jab. He's going to have to throw at least 20
close to 20 jabs around. Whether they land or not, he's going to have to throw them out there, and he's going to have to land some, of course. But the jab will help him make Canelo reset from time to time.
Do you think
So yeah,
Crawford needs to fight mid-range or on the outside? Like Mayweather stayed in the pocket, and I think that's the right blueprint to beat Canelo. But I think Crawford doesn't have the defense of Mayweather, so that's going to
I
be the
think
big
the
fight.
mistake that people keep going back to is the Mayweather fight. I mean, even if Canelo and Mayweather fought again, at like if they fought it like from where Canelo was 22, 23 at that time with a catch weight. If Canelo's not fighting at a catch weight and he's not that inexperienced and he's fighting at his best weight. So really, if you were to ever review, it's really hard to use the Mayweather fight as a blueprint when he's never going to be at that kind of big disadvantage ever again with anybody. And so the better blueprint would be more of a Bivol, but the only issue with that one as well is that as good as Bivol is, Canelo Alvarez is likely not going to go up that high in weight because you already noticed that at 175, Canelo slows down completely. He clearly gassed in a Bivol fight because he had to work every second of the fight. And then even in the Kovalev fight in which he won, he was almost like completely out of breath at the end. I mean, the man was exhausted in that fight, even though he won it. And so Bivol, who's an elite athlete, really took everything he had. 175 is going to be a stretch too far for Canelo Alvarez to be able to campaign at that weight. 168 is the weight. And I don't think Floyd could have ever fought a Canelo fully hydrated at a much higher weight. It would have been a different outcome. So really, it's hard to compare those two. I think for Terence Crawford to beat Canelo, he has to come up with his own blueprint, and he has to do it his own way. And Terence Crawford is talented and gifted enough to create a lane and a path to figure it out. The question is, can his chin hold up? Can his power hold up? Can his gas tank hold up? And what happens if Canelo hit him with some shit and do some things that he's not expecting? Because we all look at Canelo as, oh, he's this big, strong guy. What if Canelo switches that shit up and he comes completely with a different style like he showed us he can do many, many times in the past? The Canelo that fought Berlanga will not be the Canelo that fights Bud Crawford.
And I got a question for Wayne. Do you think, because I remember you said that Bud needs to gain Canelo's respect. Do you think after Canelo seen Bud in the ring holding hands with the Turk that Bud's going to get his respect?
No, I don't answer questions.
That has shit to do with the fight.
I don't answer questions like that, my man.
So you don't want to answer? You ducking the question, Wayne?
What?
No,
that's a valid question.
Legitimate question, Wayne.
That's a valid question.
I don't get into look. Watch this. I don't get into that type of stuff. What you mean? This is boxing. Tactical with the fight. If you got to ask me something tactical with the fight, then I'll answer that. I'm not gonna answer that.
So you ducking the question, Wayne?
What the fuck? To me, that's a dumb question, though. Him holding his hand with Turkey got shit to do with what's gonna happen in the fight.
Yeah, I'm ducking that. I'm ducking that.
I see another man holding hands with another man who is not his father.
Bro, that's their customs, bro. You got an issue with us Americans have an issue with their customs. That's no more, no less,
man,
bro.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Get
every other nation's customs, bro.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Watch this. So
you can have respect for the Turk without being sweet. You can have respect for their customs without being sweet. It's certain shit that you can do. There's certain shit that you can't do.
I'm gonna tell you this.
So I guess if kissing a man on the lips was their custom, you would be doing it too, then, bro.
Whether Terence Crawford hold his hand or not is not gonna be no factor on the fight. Because whether he hold his hand or not, it's not gonna be a factor on the fight.
Okay, so he didn't palm his hand
and beat him. If Terence Crawford go out there and beat him, then what you gonna say? You let somebody beat you that hold somebody else's hand? I mean, it's stupid.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm gonna say. And not only was he holding his hand, they was interlocking. The fingers was interlocked.
Okay. So
I'm just saying, but the men in my family don't hold hands like that.
I don't care
about. Hold on, I got a question for Boxing Wayne real quick.
I'm predicting fights.
Hold on, Boxing Wayne. Wayne, I got a quick question for you. How do you feel Terence Crawford's going to take the first big shot that gets through him?
This is another big thing, right? Hold on. This is another big thing about fighters taking shots. Now, when you say how is Terrence Crawford gonna handle his shot, all I can do is go by what I've seen as far as what Terrence Crawford has been able to do in the ring. Now, he has not fought anybody with a strong punch as Canelo, so we won't know until fight night on how he'll take his punch. But all I know is, as of right now, Terrence Crawford's chin has held up very well. As of right now.
Hey, Wayne, do you think that Canelo is going to be Crawford's fastest fighter that he fought?
No. That was Gamboa.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Gamboa. Gamboa was fast. Yeah, I know people have questions about now look, if you tell me that you have a question about if he gonna be able to hold up with getting hit with a Canelo punch, okay, that's a valid question. If you say that you don't think Terrence Crawford can win because of the weight, that's a valid question. Me, myself, I don't think anybody can do what Crawford is attempting to do. Only a few fighters can attempt to do this. Crawford is one of those fighters that can attempt to do what he's doing because he has the skill set to actually have to go up there with
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Canelo and in
I
my
was told that
mind
you
and
guys
say
have the
he has
replacement
a
pockets
more
for
of
the.
a better chance of winning the fight. He has the skill set to do it. It's not like y'all act like Terrence Crawford is a normal fighter. He's not a normal fighter. He's
He's not.
a exceptional fighter,
He's
not
a
a
great
normal
fighter.
fighter.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not a normal fighter. So if Canelo beat Crawford, it's a great victory. ATG Hall of Fame victory.
It is.
Yeah.
And
If he
Terrence Crawford is truly special in a lot of different ways. But the only question that I have is, just like you said, you won't know the night of the fight. You can only judge based on what you've seen. And seeing how he got hurt in multiple other lower weight classes, one would surmise that if Canelo lands a flush shot, Bud might not be able to take it and could be out quick.
Well, okay.
Can
I
I
mean,
answer?
look,
Can I answer that
you can
question?
say that. Hey, look, you can say that.
Hey,
And coming
I'm
up
about to
with that
leave.
point, that you
All right,
just
Clark.
said, that's a valid point. But I can also say I seen Manny Pacquiao stop Cotto, but when Cotto moved up and waited for Canelo didn't stop him.
Yeah,
So
can I reply
boxing
to
don't
that?
go how you think it's gonna go.
Very,
Boxing is a
very
weird
different,
sport.
very different
Weird
weights,
sport.
very different situations. You're
Not
I
at
got
talking
one
all.
about
question. I got one question
very
to go before I leave.
Can I get?
completely different.
How?
How the fuck get hurt every
Canelo
fight?
Alvarez is fighting at his best weight at 168 pounds. He's dominated every fight at the weight.
I would argue that his best weight is 160.
You could
Yeah,
argue that, but
I
he
agree. Yeah.
didn't dominate every fight at 160. He
But I'm
dominated
gonna
one
tell
every
but
fight at 168. And I
Canelo
think
looked
the facts show that.
Canelo looked a much better defensive wise at 160 than he do at 168 to me.
He's more dominant at 68 than he was at 60.
But he fought better. He fought better opponents at middleweight, though.
Or he
Okay.
just
Well,
made
you
the
can say
opponents
that,
look
but at
easier
That leads to
at
my next
160,
68.
question, Wayne.
hey,
That leads to my
He
next
could have
question for
made them
Wayne.
look easier at
do you
68
think his best
because
opponent
he's
was
so
at
talented.
160? Do you think his best opponent that he fought at is at 160 than 168? Because he
Oh,
fought
Triple
Gillespie.
G, yes, of course. But
Yeah.
Danny Jacobs.
you also talk about styles make fights. And
Yeah,
so you
it
also
does.
talk about different styles. So you talking about
It
a
does.
Saunders who's very skilled. You talk about a Plant who's skilled. You talk about different styles that make fights. And he's dominated a variety of styles of undefeated prime world champions at 168. You got to give him and say, hey, this is the best weight he's ever looked against this level of competition consistently. And
But
so
watch
that
this
would lead
though.
you to
Watch this though.
believe
I'm gonna
that it's
be
a
honest with
different
you.
problem up
I
here.
don't think 147 is Terrence Crawford best weight. I thought Terrence Crawford was more dominant at 140. I'm
And
gonna
so
tell you
what do you
why.
think
Hey, I
about
got a
Terrence
question real
Crawford
quick
at
for
I'm
Wayne
gonna
before
tell
I
you
154,
go.
why.
Wayne?
I'm gonna tell you
Wayne,
why.
I know.
Crawford.
Before you tell me why, Wayne, what did you think about Bud's weight at 154? How did he look at 54 to you?
He looked good at 54. He looked good at 54. Now he didn't knock the
He
guy
looked
out,
good.
but he looked good at
He
54. He didn't
he
knock
You
the
looked
thought
guy
that
out,
was a
good.
great
but he looked
performance?
good
You
at
thought it was
54.
a good performance, an average performance, great?
I thought it was a good performance. I thought it was a good performance.
Can you grade that? If you
Rate
gave it
the
a grade,
performance,
what would
A,
you give
B,
it?
C, D.
I give it a B. I give it a B. Solid B. Solid B.
Okay. All right. So I
Yeah.
got one more question for you, Wayne, before I go. Do you think that Terrence Crawford has the footwork to counteract Canelo's foot placement, and do you think that he can handle Canelo's defense?
Yes. Okay, so when you say does he have the foot movement.
Madrimov got better footwork than Canelo. I
Watch
think.
this. So you saying does he have the better foot, a good enough
No,
foot
no, no, no,
movement
no, no.
to
No, what I'm
handle the
saying is,
foot placement? Now,
yeah,
with foot placement is different than foot speed. So Canelo has great foot placement. So do Terrence
exactly. That's what I'm
Crawford.
saying.
So
Yeah, that's
that's
like
why
yeah,
this fight right here. That's why y'all gonna see in the first 3 rounds it's gonna be kind of slow because they're gonna be trying to battle with the feet. Just
And one
keep
thing
your
I want to add real quick is that Canelo is a much more skilled fighter than Israel Madrimov. It's like levels and levels above Israel Madrimov skill wise.
But you know
Nuke,
what?
I
We
think
can't do
Madrimov
that
yeah. I
because
think the same way.
we
I
hold
think
on,
he's
hold
way
on.
more
We
skilled
can't
than
I
Bud.
want to hear
listen.
what
We can't
Hamed was going to
lessen
say real quick,
fighters.
Wayne. I'm going to come right back to you. What
Yeah,
you
you're
say, Hamed?
hijacking the thing, but look, I agree with you. Look, Canelo's got a much better resume, and he
Not
does.
resume. I'm talking about pure
Yeah,
skills. I think
I
he's
was
a
gonna get
better
to.
skilled
I was gonna
fighter
get
than
to that.
Israel Madrimov.
I think Canelo's got better head movement. He's got more power, but I think Madrimov got the Eastern European footwork, which also made Golovkin and some of those other guys very good. I'm not comparing him to Golovkin, but what I'm trying to say, he does things I think better than Canelo, but Canelo does a lot of other things better as well. So
And
I
yeah,
think. But I think for Canelo to do or have the same success, he has to get into the right position. So if his feet are quick enough and if he's able to land, yeah, he could knock him out. But the reason Madrimov was having that success was because he had things working with him over Crawford. And Crawford, I thought, had some problems early on with Postol as well. I
two
think it's a different
questions.
fight.
Two
What
questions,
did he
Hamed.
have
What
working
would
over
you grade?
Crawford?
Hold on. Two questions for Hamed. One, what would you grade the Terrence Crawford Madrimov fight for Crawford? What grade would you give him? A, B, C, D. What grade would you give him first off?
I would probably say C because I thought that was like 7-5. I thought, that was very close. You could have made the argument for Madrimov. I don't think it was a robbery, but I think I
It
thought
could have been a
Crawford.
draw, but it was very close.
Yeah, it was close. I thought you could go anywhere between 8-4 to 7-5 Crawford, or you could
Okay.
have argued a draw. But I thought Madrimov is a much better fighter than his record suggests. And I was saying that early on because he stepped up in his 4th or 5th fight against very good opponents like Eric Walker, Sorrow. This is a different fight in a different weight class. So I'm not going to, compare Madrimov to Canelo because I think
Absolutely.
if Madrimov fights Canelo, we'd all probably pick Canelo because, stars make fights.
Yeah. Last question on this one, Hamed, and I'm gonna go back to Wayne. Is who do you think has the better footwork, Virgil Ortiz or Israel Madrimov?
That's a good question. I need to rewatch that fight, but I thought Madrimov had the footwork, but he was feinting too much and kind of fighting, if you get me, in amateur style. Like in the first 4 rounds, he didn't do anything, and Virgil Ortiz has racked up a lot of rounds.
I'm about to head out, man. Y'all be good tonight.
All right, if you look at Virgil Ortiz's face, that was still a tough fight. Like you could argue Virgil may have done better, but Virgil took more damage, where Crawford done more damage. But I think you could argue Virgil Ortiz maybe won it more clearly because on one of the scorecards that was wider. But I would say regarding this fight with that fight, what was the question? Because Madrimov,
Yeah, who had the better footwork, Virgil Ortiz or Madrimov? It's fair to say Madrimov had better footwork, but Virgil Ortiz was able to beat him because he was just a better overall fighter.
I agree, but I think
so.
Crawford,
footwork's not the end all be all.
Of course, it's not because Virgil Ortiz and Canelo fight different and nothing alike. But who do you think is a better fighter between Madrimov and William Skull? Because I would say
William Skull would stop Madrimov every day of the week.
No. I'm saying in their own weight class. Who do you think is a better fighter?
Oh, I would say Madrimov is probably a better fighter than William Skull in their own weight class. But the issue with that argument is it's not realistic because if you're talking about Bud who fought Madrimov, that Bud, I don't know if he could fight William Skull and would even win. I hear what I hear the argument, but the issue is that they're complete. You're talking about a massive guy that's 6'1", 6'2", massively built like a tank. You really can't even say, well, the better in the weight class. Yeah, that's fair, but Canelo's not fighting. He's fighting in a weight class that really physically he shouldn't even be in. He's just such a talented and gifted fighter that he can fight these guys. So if I saw Bud fight a William Skull, like me personally, my preference would have been Bud get active, go fight William Skull, and then fight Canelo. But looking at William Skull's dimensions and the fact that he has a jab and he's fast, I think he would have beat Crawford.
No, Crawford's not beating all the guys Canelo fought because he's not a super middleweight.
He physically can.
He's not a super middleweight, but Canelo has moved up, and
Correct.
like you made some videos where Crawford's got longer reach. So I think
Correct.
this is a fight based on styles. But the
I
only
agree.
reason I was
agree.
asking that because Madrimov, I think is Virgil Ortiz's best win. With William Skull, I don't know how good he is because I've only seen him fight like twice. I think it was the Shishkin fight, like highlights of that, and this Canelo fight. I need to see what he does because we don't know if this guy is even that good. He was kind of running, and he kind of hasn't really done anything outside that.
Yeah, and don't forget, Turkey Al Sheikh said no Tom and Jerry with the Canelo Crawford, but Crawford said he's going to do whatever he wants to do. So we'll find out. Let me pay these bills. Tony Castillo says Tim Bradley's the biggest Crawford dick rider. Him and Andre Ward actually argue over his dick because they don't know which one wants to take it at any given time. Country says just playing Nuke. I got love for you, homie. My brother, it's all good. I talk shit and joke all the time. And that's just part of the game. John Contreras says, let's keep it real, Nuke. If Bud can stick to the game plan, box well, stay composed, I could honestly see Canelo knocking him out by the 10th round. I mean, I think a knockout is definitely possible for Canelo, knocking out Bud. Yes, I could see that. My brother Nomas Thomas says, Edgar, can you read this, please? Edgar?
Yeah.
Hit Kid's not on the panel anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Can you tell Hit Kid to put his shorts on his chin? Mooning the public is a crime. Hashtag BDL chin. Salute to my brother Nomas Thomas. My brother Lord Scante says, weak body bag, because Bud himself said he was going to stomp a mud hole in Canelo. Charlo didn't say he was going to run through Canelo. That's a very good and astute point as well. My brother Nomas Thomas says, Brim wear his boxers backwards for the little hole to be exposed for Brian Norman Jr.'s meat. Oh, man, that was cold. Salute to my brother Nomas Thomas. And JMA says, you should use headgear when you're sparring, or you end up like the owl who onslaught chewing nuts. Heavy guys stand more punishment. I'm not sure what these comments have been here for a while, so they're not really, the panelists have left. Taylor was destroyed by Chavez after 12 rounds. Guy couldn't even talk right. It's not impossible for something like that to happen. True, significant damage. My brother Detroit, you got to get on the panel very soon. Triple G was number one pound for pound in 2017 and never moved up. That's an absolute fact. Is that El Chapo's wife?
I believe so.
That's like, okay. JMA says Canelo can box and counter from the back foot. Yes, he can. And that's one thing that Boxing Wayne has left out. Boxing Wayne never talks about Canelo's boxing ability.
Listen, can I just say something about what Boxing Wayne said?
Yeah.
Hey, watch this.
Hold on, Edgar. I'm gonna let you go. Let me just read these last two because I'm done with this. JMA says you can stand on Crawford for holding Turk's hand because it's a custom, but you can't understand Canelo is not giving David a payday for disrespect. Make it make sense. Salute to my brother JMA. And my brother Nomas Thomas says, Hamed got to stop hitting the hookah. Canelo. Salute to my brother Nomas Thomas. I don't know if Hamed likes hookah or not, but salute to Hamed.
This is a fruit basket.
I sometimes, what's that?
Go ahead, Edgar. Ask the question.
Okay. So can I ask, can we all agree that as you move up in weight, shit gets harder?
Of course. But
can we all agree on that?
Yeah, of course, but it depends.
Okay. So Wayne just said a couple minutes ago that he believes that Crawford's best weight was 140. Did you not say that?
Wayne?
His best weight was 140.
You said that his best weight was 140. Okay, so using that logic and what I just... Okay, so using your answer and the logic that I just, or the question that I just premised, wouldn't it be logical to think that as he's moving up multiple weight, his skills and the difficulty to win that fight are a lot harder, and you just can't say, oh, his skills are just going to automatically come through and he's going to win the fight?
The reason why I'm going to say that is just because his best weight was at 140 does not mean he cannot be successful at a higher weight class, because guess what? He moved to 147, right? So when he moved to 147, he had 10 straight knockouts, right?
Yeah, and then at 154, he didn't look great.
Hold on. I said his best weight was 140 because his defense, his speed, his foot speed, his agility was all better at 140. But when he moved up to 147, guess what? He had 10 straight knockouts.
But you just said
Right?
140 was his best weight.
Hold on. And then when he moved to 154, he still won, right? And he's still winning.
One
So
fight.
so when I say if he move up, keep on moving up, I'm going off the history of him moving up. He's been successful at every weight class so far. So
Yeah,
far,
but
from what my
But
eyes
140
have
is his
seen,
best weight.
But I would say 47 would be his best weight
nah,
based
his
off
best
the
weight to me
knockout
is
streak,
140.
the dominance. Well, hold on, Wayne. It's fair to say that he had faced a higher level of competition at 47 than
That's
he
what
did
I
at
was gonna say.
140, and he had nothing but knockouts at 147. So one could surmise 147 was his best weight.
I'm gonna tell
Yeah,
you why.
Nuke,
I'm gonna tell you why
Nuke.
140 was his best weight. I'm gonna tell you. At 140 was his best weight. So 140, he was in his physical body, before he went to 47. His physical body, he was a lot leaner. He was a lot faster. He was way crisper on his feet. When he got to 147, when Crawford got to 147, if you notice, Crawford don't move around a whole lot like he did when he was
So
at the
his
lower weight class.
footwork declined as he went up.
No.
You
And
What are you
you're
saying
saying that.
exactly? That's
You're,
what
you're
you're
you know why
saying,
exactly
he did
Wayne.
saying
that?
that.
You know why he
It
did that?
ain't that his footwork
Because he
declined,
had
it's
to use
changed.
more power shots against the bigger guys. So he could not move around the ring like that because he needed more power. He needed to generate more power for the bigger guys. So that's
Who
why he
did he
stopped
fight? Who
moving
did
a
he
whole
fight at
lot. Because he
140?
needed to
Postol.
generate more
Hold up,
power.
hold up.
Can I
Postol was
ask
the
you guys a
only.
question? Can I ask you guys two questions?
Brim, can I just finish what I was saying?
Go ahead.
Postol was the only. Postol was the only guy I think at 140 who you could say was a legit or top quality fighter because he beat
A
Lucas
threat.
Matisse. Yeah. That's the only guy. Dungo, you got didn't do anything after that fight and he got destroyed. The rest of those guys, some of them were good fighters like Felix Diaz, whatever, but none of them were really a threat, as Edgar says, or I would even consider close to elite. Like when Lucas Matisse got knocked out by Postol was the guy at that division, and Danny Garcia went another direction. At 47, I think he beat better fighters, and he stopped like Nuke said 10 or 9 opponents, whatever.
Hey, watch this. So when Floyd Mayweather got to 47, he beat better opponents than he did at 130. But Floyd was more dominant at 140. I'm talking about his physical gifts were way more dominant at 130 than 147. He beat better opponents at 147, but at
So
130, man, go look at Mayweather at 130. That
so
Mayweather was a
okay.
specimen.
Hold on. Okay, so if he had more opposition at 147, why wouldn't that be his best weight?
Because no. I'm not saying. I'm talking about physically.
Wayne,
That's
you're
Terrence
arguing
Crawford
about two
best weight.
different things, man.
I'm not
Bro,
talking
you
about. I'm
argue.
not talking about his
Muscles don't
resume.
win
I'm
fights.
talking about physically. The way he look in the ring is better at
Muscles
140 than
don't win
147.
fights.
It doesn't matter. I'm talking about physical. I'm talking about his physicality in the ring.
Muscles don't win
His
fights.
no, I'm not
So
talking about muscle.
hold
I'm
on
talking
one sec.
about. I'm talking about his
Hold on
physicality
one second,
looking
Wayne.
better
One
at
second, Wayne.
140.
Hold on one second, Wayne. The point you argued with me earlier was his harder fight was at 160, which was Triple G. I just
Yeah.
told you Terrence Crawford had better opposition at 47, but you dismissed that by saying that he was faster and better footwork at a lower division.
Yeah.
Competition.
See, y'all
Hold on,
talking
Wayne.
about two
Hold on,
different
Wayne.
things.
Hold on, Wayne. Hold on. Competition level of competition matters. Bud has
Yeah,
looked
it
great
matters.
at both weight classes, but it just doesn't make sense what you're arguing because Bud has had
Watch
a
this.
more dominant. Hold on. Bud has had a more dominant run
Yes.
at 47 against a higher
Yes.
level of competition.
Yes.
I don't know how anybody could
Yes.
argue the point that 40 was a better. It just seems crazy.
Nuke, but Mayweather,
So
when
hold on.
Mayweather
So
moved up, Wayne, hold up.
everybody always say that Pretty Boy was better than Money. But
Who was
Money had the
defensively?
bigger
Who was
fights
more
and the better
defensively
fights.
responsible?
But Pretty Boy was way more dominant to me physically. He was faster. He was quicker. His quick
That's a
twitch muscle was
contradiction.
faster. He was
You're
throwing combinations. He was better physically. I'm not
You
talking
don't make
about his
sense. Look,
resume.
because Mayweather moved up and he was more defensively responsible at welterweight than he was at 130. Mayweather got hurt by Manuel Augustus. He got arguably like a robbery
He
decision. A
got
lot of
hurt by
people thought.
Maidana at 147, though.
That's
He got
one
hurt by
fight, though.
Maidana
That's
at
one fight.
147.
One fight when he was
People
37.
get hurt.
My
He
point
got
is.
hurt by Shane Mosby at 47.
Hold on. My point
He
is.
got hurt by Shane Mosby at
He
47.
had way more fights at welterweight. You can't even compare the two. He had way more fights. He was fighting at welterweight until he was almost 40. My point is, he fought better opponents, a higher caliber opposition, and he was more defensively responsible as he moved up in weight. You were arguing earlier on that Crawford was more defensively responsible at 140. Mayweather did the opposite. So your logic is flawed, and he doesn't
No,
always.
it ain't flawed.
I have to agree. I have to agree with Hamed on this one. But hold on 1 second, Wayne. We got Detroit Music want to talk to you, and I think Brim had a response. First, let me just say this. Onslaught says people only talk about Canelo's power, not his skills. He's just as skilled as Bud. I'm giving him more credit than most of you guys. I think Canelo Alvarez, is an elite fighter. I think he has elite skills. But if I'm going skill for skill, I would edge Bud as the more skilled fighter than Canelo. And that's saying a lot because Bud is truly a talented fighter. And that's taking nothing away from Canelo. I think he has skills. I think he's special. But I'm edging Bud in that category personally.
Yeah,
That's
Canelo is an all-time great fighter. Look, we can't like some people compare him to applauders. Like he's not David Lemieux. We all know this guy is a generational fighter. He's an all-time great. My only thing with this fight is, I think a couple of years ago Canelo would have been a massive favorite. I didn't want to see it. Right now, I think it's more closer to like 60-40 Canelo. Some people are saying 50-50. I still wouldn't go that far on paper because Crawford has had one fight at 54 and never fought at middleweight or super middleweight. But I think it's closer now in odds than it was in 2023 when Charlo got dominated over 12 rounds.
And go ahead real quick, Detroit. And then Brim, I'm gonna come to you real quick right after. Detroit, are you there? Well, let me go to.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Go ahead.
All right, bro. I just wanted to ask, do you know this dude, Isaac Bermuda, or whatever the fuck his name is?
Somewhere in the chat, I believe.
Yeah, bro, tell him to get his clown ass on the panel. He wants to debate in text messages. I'm telling him to get on the panel.
All right, let me drop the link for him right here. Isaac, go ahead and hit the link, my brother, so you can go ahead and get this work.
Yeah, and that clown exploding fist ninja, I need him to get on here too. Because he got a lot of talking.
I wanted to ask questions.
I got a spot for both of y'all. Go ahead, Brim, while I wait on these guys to see if they click the
Two
link.
questions here. Do y'all think the Canelo versus Skull is going to show up, or is it going to be a better Canelo?
It's going to be a better Canelo.
It's going to be a better Canelo because I believe he's motivated.
You think the Bud versus Maginov is going to show up, or are you going to get a better Bud?
Better Bud. Better Bud.
There we go. We got a great fight coming up, guys. That's all I wanted to know. Is that's why the old clips don't always mean everything. The old clips matter, but it ain't going to determine this fight because both of these guys are going to be on a whole different wave. They're going to turn back the clock as much as they possibly can to be in prime form. So that's why it's so many question marks. And all those question marks.
There's only a one-way rematch clause, only for if Canelo loses. If Bud loses, there's no rematch.
I'm wondering if it's a draw like the first Triple G Canelo fight. Would they do a rematch? Because if it's a good fight,
if it's a draw, they're gonna. I'm sure there's gonna be a massive demand where everybody would be calling for that rematch.
Everybody's gonna call for a rematch if it's a draw.
Yeah, because Canelo got nothing else really. Super
Canelo is expected to win.
Yeah, that division is
even though these pundits are coming out and giving Bud all these big, a lot of people are trying to give Bud big odds and say Bud's gonna do this, Bud do that. End of the day, Bud is the underdog, dog. Bud is the underdog.
Of course, Canelo's a favorite.
Not by popular belief, Brim.
Not by popular belief.
Yes, it is. It is. Just because you got some people saying bro, it's still 60-40 Canelo, bro. Let's just be honest.
Bro, but Brim, I'm not trying to go back and forth with you, but just look at all the goddamn clips from all the fucking boxing pundits and ex-fighters.
And look, Brim acts like he don't see any of that. All the insiders are picking. The vast majority of all insiders are picking.
All of them.
No, I misspoke. The vast majority. 60% of the insiders.
I'm gonna go get a list. I'm gonna pull up a list. I'm gonna make up a list.
Go ahead and do that. And according to the 3 knockdown rule, Steve Kim and the 3 knockdown rule, 60% of the boxing insiders are favoring Terrence Crawford to beat Canelo Alvarez. 60%.
Yeah, Nuke, you're right. A lot of people change their mind after the William Skull fight, but I would also add a lot of those guys are American, and I think a lot of them are rooting for Crawford. So, and
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I need to because I got the Ring magazine. I need to check the actual, the poll and how many of these guys are American or non-American. Because I don't know if it's like, they're just rooting for Crawford or they actually think he's going to win. Because it's one thing going with your heart, another thing what you think is going to happen in your head. Like,
That's very true. I mean, look, I look at it. Robert Garcia has always been a big supporter of Canelo. Look at it. Bam Rodriguez has always been a big supporter of Canelo. Bam Rodriguez had Canelo beating Crawford, but then after the skull fight, Bam Rodriguez changed his pick. So did Robert Garcia. So did Mikey Garcia. All of those had Canelo winning prior to the skull fight. After the fight, they felt like Canelo lost something and they felt like he was no longer the same fighter. So they picked against him for this fight. And so they basically saw his last fight and said, nah, I can't pick Canelo. They believe what Wayne believes is that Bud's going to go in there, jab him up, use his footwork, slick, great defense, and just pick him apart.
Yeah, but I didn't need the Williams Skull fight to figure that out. I ain't need that shit. I ain't need no Williams Skull fight.
Yeah. So Wayne, what's your prediction for the fight?
Reception. What you think about that, bro? You think he ducking?
I'm gonna give you my prediction for the fight, and look, don't go crazy. And look, it's my prediction. Y'all might have y'all own. Me myself, from what I see in my mind, because I run this fight in my mind like 1,000 times, man. Like, god damn, like, okay, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? I think the first couple rounds will be closer to fill-out rounds, but I believe it's gonna be. I don't think it's going to be this great fight like everybody thinks it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a 50-50. It's 50-50 on paper, but I don't think it's going to be 50-50 when they get in the ring. I got Terrence Crawford. I'm telling you, I got Terrence Crawford by I got Terrence Crawford having a definite win. I mean,
boy, that was a long pause for somebody that was so sure.
Because I was no. I was about to say what I've been saying.
What have you been saying?
Stand on it. Crawford possibly stopping him.
Thank you.
Bet on
Thank
it.
you,
Bet
Wayne.
on it.
Thank you, Wayne.
Bet on it. I'll bet you right now.
I'm gonna tell you this.
I'll bet you right now.
Hey, look, watch this. I would have betted you if it wasn't for the Earl Spence fight when I betted like 10 people online and never got paid.
That's the pass.
Not doing
That's
that
the pass.
no more, homeboy.
That's the pass. Bet on it right now.
No.
Bet on it right now.
No. Not when it comes to my money, it ain't the pass. I betted 10 people and ain't got not one dime.
Listen,
I said I'll never do that again.
Listen,
never.
I can send the money to Nuke tonight.
No, homeboy. I'm not doing that shit no more.
You're so confident.
I did
You're so
and
confident.
I'm not doing it again.
You're so confident.
Look, watch this. It's people that I was talking to for years that I don't even talk to no more because they know they owe me money. I'm not doing it.
I'm not that person. I'll tell you right now.
Hold on, everybody. Hold on. I understand you don't know him, Wayne, but you know me. You know I'm here. Hold on, Wayne. You know I'm here every week. You know I'm here talking about Brim and Arkansas and everybody. You know I'm here all the time. So if you wanted to take the bet, just know if he doesn't pay. Hold on. If he doesn't pay, I'll honor his responsibility on his behalf. If he doesn't pay.
Oh hell no!
So bet on that now.
I'm going to co-sign any bet that Edgar makes. Hold on. The reason why. Hold on, Wayne. The reason why I got to co-sign it because it's my platform. It's only the right thing to do. Just like if Brim lost the bet about his hairline or Brian Norman or anything, I would co-sign the bet. And so, I'm
following my first mind. I'm not betting nobody else online, man.
Okay, thank you, Wayne. So he's scared, Edgar. That's it.
Wayne, just say you don't want to put the money up, bro.
I'm not scared at all.
He got burnt.
Do
I
you know how many people owe me for the Earl
get
Spence fight? Hey, okay. Put it this way: if you willing to pay my Earl Spence bets, then I'll bet.
Nah. I have nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with that.
And guess what?
But I'll bet you 500.
Guess right.
I'll bet you 500 that he doesn't knock him out.
And I don't know you. And
I bet you 500 that he doesn't knock him out.
But you know me, Wayne. You know me, Wayne.
Hey, look. Hey, watch this. I took a flyer on some guys and betted them, and I didn't even know them guys. And I betted them, and I
I'm proving to you that I got it.
Well, that was dumb. That's somebody
you
don't even know. That was dumb.
I believe it, and I believe them guys had the money.
Wayne,
I believe that when they lost, they didn't want to pay up.
I know, but Wayne, you know me. I'm here every week.
Wayne,
where am I gonna run?
You been here. Hey, look, I know you been here, and you here every week. But
Exactly.
I don't know you when it come to money.
Oh,
I don't know
Wayne.
none of y'all when it comes to
I
money.
can't blame Wayne for this disposition because there's a
Bet.
lot of people that didn't get paid their money for the bets, and
I knew
I
a
but
lot of people didn't get
I
paid for
didn't
the
get
bet.
paid for my Usyk
I knew
Fury
a
bet.
lot of
Like I
people
said, I didn't get
personally.
paid twice for 2 different Usyk Fury bets, so I can relate to that. And I did make a
Hell
bet
no,
recently because
I'm
that
good on
person
that.
proved
this is a
themselves to be
different
worthy of bet.
situation, man. This is a different
Okay, let me
situation.
ask you this. Let me ask you this, Brim. Brim, do you think if I endorse a bet, do you believe I would honor it?
Yes.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah, but what is the bet over? Crawford drops him or just stops him on
He
the
said
feet?
Crawford
stopping
stops
him.
Nah,
He
Canelo.
said
I bet
stopping him.
Crawford. I got
Like
Crawford
But you would have to give him
stopping.
some odds because the odds are definitely not. Because I personally, I just don't see the avenue of Crawford stopping
I
Canelo.
know, but I know,
I do.
but Wayne is
But Wayne
convinced.
does.
So why not
I
make the
do.
bet straight up?
Because
I do.
that's not really a straight up bet. But I mean,
No,
y'all.
but Wayne is
I
convinced, Brim. You're not understanding. Wayne sees
I'm
something
Wayne
we
fell
don't
convinced.
off on the
see.
Hey,
DraftKings.
watch this. I'm so convinced. I'm so convinced. I bet it. Now I got paid for this bet. I bet it that Terence Crawford to stop Sean Porter. I got paid for
that's
that.
not the same
Did
thing.
you
Okay,
That's
bet
so
not
if
on
the
him
you're
to
same
that
stop
thing.
convinced, if
Madrimov?
you're
$150 bet.
that convinced, bet on this
Wayne,
one.
Hey,
Wayne,
look.
did you bet
The
on Bud
only
to
reason
stop
why I made
Madrimov?
that bet because that guy actually I can see him every day. That's why I made that bet.
Okay,
But
Wayne, did you bet on Crawford to stop Madrimov?
no. But
Why
I
not?
predict.
Why would you bet on
But
him
my
to stop
prediction. Hey,
Canelo?
Yeah,
look.
why
Hey,
would
look.
you
My
bet on?
prediction was. Hey, look. My prediction was a stoppage, but he didn't get it. No, I ain't bet that. I ain't bet that one. I bet it
Okay.
Earl Spence stoppage.
So that's
So
the same with this. You're
all my bets
predicting,
with Earl Spence wasn't straight up bets. They were
but
stoppage bets.
you're not
I
putting
bet
money
it. I
on
had a
you're
stoppage bet.
you're not putting
Okay, you
money
want to
on
put a
Crawford.
stoppage bet on this one?
No, not with y'all.
He's not. That's what
Wait, you
Well,
bet
Because
on
hold
y'all
on. You
know
say
y'all,
no,
man.
Wayne. Wayne, my
I
reputation is
don't
honorable.
know
There's
y'all,
nobody that can
man.
ever tell you I reneged on anything.
Listen, but look, I don't know you.
But you're
Just
here
like
on
you
my
don't know me.
platform. You do know me if you're here.
I don't. No. I know
Word is
you for.
bond.
I
Word is
know. I
bond.
know you for coming on here talking to you. I don't know you. And I said myself when I made them Earl Spence bets. You know what? I knew that some of them people was not gonna pay. I just knew it.
But those
But
are
I made
Spence
the
So
bet
fans.
so
Canelo
anyway.
listen,
Canelo
listen,
fans
listen,
pay.
listen,
Made the bet
listen.
anyway. And when it was time
Canelo
to come to
fans pay.
pay,
Canelo
nobody
fans
hit
pay
that
for pay
cash
per
app.
view. Canelo fans pay for pay per views. They act
Nobody hit that
real
cash
boxing
app.
fans. Yeah, but you
And I'm
can't
gonna show
compare
you
the
my
two.
cash app. Nobody has hit it yet today. So I
You
ain't getting
can't
none of my money.
you can't
But I
compare the
bet
So
you
you
if
don't
they
want to
spectacle.
would have
make the bet.
won, they
You
would
don't
have
want to
wanted
make the
their
bet.
money. If they would have won, they would have wanted their money. That's why
That's why I'm
I don't do
telling
that no
you.
more.
That's why I'm telling you. I will forward the money to
Now,
Nuke, and he can hold it.
hey look, one thing I am gonna do, I do have a Hispanic friend that's coming over here looking at the fight with me. And he might go want to make a bet with me, but see, I'll make a bet with him because he's gonna be in my living room. And if he don't honor the bet, he won't make it out the house. That's just how it is.
Nuke
So
Ninja said
you
he's
do don't want to make the
backstage.
bet.
Put him on the
Okay.
panel, bro.
No, homie. No. I have made bets. I can show you my cash app. I made Sean Porter
Yeah,
bets.
it's
I
fine,
made
bro.
Earl
It's
Spence
fine.
Hey,
bets.
it's okay. Look, Wayne.
I can
Look,
show you
Wayne.
my
I
cash
would
app.
be scared too, bro.
I
It's
don't
okay.
care. I don't care about making bets. I care about getting paid.
You do about
I,
here.
under, I
Because
understand,
when
Wayne.
my fighter come
Yeah,
Wayne,
let's
through,
get past
when
Wayne,
this.
my
Wayne,
fighter come
Wayne,
through, I'm hyped. When my fighter come
Wayne.
through, I want to
Hold on,
get
Wayne.
paid.
Hold on, Wayne. Wayne, I understand, bro. I've been in a position where I've told the girl one thing
Now hold on.
I
Hey, look,
did
watch
something
this,
else. I
y'all.
get
Watch
it.
this.
Like, you know how I be like, oh, I'm this big guy and I do all this and I'm just capping. Like,
Hey, I'll
sometimes you
make
be
a bet.
capping.
Watch this. I'll make a bet. But we both have to send our money to somebody that I know.
What?
What
Huh?
kind
I ain't
of
making the
brim?
bet
We
then.
know Nuke.
What
We
Because
know
kind of
Nuke.
no,
brim?
I'm not making the bet then. If we gotta make, if we can send the
What?
money
All
to
right,
a
let's
How we
just
gonna
get
somebody
know?
that
How
past
we
I
gonna
this.
know
know.
the same person?
Wayne, just admit you
How
don't
do
want
you
to put
two
the
know
money
the
up for
same?
real.
I'm the one
Let's get
person you
past this.
both know.
No. I don't know you. I want somebody that I know.
Yeah. All right.
Wayne, you
That
know me,
I
Sure.
brother.
know.
Move on,
And
Sure.
Dutch.
I will
Wayne,
send
Move
my money
Edgar
to
don't
them.
It's
know.
I
okay.
will
It's
take a
okay. We'll
hey
move
look,
on
watch
from
this.
this.
Hey, watch this. I
Move
will
on,
send my
man.
money
Come
to
on.
them, take a screenshot, and you will send your money to them, take a screenshot, and then on the day of the fight, whoever wins, that person gonna send that money to that person.
Nah.
I want somebody to believe me for once.
And no,
Everybody want me to believe
I get
him.
you, Wayne.
But
I
ain't
get you,
nobody
Wayne.
believing me.
I get it, Wayne. I get it, Wayne. You're hoping against hope that that's what happens.
No,
And if it
I'm
don't,
not
I
hoping
get it,
against hope.
Wayne.
And
I
I didn't see
understand,
a
bro.
bro, let's
stoppage in
get
the
past
fight.
this shit. He don't
Y'all
want to put the money
trying
out
I
to
there.
didn't see a
fast him
stoppage in the
for
Past
how
fight.
he feels.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Hold on. Traffic has a question for Edgar. He says, Edgar, do you think Canelo will knock out Bud, Edgar?
I believe it is a possibility, and I will be betting on that.
So you do believe that, all right?
Yeah.
Hey, Ninja said he's backstage. Put his clown ass in the panel.
Where are you, Ninja? Ninja, come on.
Do you guys? Can I ask a question? Nuke, can I ask everyone a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you guys reckon? Look, do you guys reckon Crawford could stop Canelo? I'm not talking about dropping him, but like you know how Pacquiao stopped De La Hoya. I'm not comparing the two. Like that was a fight. Where, like majority, I know, but I'm just talking about beforehand. Majority of the people thought that De La Hoya was a massive favorite, and I know he was towards the end of his career.
And Pacquiao moved up 2 weight classes.
Pacquiao moved up. I'm just saying, like, do you think it's possible? I think it's possible, but maybe not probable as probable. Like, I could see Canelo knocking him out more than Crawford stops Canelo.
No, that's why I'm betting. Listen, Hamed. If you go back to the other lives, I told Nuke. I said I got 5 racks that Bud cannot stop Canelo, and nobody wants to take me up on it.
I mean, if it don't happen, you just give me 5 racks and I don't have to put nothing up for it. I mean, if you do it that way, then we good.
Come on, bro.
Bro, I ain't got listen, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Yo, Bud's gonna stop Canelo." I just
no. It's not at you. It's not at you. It's all the people that are claiming that are so confident. I was like, all right, so put.
You have to give odds or something like that because the odds are just not in the favor of the person to make that bet. You would have to give them like some 2-to-1 type shit, bro.
But I bet you if I go look at Vegas odds right now, Bud is the favorite.
Bud is not the favorite.
Nah, Bud's not the favorite.
Bud is negative. Bud's minus.
A bitch, bro.
Bud's
a bitch, man. Bud's a bitch, bro. Bud's gonna get rinsed, fam. Man, gonna get knocked clean out, bro. Bud's gonna get knocked clean out.
One second. What are you guys debating, Detroit? You and Ninja. What are you guys debating here?
All right, well, so really, it was just Ninja being on Isaac's dick about what he was debating about, but
yo, Ninja's here, bro. Ninja's here, bro. What's going on, bro? I'm here, bro. What do you want?
He called Bud a bitch. I mean, I can tell your disposition is gonna be bullshit. Agree?
Go ahead, take the floor, Ninja. Say what you gotta say, Ninja.
This is not Ninja.
Listen,
this is
bro.
Pigeon,
bro. Pigeon, bro. Listen. If you want me to say, Canelo's whole career has been building up. He's come up from 154. He started off like as a welterweight when he was in his amateur career. He's come up through the ranks, done everything in his career. He's only lost to Bivol at 175. Listen, you watch that Bivol fight back
there. He lost to Mayweather as well.
He lost to Mayweather. He's 22 years old.
What about Triple G? The
Triple G first fight was a draw. I don't think that.
Who did you have with?
You're drunk.
I'm not drunk at all. I'm out working, bro.
But Ninja, we weren't even talking about. We were talking about Virgil Ortiz and Xander Zayas. Go ahead and say what you said about Xander Zayas.
Yeah, listen, Xander Zayas. Yeah, he was dropping loads of clap yesterday about he wants to fight Virgil Ortiz and that. Xander Zayas is gonna get rinsed in that fight.
No. The only thing I'm saying is that Xander is the champion. He has a right to want to fight in Puerto Rico. Virgil needs the fucking belt for his own career. He needs a belt. He's 27 years old. He needs a belt. And I believe that.
Yeah, but why not take that fight?
Shit out of Xander. But let's be real. Xander has a right to ask for the fight to be in Puerto Rico. He has the fucking belt. He's 22 years old.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. But Puerto Rico.
Why the fuck were you dick riding Isaac?
No. Stop interrupting me, bro.
No. Answer that. And why were you dick riding Isaac about that?
Stop interrupting me, you bitch ass nigga. Show me, nigga.
Bro,
she nigga. Be quiet for a second.
Bitch ass nigga. Stop playing.
I had to get him off here, bro. You can't come on here and say those words like that.
He's gonna get your channel flagged.
Respect, bro.
Yeah,
we don't do that.
He's gonna get your channel flagged, dude.
We don't do that, man. Look, we show some type of respect. That's too disrespectful. We can joke around with each other and talk shit, but that's
a troll. He's a troll.
He's only gonna do that. He'll only do that online on the internet. That's the only reason he's talking like that. That shit don't bother me. But I get it. You might get your shit taken down, but bro, that's all I'm saying. Do any of y'all feel like Xander doesn't have the right to ask for the fight?
No. I want you to get into that because I disagree slightly with Nuke. When Xander wanted the fight in February, like we could all disagree if you want on this, but Xander did ask for the fight. I think it was Turkey or Madrimov. It was Virgil's dad that didn't want the fight. They wanted to fight Madrimov or some of the other guys. So Xander didn't get the fight, and then Xander petitioned to fight Fundora, who had the WBO belt, and even backed him into the corner, going to the ring, tried fighting him. Fundora ducked the fight blatantly, vacated his belt. So that's how Zayas became a champion. Now, on Virgil's side, he's had the interim belt. I just don't know why they're not trying to make a fight between Virgil and
My man,
Fundora,
I got
because
the answer.
yeah, they both ran to Thurman. That's what I'm trying to say. So I do think Xander has a point. He called his bluff. He said, if you want the fight, fight in Puerto Rico. And I think if Golden Boy, I'm not going to put it on Vigil because I think it's Golden Boy and his, I think it's Rick, is it Meridian, whatever, his manager. They say in one thing and Vigil and his dad are doing another. So to me, I think they kind of moving Vigil a bit funny in a way because there's three champions. And instead of even going after Zayas, they could have looked at the two other champions, Bakram and Fedora. They looked at Thurman first, and now they fight in Lubin. I don't really like the Lubin fight, if I'm being honest.
Just to add to that, like you said, Xander accepted the Virgil fight the first time. Virgil matched it off, which I have no qualms about. But when you get into this position, when you're trying to get your first title, you cannot dictate all the terms. You have to give up something. And the way Golden Boy has done business, they do a lot of pump faking. That offer was a pump fake move.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't put that.
Hold on. Who did they offer first? Was it Xander? No, they offered Thurman first. And what the fuck does Thurman do for you other than quote unquote name value? So that lets me know where your motives really lie. Because if you was really all about a Xander fight, he would have been the first one to go there. And the reason why they're not trying to push the Pandora issue is look at Gabby. Who is Gabby represented by? Golden Boy. Who represents both of those fighters? Gabby and Sebastian.
Brim, I got an idea why they gave him.
They made an in-pocket deal not to push the issue, so he can get a vacant belt possibly. Because if let's say Fedora Fedora beats Thurman and then moves up to 160, what happens? The belt goes right into Virgil's hands, vacant belt status.
I got an idea why they only gave him 3 days and the fight has to be in LA or Vegas. The reason was Cali or Vegas because Top Rank are gonna get a deal with a network, I think, and that fight, if it was going to be in Puerto Rico, would have went to that network. I think it's Stars or it's something
After you,
else.
Hamid, I'll go.
Yeah, so basically, Golden Boy, whether it's Oscar's decision or the guys representing Virgil Ortiz, because he's got a deal with DAZN, they were trying to make it quick that Zayas ducked the fight and show that Zayas ducked the fight, because if they actually went ahead and tried making that fight could have went to Top Rank's territory because Zayas is the champion and they could have dictated terms as well.
All right. And the only thing I'll say to that is Virgil Ortiz has proved that he's not afraid of anybody. And the fact that anybody would think Virgil Ortiz would duck anybody is insane to me.
I don't think he's
not about hold on. Let me finish. Virgil Ortiz has actually fought more proven fighters than Xander Zayas right now. And you said, and hold on, let me finish. And so when we say, they only had a day or 3 days or whatever, they had been sitting on the Zayas team, had been sitting on that email and that confirmation for a long time. And they just put it out there because they knew that these guys were going to go ahead and move forward. That's the only reason why all this stuff came out. These guys were sitting on that offer for a long time and didn't say shit. That's a fact.
Evidence of that, my brother.
They've already said it. Team Virgil has said that. What are you talking about, the evidence? Team Virgil has plainly and clearly said that we've already given them this offer, a month or 2 months before, and they haven't even responded. They said nothing because they've already had plans for Xander Zayas' first fight to be a tune-up in Puerto Rico. We already know that. Let's cut through the bullshit. We know Virgil's not afraid of anybody, but this is also why I said I didn't really want to call anybody a duck at the weight because all these guys are young. I think they're all going to fight, and then you got every promoter doing something different to try to really not make the fights right now because I think they all want to delay it. I think Top Rank want to delay it. I think Golden Boy want to delay it. I don't think any of those guys truly want to. All of those guys want to make money fights and showcase fights right now. ESPN not ESPN, but Top Rank cannot afford Xander Zayas to get knocked out by Virgil Ortiz right when they got this deal. And then Golden Boy can't afford for Virgil to have any slip-ups while they're trying to build him into a star. Everybody has their own motives. That's the only reason why I'm not really picking a side in it because I can see it all. I see everybody moving different and being weird.
Do y'all
No,
think the
Nuke.
fight happens at 154 or 160?
154. I still think, and if Zions moves up to 160, like within the next 2 fights, he's completely a coward. Then that means you never had any intention. But I don't believe he would do that. I believe it should still happen at 54 and not 60. But let me read these chats real quick. Body Bag says 60-40 Canelo's way. I just looked it up, the official stats. Nomas Toman says Wayne is doing that Big E. Listen, ain't no one want to hear that shit. People rooting for Bud. Bet your money. Bet you money is on Canelo.
Hey, Norma's Thomas, go back to school, motherfucker.
You fucked up, Brim. Oh man, Brim is fucked up. Brim. Oh man. JMA says Khan and Usyk favor Crawford. That is true. Usyk said Terrence Crawford is the best fighter in the world, and Terrence Crawford has an opportunity September 13th to prove that. The Gooch says, which duck was worse, the Norman duck or the Virgil duck? I don't think Virgil has ducked any of that smoke, and that's just my opinion. Norman has to be the clear duck. But Brim disputes that based on different evidences and facts. So with that being said, at some point, I would hope that we could get a Brian Norman at 54 fighting Boots Ennis at some point is the hope on all of this, man. I'm gonna let everybody get their final comments because we're almost about 4 hours in. Everybody, any last comments that everybody want to make? You want to go first, Wayne, then Brim, then Edgar, then Hamed?
Is Wayne still there?
Wayne, are you still there?
I don't think
Brim,
he's
you
there.
got any final comments you make?
Yeah, 17 days left. I anticipate a good fight. Can't wait. We'll see who wins.
All right.
Yeah, I'll go next. Look, Nuke, I'm with you. Like that video you made was good regarding Virgil. I don't think Virgil is ducking anyone because he agreed to fight Crawford before Crawford got the Canelo fight. But I think like all these guys online on Twitter, like saying Zayas is a duck and all that, I think they're going way over the top. That's where I disagree. I think the people behind Virgil are saying one thing and doing another. That's what I just think about that situation. Because if you really wanted to fight one of the champions, you would have been prioritizing Thurman and Lubin over guys like Bakram, Fandora, and even Zayas to a degree. Although I think they did send the offer. So with that, you could say there's two sides. Regarding this fight, look, I think Canelo is the favorite. And if anyone's going to knock anyone out, I think Canelo should win by KO. But I changed my mind in January, I think, or February. And up until then, I had Canelo big. I think Crawford should win this fight unless he gets, clipped. Because I think over 12 rounds, Crawford is the better boxer.
That's a very fair analysis, Hamed. It's very fair. Edgar, you have any final thoughts?
Yeah, real quick. To any Bud fans, Bud sexuals that want to bet on the stoppage, you already know where I stand. 17 days, hopefully everything goes the way I believe it goes, and Canelo can set up maybe the last 2 or 3 fights of his career and ride off into the sunset. And I hope that the sanctioning bodies really do bring back the Super Series, because I think that is a legitimate lifeline to boxing as a whole to bring it back.
To come back. I just don't see it happening if Turkey Al-Sheikh is not going to put a lot of money into it. And promoters are going to be very protective of their fighters. So I don't know. I hope, but I don't know. JMA says, calm down, Brim. We can see your cholesterol. And Nomas Tomas says, Brim, read this. Go give Norman fellatio. All right. and we're going to end on that note. Wayne, I guess you're off doing whatever you're doing. And whatever his name is, that other guy that came on here disrespectful, you're no longer welcome on the panel, man, because you're talking crazy. So salute to everybody. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back Friday. Peace.
Peace.